Mic check, mic check. Let's do a little quick mic check. Good afternoon to you people. Let's see if we're rolling and being heard. Oh, doesn't sound as best, but we're not professionals over here. The fans are the fans. Shout out to everybody tuning in today. As you guys can see from the title. Can you see the title? Breaking news, Miami Dolphins quarterback is about to be benched. Oh, Pete, what are you talking about benched? I told y'all this. I said the man is going to come out on the injury report before he gets benched. Report is to ask Tua, what play did you get hurt on? And if the man says he don't remember he had a concussion, take him out. What's up, Ken? Appreciate you coming through today early in the building. How you doing? How you feeling?
What up?
Man,
What
oh
up?
man.
Same old, same old. I know, right?
I love it, man. I'm not going to lie. I love it. I'm excited. It's about to happen. Now, there is some concern. Does Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers win us too many games that pushes us away from a top draft pick? That is a concern. I know I'm going to hear the fans out. But honestly, I think it's more important we identify the next quarterback before we even think about tanking. We have two. We got a up-and-comer in Zach Wilson that can turn around, and Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, this thing. And we got a young quarterback that was just on the NCAA cover of college football. The man is here as a seventh rounder, Quinn Ewers. There's talent. And it's sickening that it's being held back now to the point where now it's okay to sit here and call out Tua's limitations. You see how it's working? Man, oh man. Finally, man, new life as a Dolphin fan is on the horizon. Now, I'm not saying Tua's not going to start Sunday, but I know what's going to happen Sunday. I do know what's going to happen Sunday. Tua's going to trot out there. He's going to get the start. He's already on the injury report. Mind you, on his throwing hand, he has a bad thumb, Kenna. With the hip coming up again. The hip just popped up again. Now, this is what's going to happen. He's going to throw an interception on the first drive, first quarter, because now teams are forcing him to do things he's not good at. So when he starts pitching that ball to try to put up points right before halftime, and we need a touchdown to tie it, he's going to throw that interception. After halftime, they're going to say, oh, Tua's not throwing the ball well. His throwing habits affecting him. Here comes Zach Wilson. They didn't want Pete to be right versus the Jets, the revenge tour. They didn't. And now I'm starting to feel extra right in a sense where now they're desperate. They lost to the Panthers. These Tuaneers in the building didn't think they could lose to the Panthers. They lost to the Panthers. Now their eyes are wide open like owls at nighttime. Wide open eyes like owls at nighttime. The pressure's on. The heat is on. And Zach Wilson is on the run right now. He is going to be the next quarterback up in Miami. What's up, Mr. Park? I see you got a little fake dolphin on your screen. It's fake dolphin time with Tua. You got the little Tua dolphin. That's what you
No,
showing.
no,
You
no,
showing the little Tua dolphin.
no, no, no. It's another animal called a dolphin. It's a fish, or
Yeah,
some people call it mahi mahi.
mahi mahi. That's Tua. Tua's mahi mahi.
Oh, that's right.
He's the
I
dolphin.
got
He's the dolphin that you are allowed to eat.
Hey, I got a question real quick. Have y'all noticed
you,
that
Kenna.
every player from Hawaii or whatever
I love
is
it.
not equaling up to be that? Like, isn't Jonas Sobanai or whatever the fuck his name is from Hawaii too?
Yeah, I think he is like
Yeah,
Hawaiian,
yeah,
Polynesian, or something like
yeah.
that.
He's
Yeah.
Polynesian. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
Polynesian. In fact, he
he,
said when he came to the Miami Dolphins that he was going to make sure that he blocked
Yo,
well
Nick.
for
I'm sorry,
Tua.
Mr. Paul. Yo, Nick, I just want to give you a shout out, my guy. Thank you for putting us in this position. Something the Jets couldn't do, bro. I want to thank the Panthers. The Jets couldn't do this, but y'all did it to us. Man,
Hey,
shout out to you guys, man.
Bryce Young be having that effect on franchises, you know?
Ever since Bryce Young beat C.J. Stroud, his career hasn't been the same. That's what you're saying?
What's good though, fellas?
Nothing
Hey,
much,
what's up,
man. We got
Tri-State?
exciting news
How y'all
here.
doing?
As some known Tua haters out here, Tua's on the injury report. Bad
Yeah,
thumb on his throwing hand.
if I could quickly just chime in real quick, I peeped his interview the other day, and you know that I, it rubbed me off the wrong way. So I could only imagine how a Dolphin fan feel. Like, I understand you a family man now. I understand it don't matter if you throw 5 interceptions or 5 touchdowns. You go home, your kids are gonna love you. We all know that. What the fuck is the point of you saying it though?
Because it's about
Because
to happen,
because
Tri-State.
to me,
It's
Pete
because
and
it's about to
Panel,
It's
happen
to
on
no, real
Sunday.
quick, because to
which
me, Pete
reason.
and Panel, to me, that sounds like someone who just gives up, bro. He don't care anymore.
That's what I
Thank
was.
you.
That's what I
He
was
just
about to
Thank
doesn't give a
say.
fuck
you.
He
anymore,
said,
bro.
yeah, he said that shit to let all the people that don't like Tua know
Yeah, like,
that
bro, I don't give a
I'm
fuck what
paid
y'all think
anyway.
type shit. I don't care. Yeah.
No, I
Yeah,
took
no,
it
but
as
this
this Sunday. Nick. I took it as this Sunday. Tua's going to throw that ball. Mike McDaniel is going to force him to throw the ball where teams are leaving open grass areas where he's not good at. And what's going to happen is he's going to force it. And it's going to be interception after interception after interception. And Mike McDaniel's going to say, man, they're taking everything you're good at away from us. And you're not winning what they're giving us. I have to bench you. This is the route we're going to take. Your thumb, put it on the injury report. Your hip, let's say you got a little bruise, but I can't lose my job over you. It's about to happen, guys. The man is getting benched and
Oh,
they're
bro,
using
I
the
don't know.
guilt trip,
I saw
injury
that.
trip.
I saw that Mike McDaniel interview. My man sounded like he was drunk at the podium. He was
I would
slurring his words. He was out here deflecting questions, not even answering them. I'm like, yo, is my man drunk at the podium? And he was like, yeah, well, we got to be better at execution. Y'all, I know y'all peeped it. Y'all don't. If I saw it, I know y'all saw it.
I
My
saw
man
some.
man,
looked plastered at the podium the other day.
if they don't turn this around, we're about to be a team with no coach, no GM in season.
Well,
Hey, y'all
Tri-State.
feel
It
like,
sure sounds like y'all in tank mode. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
Oh,
hey, I
I
feel
love it.
like that was a good thing. Him up at the podium drunk. Maybe he came to practice and gave him a fucking piece of his mind.
You get a drunk Mike McDaniel, be careful. He might turn into that Cardinals coach hitting players. What you think?
Hey, I don't blame Jonathan Gannon. I would have smacked him across his fucking head for that shit.
Yeah, a slap to the helmet would have looked better than like a punch to the gut, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hey, y'all see that? Y'all see that podcast with Michael Irvin?
Yeah.
Nah,
I,
I saw he
I,
had one up, but it was like someone is talking about him or something.
Man, yo, man, he hit the nail on the head with all these players that's going on right now. Yo, like a lot of these receivers never had to deal with defensive back bumping them in the middle of their route. A lot of these DBs, they never had a chance to really play physical with these corners. You know, like the game has changed big time, and I think we leave that out a lot when it comes to evaluating these players and recognizing what's real and what's not going to work, what's going to work and what's not going to work in this league. Because Michael Irvin damn sure can get in the league today and play and put up damn near 2,000 yards in a year because of the physical style that he's used to playing.
Oh, you're talking about Michael Irvin in his prime.
No, yeah, in his prime, but
Oh
what
yeah,
I'm
Michael
saying,
Irvin in his
what,
prime would
yeah,
fuck DBs up in
but
this league.
right, but what I'm saying is, everybody is talking about some, well, comparing new players to old players when everyone is not realizing the rules of the game has changed dramatically just to help the offense.
right. Exactly. Because that's just like with
Absolutely.
the quarterback. The quarterback era has changed a great deal too. Because back in the days, with Bob Greasy and Marino, those were guys who stood in the pocket and threw the ball. But today's quarterback, the prototype for today's quarterback is a quarterback that's about 6'3" or above, maybe 220 pounds. Um, he has to be able to throw and also run the ball. That's to me, that's today prototype quarterback because I've seen the quarterback uh, uh, change throughout the years, and that's what we had today. So unfortunately, quarterback like Tua, it's going to be hard for them to make it in the NFL. I'm not saying all of them now. It's some out there that can do it up like Baker Mayfield. He I don't know his stat compared to Tua, but he's balling.
Oh, Baker. In my opinion, right now, I think Baker's the MVP. That's just me. I think
Hey,
Baker might be the MVP right now.
he'll have my vote.
Yeah,
I vote for that because
yeah.
that man played
Baker
with
balling.
heart. Yes, he is, and he has heart, man. He has a desire to do to get on that field and to
Yeah.
give it his best.
And he
And
gives it his fucking all every single
yes,
play.
he
And you
does.
know what I love about him too? He got that chip on his shoulder. He'll talk shit right to your face
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm here type shit.
And here's the thing, Tri-State. Pete, about a couple of years back, was pounding the table for him to come to the Miami Dolphins, and I was one of the ones telling Pete he's crazy. And I'm gonna say it again, Pete. I stand on my 10 toes,
Shout
man.
out
You
the
were
cat in
right.
the hat.
You were right, my brother, about Baker Mayfield. What's up, Cat?
What's up,
And you know
fellas?
what up, Cat? Let me say this before we give the floor to Cat real quick. You know what Baker Mayfield just said on his post game presser?
Uh-uh.
The man just said the narratives change the way you play. He's never changed the way he has been. But remember, when he was in
That's tough.
Cleveland, that's what he said today. When he was
That's
in
tough.
Cleveland, his cockiness was looked at as bad. They dogged him. Now they're praising his cockiness and calling it moxie. That's what he said. So it's all based on the way you play. They will accept you as a soft football player, as whatever you want to be, as long as you're winning. But once you start losing, they will call you out, and that's what kind of sucks. That's what kind of sucks because people ain't keeping it real because based on wins, they don't see, oh, this man's limitations are going to hurt this team in the playoffs. If they get to the playoffs, you can't win playoff games with this. This is another narrative that I'm tired of hearing. Oh, our team lost because of injuries. Almost every team has
Every team
injuries.
deals with it, man. Every
All of
team deals
them.
with injuries, man.
The
It's
Yeah,
only
it's
we're
injuries
about to
that
be
are
able to
that you
nip that
can't
one in the bud.
overcome, yeah, the only injuries are that are understandable is if all your core guys go down, meaning the guys you paid high contracts to, those
Yeah.
guys are down, then yeah, that now your team is crap because you
No.
betted on all these players, but every team takes injuries, bro. I don't want to hear
Yeah.
that anymore. It
Yeah.
takes a team to
Absolutely.
win this Super Bowl.
Well, they're not going to
Absolutely.
be able to use injuries this weekend, anyways, because I'm pretty sure the
No, that
Chargers are more beat up than we are.
I was just about to say that, dude. Whoever said
Yeah.
that, I was about to say the Chargers injury report is a fucking laundry list, dude.
Yeah, yeah. But
Laundry
here's
list.
another thing. You know what? I mean, let me explain something to y'all about this injury report that confused me. Quarterbacks, they make their decisions. They want receiver. They get a specific receiver. The starting quarterback. They will pick. For example, I'm gonna give you guys an example. If Quinn Ewers gets the start, that's when I believe he will pick Theo Wees. So Theo Wees is also going to be on the roster the moment Quinn Ewers, if he starts. If Zach Wilson starts, he might request a change to something on the offense that he likes better. That's going to help him, whether he's right or wrong on that decision. But here's why I'm saying all of this. Aaron Brewer also came out on the injury report yesterday with Tua. And I do believe those are two guys that are going to get benched. I do believe it. With the
Well,
next
Aaron
quarterback
Brewer,
change,
All right,
Aaron Brewer
so
I
had a
so
don't
pretty
think
good
Pete, this
Zach
is
game
what I
Wilson is
against
going
wanted
to.
to ask
us.
you. This is what I wanted to ask you because like I already
He's
got
the
my take on
smallest
this whole
center in the league,
situation.
bro. He gets pushed
Why
back
do you
easy.
think? Why do you think Tua's on this question? Like, do you think he's going to get benched? Why do you think?
I think this is the benching sign right here. I don't think he's going to go out with injury. They're going to tell us, oh, Tua's out. He went out, the thumb, he can't throw,
He's gonna
or
go
the hip
play. He's
came
gonna
up.
go play. He's gonna
He's
go play,
he's going
Pete.
to,
And
yeah,
if it
yeah,
starts bad, they're gonna
yep.
pull him and say, "Oh, he injured
Thank you.
himself." Yep, that's how it's gonna.
Thank you.
That's
That's
exactly
how
how
it
it's
is.
gonna happen.
And
That's
they're never
exactly
going to
how it's
say
gonna
he,
happen.
and you know how many times I've told people this is how Tua's going to go out? I've told people this. Tua's not going to go out because poor performance, bench him, and embarrass the organization like that. No, they're already accustomed. They already labeled him the injury-prone guy. So why not use the injury excuse? Look how they did Tyrell Dotson.
Yeah, y'all
Tyrell
getting
Dotson.
Chargers at a
Hey,
terrible time too, bro.
Hey,
check
but
this out.
Y'all
it's
getting
Tyrell
them at a
crazy.
Dotson.
No,
terrible
Tyrell
time.
Dotson.
I'm on
Hey,
that same boat
They
though,
did a
Pete.
Tua on Tyrell Dotson. That's what they did. They did a Tua. That man played, finished the game, didn't go so well. Now, since the coaches made bad decisions, right? I've been complaining about it for a few weeks. Willie Gay ain't getting no play time. And Willie Gay has been starting and looking good when he did play.
Yeah,
So
I don't
there's
know why you
something
guys
going
aren't
on.
playing him, Pete. I
Check
don't
this out.
get why you
No,
guys aren't playing him. He's a good fucking linebacker. I remember
But bro,
watching him when he was in New Orleans and then he went to Kansas City. This guy played good fucking football, dude.
so
I don't know
so
I
why
look,
you
liked it when
guys
he
aren't
was in
playing
Kansas
look
City.
him.
I don't
try to say,
remember him
G,
in New
say
Orleans.
try to
I'm gonna
say,
keep it real. But Tyrell Dodson is another guy. They did it Tua on him. Oh, you're out with concussion. Monday morning, they ruled him out with concussion. They did a Tua on that man. Just so they don't sit here and say we're benching the captain. Or who is he? The green Mike. He has the mic.
Hey,
So they don't
hey,
look stupid. They're saying he's out with injury and they're going to test out Willie Gay now. Come on, man. This man played too
none
much
of
games. Mind you,
yeah.
the Chargers, hold on, I'm going to say this. The Chargers just came out yesterday and they said, we're benching our captain, starting center, and replacing him for poor performance. Chargers don't care. They're not trying to make their players be dressed up all looking
Oh yeah,
nice.
that's
No,
Jim
tell them
Harbaugh,
what it
bro.
is.
Jim Harbaugh,
Yeah.
yeah, Jim Harbaugh is next man up with that. I love Jim Harbaugh. Everywhere he
same here.
goes, he fucking turns it around. No matter where, NFL, college, it
Bro,
don't matter.
the
That's because this
Chargers just came out and
organization is
say they're
soft.
benching their captain center.
There
Benched.
you, there you go, killer.
That's because this organization is soft, man. Like Steven Ross would rather try to save face instead of admit that he's wrong.
Thank you, Kenna. And we know they're wrong, and they're still gonna try to save face.
Yeah. So so
And that,
I hate to say it like this. So y'all know every time Steven Ross and his wife get into it, he try to save face instead of admitting he's wrong. Which makes the situation even worse because everybody that has a woman know that if you try to save face instead of just admitting the problem, you ain't doing nothing but digging yourself deeper in the hole. You know,
Chef Jew.
my reason for bringing that up is that's how Ross approached everything in his fucking life. He don't address the real shit. He covers shit up. He try to save
it,
face.
yep, yep. And we seen that. We've seen that when they try to bring in what Brady and what's the other quarterback name? Um,
Brady and Watson,
and
you know,
Watson.
Deshaun
Exactly,
Watson. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like, I mean,
And, and then,
there's
We're
nothing
never
wrong with trying to
straightforward.
save
so,
face, but you got to be straightforward when you're trying to save
exactly,
face.
exactly.
And I think that's kind of what they're doing with this injury designation with Tua. Honestly, a lot of those Tua haters gonna go to the game now, hoping he goes out and see a new quarterback come in. I'm thinking it's more for the stadium because it's a home game. Because like if this was an away game, Tua probably would not have an injury designation this week.
This
Oh
shit's
yeah, yeah,
wild to
of
me,
course.
bro,
He's trying to
because
make more money.
I remember Pete saying in fucking June, July, he was like, yeah, by week 7, Zach Wilson will be in.
And what's
Yeah,
funny, I said it would happen like this with the
You're
injury
looking on
excuse.
point right now, bro. You're looking on point.
I
So
know he was trying to
what's
make
It's
good
lining up.
content. It's
what's up, Chef
rolling right
Jew?
out for him.
It's lining up for you,
Man,
Pete.
We got Chef
yep.
Jew in the building, y'all.
But
It's a,
but on some
Chef
real
Jew, man.
shit,
Shout out to Chef Jew. Sorry,
what up,
oh my
Chef?
bad,
yeah.
Kenna.
But on some real shit, a lot of people have been pointing out the mistakes with this organization from the jump, and a lot of people have been right about this shit. You know, that's just like beginning of the season. I said this Carolina Panthers game was gonna be a pivotal moment in the season. Look how it turned out, a pivotal moment.
It dead
You know
ass
what I'm
was,
saying?
bro. For both ends,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, and like people just don't want to recognize the real, and when you point out the real, they want to look at you like you crazy.
Yep, that's true.
And see,
You know,
that's the downfall of our franchise is because when you have people thinking that way, it holds us back from moving forward and trying to get better.
You ain't lying
100%
about
spot
that.
on. It's like when is he gonna finally open his eyes up and realize your organization is still the laughing stock in the NFL because you a joke too.
that's why I say this season right here, I say don't bench to him. Let's go on ahead and keep riding it out the way it is. Fall flat on your motherfucking face so you can see how trash you really are. Like all
Hmm.
this trying to save them, they ain't doing nothing but trying to save them so they could, well, maybe come back next year type shit. Like at the end of the year last year when he
Nah,
was out. What they
Nah,
gonna
nah.
take?
No. Here's why. This is why I respectfully disagree on that, bro. Because at the end of the day, it's still a business, right? If you put him out there and he looks bad, you're just killing his trade value. If you sit him, even if he's
Bro,
hurt,
his
at least he goes
trade
into next
his
Yep.
year healthy.
Yep.
You can trade him.
his
There
his
might be
trade value
teams,
is already shot, bro. His trade value is
Exactly.
already
but you don't
shot.
want it to get worse. If you could get a
How
third
much
rounder
worse?
for him, why
Nah,
not?
see,
Nah, but
I,
Tri-State,
I,
you're
I
not gonna be able to get
understand
two.
where Tri-State's coming from, Kenna, because at the same time the NFL works like it works weird to whereas next year they'll forget how bad he is. They'll be in need of a
What's up,
quarterback.
y'all?
Someone's going to be in need of a
Exactly.
quarterback, and
There'll
they'll
be a
forget
team that'll
how
What's
be
up,
bad he
desperate
Sexton?
really
enough,
is.
or a coach
But
out
here's
there
the
to be
thing
like,
though.
I could win with him. There is a coach out there who believes in Tua somewhere in an
Hey,
But
yeah,
organization
but Tua
but
gotta
somewhere
but
stop
here's
getting
the
yelled
thing.
out. What are we talking
who
But
about?
may
no,
honestly look at Tua and be like, I could win with him.
no, but here's the
Hey,
thing,
y'all, what's the
Tri-State.
Tua's
If
topic
they
we
trade.
talking
do,
about?
Tua's
if
trade.
they do,
Tua's trade
they'll look
stock.
at two. They will look
They
at
think benching Tua is
So
going to help
me.
him.
hold on,
They're
hold
gonna
on,
look
hold
at
on, hold on,
the
hold on,
NFL.
real quick.
Hold on,
Hold on,
the
real quick.
NFL gonna look at Tua as a backup quarterback. That's the thing.
So
That's the only thing I can see him
so
being in the NFL.
so y'all mean to tell me that Jimmy Garoppolo was the fucking best backup quarterback the league has seen, and that man is nowhere to be found right now. Y'all mean to tell me that a team can find more value in Tua than Jimmy right now?
Wait, hold up,
Yes,
Kenna.
absolutely.
No, wait, hold up, Kenna.
How,
Uh
bro?
uh
Because
Hey,
the only thing,
uh.
the only thing that Jimmy couldn't do was step up in the big moment and make
See,
the big throw.
that's
Isn't that the
but
see
damn
that's
near the same
all right.
knock with
So Kenna,
Tua?
let me explain it like
yeah,
this, Kenna.
you
So
right,
like
Kenna.
someone is going to still look at Tua and see that there's potential there, and they're going to think that they could bring it out of him. The difference
Yep.
with Jimmy Garoppolo is he's a backup. He's always been a backup. He's a great backup. He's probably, you're right, one of the best backups. But as far as a
So you
starter
saying
goes, it's a different situation.
But
so?
I,
hasn't Tua shown
If
nothing but backup status the last?
exactly.
You know
Not
No,
a
what I'm
I'm
starter
saying?
totally
Like,
with
status.
you. And
I
those of
don't
us
see.
that really know aren't going to fall for that. But there's going to be somebody out there that will. They're going to be
yeah,
so
here's my
desperate.
point on
They're
that.
going to be
I
so
no,
desperate that they need a quarterback. Like,
I
let's
get it,
take
I get it.
Cincinnati, for example, next year. If Joe Burrow comes back in week 14 and gets another injury, might as well look for another quarterback next year,
It's a
right?
good point. It's a good
I
point.
get
You
it,
right
I
I
have
about
get
another
it.
point. Has anyone on this panel ever played in the NFL? I know I haven't.
No,
I
no,
wish.
I ain't played. The
Well,
only
I
thing I
gotta
got close to
remind
was
We
street
y'all,
did.
football.
bro. The NFL players voted Tua as one of the 100 best players in the NFL. Now,
And you know how
hey,
that
real
vote.
quick,
Hold on.
we
And
may
you know
not
how that
agree with
voting
it.
goes.
None of you may not agree with it, but that holds weight. That holds weight in organizations, bro. His value is higher
but
than y'all think as far as a
Tri-State,
trade,
Hey,
bro.
Tri-State.
Tri-State,
I understand what you're
do you know
saying,
how
but
they get
I
those
disagree with that.
rankings? Do you know how they get those rankings?
The players vote on him.
Right, but do you
Yeah.
know how? So basically, what
I'm
happens
pretty
is,
sure. I'm pretty. Yeah, it's like before Thanksgiving. They do that.
nah.
So
So
it's
here's
not
what
at the end of
happens.
the year.
Every player in the NFL ranks their top 20 players, and you get points based on where they rank you. So it basically, if they rank you number one, you get 20 points, and then
Okay.
downwards consecutively. So there had to have
Okay.
been enough players in the NFL that not only ranked him in the top 100, but
They
ranked him
thought he was a
in
top
their
20
top
player.
20
Yeah,
what?
player.
Hey,
that's
hey,
insane to think, bro. You're telling me
hey,
there's no
yo, hey,
value
yo.
in that? There's
But that
I
was
absolutely
have,
when,
value in
but
that.
I have a
that was
question
when
when y'all
Tua had
done.
the lead.
I
That
got a
was when
question when y'all
Tua
done.
had the lead food, yo. That was
But
when Mike McDaniel and Tyreek Hill was getting off with this system. You know,
but
like
Tri-State,
right now, I bet you wouldn't nobody had Tua in their top 20.
no, let me tell you something. Tri-State, that's why there's a reason why that you can't really look at this. You can't really add any value from this player ranking because Christian McCaffrey was higher than Tua and he only played 4 games last year. So how the hell does that even make any sense? You know what I mean?
That
How does he make it into
that
the top
Hey,
100 and he ain't even play a
Wait,
quarter of the season?
McCaffrey got hurt in the playoffs last year, bro. What you
No, he
mean?
didn't. He only played 4 games last year.
hey, yo, y'all,
No,
yo.
McCaffrey.
I got a question.
San Francisco didn't even make it
McCaffrey
to the
did get
playoffs
hurt.
last year.
Yeah, you're right.
He
McCaffrey was
didn't.
hurt.
He played 4 games and he made it into the top 100. So I don't take
Exactly.
that NFL top 100 list for anything, bro. That's
you
just a
need.
favoritism. Like this is my favorite player. I'm gonna vote him here. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But hey, yo, y'all. Let me look. Okay. So look, what's the verdict on Daniel Jones?
Hey,
Because look,
somebody
what's
been
up?
turning for a long ass time.
For real,
I
bro.
know.
They've
I've
been
been
on the
hearing it
turning
too,
signal
bro.
for a minute. I don't know who
Hearing what?
turning a turning signal.
That shit
Somebody
been
was turning
clicking for
left
like
or right.
7 minutes.
Well,
For
yeah, I was.
real, bro.
Hey, I'm
Oh,
glad
you
y'all
was turning.
call it out. Y'all better than me.
My bad.
Lakers
But
all day,
hey,
man. What's going on, man?
hey, yo,
Tua's
check
about
this
to
out,
be
y'all.
benched. They're about to give us this whole he's injured excuse. Y'all gonna feel bad when that man flopped like a fish out the
Hey,
water, acting. The Tua might be the best paid
Bro,
actor
Pete,
we've
I
seen
don't
on
even
Sunday.
Pete, you
hey,
want
Pete,
my
Hey,
not
honest
even that.
opinion? I don't even think Tua is going to start on Sunday. I think they're going to use
No,
this as an excuse to roll Zach Wilson out there
no,
to
you
run
right.
an
You
experiment at
right.
home. That's
Yeah,
my
you
honest
right.
Wow. And
opinion
you
on
know,
it.
But that's what
I'm
they
not
gonna
gonna
do.
say you're loud and wrong because I couldn't
Hey,
foresee something happening during the week of practice where his hip got worse. He can't throw the ball.
Mm.
You could be right, but I don't see it happening that way.
hey,
but
I already
Pete,
told y'all he's gonna
Pete,
roll out. He's gonna start
you
that
got the
game.
link, Pete.
hey,
You got the link, Pete. You got the link, Pete. The link uh thing
the
to
link.
the chat room. Pinned to
Yeah,
the chat
Oh,
room.
if I have the
yeah, it
link
is.
pinned,
Yeah, it is.
yeah, I
Yeah,
got
It's
it
still
yeah,
pinned
there,
that's
up.
Pete.
pinned. It's pinned.
Oh, okay,
But hey,
gotcha.
but hey,
Yep.
yo, but hey, yo, check this out, yo. What did people say before Daniel Jones got on the Colts, right? And before he was doing what he's doing now, people said what? Daniel Jones is not a good quarterback. He said, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones is never gonna win. He sucks. He's trash and all this." And look at Daniel Jones now. He goes over here
Mm.
to the freaking Colts, and he's over there playing better than Ty. And my bad, he's playing better than Tua. So guess what? All those people that saying that Daniel Jones is not good. Listen, bro. I wanted Daniel Jones because we need somebody like that that can use his legs and use his arms and
You,
not and low key.
It
Go
Daniel
you
ahead.
know what,
Jones
Lakers all day?
Daniel Jones is a prime example of coaching definitely matters in the NFL. If you go to
I
Exactly.
the
would
right
say that,
scheme and the
Take.
right coach and the right system, you can
Mhm.
any quarterback could succeed in the correct
Mm-hmm.
system that fits their skill set. I think Daniel
Yep.
Jones is a prime example of that.
Yep, I was just
For
Yeah,
about to
but
sure.
say that.
Yeah,
You know,
but Tri-State,
you
that
look at
doesn't mean
the Giants organization, and Saquon Barkley left that organization and went
and the
over to
Bucks
Philadelphia and is now actually
and the
doing
Bucks too
something.
Yeah.
and the
Daniel
Bucks.
Jones, he went over to Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell for a year.
Yup.
Yeah,
He
he was a
learned a
backup the
little
whole
bit.
year,
Yup.
but he
Yup.
learned a little bit, and now he's
Yup.
over in
Mm-hmm.
Indianapolis Colts with a new regime and stuff. So the organization matters, and like that's why we
Mm-hmm.
can't win right now because we don't know how to coach these players. We don't know how to
But
get it together, bro.
but lo-
Like
but
exactly.
low key. But low key, we kind of had that coach that low key knew what it had to take for this team to make another step and another step and another step. But guess what? We Tua low key made talk about, oh, Flores is being mean to me and he's not nice and he's talking to me like this and that, right? So then after that, the Dolphins went to go get a freaking substitute teacher, a best friend, and Mike McDaniels when you really had the good coach in Flores, and now Loki we're screwed because we Loki had a good coach.
I mean, and
We had a leader.
it's not just the head coach
You know
though,
what?
Lakers. It's not just the head coach. It's all the coaches. Like it goes to all the coaches. You look at most of them have been here for 3+ years, and it falls on them too. I mean, we have
I'm gonna be
Jason
honest. I'm gonna
Taylor.
be
Like we
honest
have
with y'all.
Jason Taylor
I'm gonna be.
coaching our defensive
You go.
ends, and I'm thinking like, man, maybe he's not a great coach. He was a great player, but not everybody's meant to coach and lead and teach. You know
But
what I
but
No, I'm
mean?
gonna be
hey,
honest with y'all.
hold
After the
on.
Brian Flores firing and we
Yeah.
hired Mike McDaniel, I think that was their Mike Stephen Ross's plan of like we're tanking.
That was the
This
worst
is
decision y'all made in
we
the
have the
last 10
worst coach,
years.
we have
That
the
was the
worst
worst.
quarterback. We're going to tank, and I honestly believe Mike McDaniel and Tua proved just like he supposedly proved people wrong. He proved Ross wrong because Ross thought probably like us, we're not gonna win a game with Tua. We're gonna have the first pick. I'm gonna scrap Mike McDaniel. He's gone after year one. So is Greer, and so is Tua. But for some reason we were in the thick of things. We were sitting at the top in the AFC in the conference. And how do you go against that once it's like that? Even though some of us were like, "Oh, Tua's not going to win a playoff game," and we know, and it happened, and he missed the playoff game because of injury, they still were like in position to like, man, we can't just throw this away. We have to wait till it flops. And now that it's flopping, now you're seeing and realizing everyone is comfortable speaking the cold hard facts now. The coach sucks, Greer sucks,
God damn,
Tua
Chef,
sucks,
who you
we're
beeping at?
tanking. I
No,
mean,
because some idiot tried to hit me on.
Be
My bad,
good. What
y'all.
up, be good?
I was
No,
about to
no,
say
you good, Chef G.
Somebody tried to hit.
somebody in traffic pissed off right now, ain't they?
No, it's
hey,
not.
when the
No, it's
Dolphins
not
start
me,
to
y'all.
lose, they
It's
gotta
someone trying to
drive
hit me.
bad. That's another
No,
bad
yeah,
Dolphins
somebody
fan.
driving bad about to hit me on the side, and they still keep trying to fight to get in front of me. My bad, y'all. My
No,
bad.
no, no, no.
That's
You
He
the
good,
got
problem.
Chef
here.
G. Drive, ayo, Chef G. Drive, ayo, man. Drive safe,
I
man.
am. Oh, I'm multitasking. I'm listening and driving. So trust me, I'm good, yo. I'm
But
gonna
hey,
put.
you know what I'm saying? Like how many people in this live right now would rather have Daniel Jones right now? Because I know, look, all of us would, right?
Because I don't see no
Mhm.
value.
You
I
know,
don't, I'm gonna be straight. I don't see right now. I see no value with Tua,
the
and I
real
understand.
question, Lakers
Also,
all
I
day.
understand
No,
what
no, no, no.
Tri-State was trying to say a little bit a while ago. But I'm gonna tell
Hmm.
you the truth. There's no value for Tua. If you,
Bro, the
if
real question, I'm sorry, Mr. Paul, but the real question Lakers all day should have asked is how many of you rather see Zach Wilson or Quinn Ewers? That's
I'd
the
rather see
real
Zach.
question.
I'd
I'd
rather
rather
see
see
Quinn
Zach Wilson.
Ewers. I'd rather see
Or
Quinn
I don't
Ewers.
know. I listen. I don't.
but
Miss
I'm
me with
sorry,
all
I
that
ain't know
I'm
Daniel
not
Zach
that
Wilson.
Jones
high on
crap.
Quentin Ewers,
We
y'all.
talking
I'm
Zach
not that high
Wilson or
on him
Quinn
like that.
Ewers time soon over here.
Hey
no,
yo,
I'd rather go with Zach
Hmm.
Wilson because he has some experience right right
yeah.
now in NFL experience.
Mm-hmm.
Quentin Hughes is still, he's still a rookie. So
Yeah.
I'll go with Zach Wilson right away.
Yeah.
And and
I'm not
and,
that high
and
on him right now.
I mean, I'm not saying Zach Wilson gonna be successful. I'm not saying that. We don't know. He may go. He may do the same
Right.
thing Geno Smith did. He may do the same thing Daniel Jones did, and whatever. So we just don't know. But the thing is, we're not gonna
I'm
know
just
until
not.
we see him in. And then it brings me up to another situation where we put so much in the tour that we bring all these quarterbacks through, and we could have had a hidden diamond in one of these quarterbacks: Skylar Thompson, Tyler Huntley, Mike White. Now we got Zach Wilson and Quinn Ewers.
You
So
know, in my
that's
Hey,
to
Mr.
me
this is
Paul,
just
that,
my
that,
opinion.
don't
that's
that sound familiar? Don't that
Um,
sound familiar? Remember
that's
Ryan
gonna come
Tannehill? They
with
wouldn't bring nobody in to
new
yeah,
to
quarterback.
yeah,
compete.
Hey,
exactly, exactly,
you know
Chef
what
G.
might sound crazy?
Exactly, and that's the problem. And then
It's
the other
cat in
thing,
the hat. I
look
think
at
it
some
was
of these
cat in the
other
hat.
teams like Green Bay. Green Bay had
Yep.
had 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 quarterback after quarterback after quarterback. You
Hmm.
had Brett Favre, okay,
The,
Aaron
the,
Aaron
the,
Rodgers,
the
Aaron
Young,
Packers have
Rodgers.
and
had
Jack
then
three
Sanborn.
now
quarterbacks in
we
the
got
last
Jordan Love.
35
They had Jordan
years.
Love. See, that's what we
Yeah.
need to start doing. Stop hanging on to these quarterbacks
Yep.
that's not that's not getting us to where we need to go. Stop
Nah, the
hanging on
Packers
to
are an
them
Exactly.
anomaly.
Hey,
and get
listen,
rid of
bro. Hey, listen.
Thank
It's
you.
kind
They
of.
just say it like it's easy, right? Tri-State. Look at
Nah,
Green
yeah,
Bay.
the
Look,
Packers.
like y'all
The
could
fact
use
that
those narratives,
since
Mr. Paul, but that ain't rare.
1992,
That's
think about
rare,
this.
bro.
Some of the people who listen to this great show weren't even born in 1992. The Packers have only had three quarterbacks since 92. You know how many quarterbacks the Browns have had since 92? Like 39.
Wait,
Like
hold
Yep.
up, bro.
fucking
How many?
47 of them.
I
Wait.
seen a
Hold up.
meme the
How
other
many
day
quarterbacks we
of
had?
how many quarterbacks they've had since Baker
And
Mayfield,
Tim,
and it's
who
like
said that?
27.
Because yep. And Tim, you remember the Browns quarterback at that time when he went to the playoffs? I think that was
2016.
20.
Or no,
No, no, no,
2019.
no, no. No, 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 no. The last I remember the Browns made it to the playoffs in I think
Oh, it was like
2002
'02,
or
2002. Yeah, they
1.
lost to the
Remember?
Steelers.
Yep. And their quarterback was Tim Couch. I remember that game because I watched it.
Yep.
And they had
Tim
a chance
Couch
to come
versus
back and they
Tommy
lost that game.
Maddox. I remember that game
Yep.
too.
What's up, Shannon
Hmm.
Sharpen?
Yep. I
Hey
remember that.
man.
That's why
hey,
whoever said that, yeah, some people was not born around 1992. You don't remember, man. Look,
shoot,
Yeah,
man.
we
that
I
were
was
was
going
born
through
in
that shit for
that was
1992,
years.
so
23 years ago, bruh.
I was born in
Shit.
Yeah,
1992. So whatever y'all talking about, I know.
that's what I'm
I,
saying. It's a
I
lot
was
of.
born, but I was too young.
Yeah, me
Say it
too.
again.
He said that he was born, but like he was too young though.
But
Somebody in
it's
the
okay.
chat,
It's
somebody in the chat actually says something I really like.
okay.
When we trot out Zach Wilson Sunday, we see how it goes. Then we bring in Quinn Ewers once Austin Jackson is fully healthy, ready on that line. I don't know if we're gonna get back James
Oh nah,
Daniels, but if we
What's up,
are
Fred?
able
Um,
what's
to
up,
Hey,
bring in
Fred? Hey,
Quinn
my boy
Ewers, where
Fred
that
out here. What's
offensive
up,
line
Fred?
is at
so
least as
Fred,
healthy as its best
What's
with
up,
Austin
everybody?
Jackson, man.
Hey, yo,
But
Pete, nah.
we got to ride it out. I can't wait for this, man, because what y'all don't realize is, yes, Mike McDaniel is Mike McDaniel, and he has his scheme. I don't think it's gonna change much. But where I do think is going to be a really big change, like I've been telling y'all, is going to be the same style of football and offense with just different depth of time into the throws. Now, I understand our offensive line is bad, so how are we going to force the quarterback? But with the change of quarterback, that's going to make teams play change of difference. Now they have to wait and see what's going on. So I think we are going to go on a nice run with Zach Wilson, y'all. And
I
the
Well, not
mean,
only
AFC is
not only
crap,
that, Pete.
bro. We're gonna
Not only
probably
that,
go on a
Pete. Where
6 game win
Where
streak with
Tua
Zach.
lacks, Zach actually is a little bit better at. Like Zach's a little bit more of a durable quarterback. He may not have as accurate of an arm, but when it comes down to having to scramble out of the pocket and maybe get a first down and like shoulder charge for a first down, he can do that
he
easily.
can do it. Exactly.
Can
Exactly.
I make one quick point that maybe you guys will agree with me, maybe you don't, because watching the game this past Sunday as a Panther fan and seeing how y'all concepts with how you guys want to do wide zones, I don't know why. Because I'm just looking at it from a football schematic standpoint. I don't know why the Dolphins aren't looking. You need a mobile in this system with Mike McDaniel. A mobile quarterback would make your team, your offense, 10 times more dangerous.
Exactly. That's
Well,
what
he
Zach
but
tried
Wilson
10
that.
do.
He
is
times
tried
more
that
that last
but
year,
is
dangerous.
that
bro. He
but
tried that last year with
But the
Huntley,
problem is
but
that
it was just he
Nah,
didn't
but
get
Huntley's
enough
not
the
it.
time.
Like,
problem is
like I
that they
was
don't
looking
change the
at it. I
scheme
was thinking about
where
it the other
he
day.
can
If you put
utilize
Bo
Zach Wilson's
Nix,
talent. He's
put
a
uh-huh.
Bo
dual
Nix in
threat
Miami,
quarterback to me.
you guys might make
But
the
try,
playoffs.
but Tri-State,
No funny shit.
but Tri-State, look. This offense is tools. This offense is tools offense. This offense is spot throwing. This offense is throw to a
Yeah,
spot, and
that's the
and
sad part.
and the guy's gonna be right there, or like throw to the outside, or throw the freaking the freaking sideline pass. That's all. This Tua's game right here. So he's saying like if you go to a quarterback, right? That's a mobile quarterback, and that likes to throw the ball, and Zach Wilson or somebody like that, they have to get adjusted to Tua's type of play, and that's why you've seen like even last year, Huntley he low key had to get adjusted to the offense, and now just like Zach Wilson, he still probably has to get adjusted to the offense. So that's why low key if right now if we lose the Chargers, we have to get rid of Mike Daniels because
Oh yeah, no.
we
You
are
start the
not
season
going.
1-5, it's over.
But listen,
And
we
in
are
my
not
opinion,
gonna get any better.
Lakers,
Mhm.
if Zach isn't used to the offense by now, we're fucked.
No, it's not. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah,
that
it's been
Oh
a
too.
yeah,
whole
he's
off
got to know the
season.
offense by
It's
now.
been a
Yeah,
whole
yeah,
off season.
yeah,
Plus, we're
but
going into week 6. He better know it by now. Like, if
yeah,
not, we're
he
fucked.
has
True.
to. But like, bro, like it's hard to say because like he's not getting like the reps
And I
in
like
for
that
him
mobile
to.
point you guys are bringing up. I'm gonna give it to you next, Fred. But think
For,
about, because y'all just made me
Hey,
remember
Pete, can you
somebody
pull up
on the panel.
what Lewis
Somebody,
saying
hold
down
on,
there in the
Mr. Mo.
chat? The
Somebody
last
yeah,
on
thing
what
the
he
the
was
Lewis
saying.
panel
say?
on the
What's up,
last
Lewis?
panel. Hold on. Somebody on the panel
And
said,
so Pete might
"Oh,
be on the phone.
we did six rollout plays." So they actually counted the rollout plays they
Let me see
forced
if I can
Tua to
say what
do,
Lewis saying.
and they brought that up. That's something new. Think about that. The change of the offense that's about to happen with more
Man, can y'all
mobility,
hear me?
Zach.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
more
Yeah,
Lewis.
we can.
mobility, Zach. Yeah, we can
Hey,
hear you.
Yo, Lewis, and not even that,
What's
bro.
up,
You know what
Lou?
I'm saying? Like
I
this low
think
key
that's
the
that's
reason
that's like
why.
getting ready for Zach, guys. That's getting ready for Zach. Coach doesn't want to lose no more. He doesn't want to lose, not with a quarterback that's sitting
No,
on the
he don't.
bench that has more talent than the guy that
But
starts
Pete, but Pete,
getting frustrating.
Yo, but Pete, but check this out, Pete. Look, this goes back to the comment that Mike McDaniel's made when he said that the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel's been watching and looking at Zach Wilson this whole time, and this Zach Wilson is the type of quarterback that Mike McDaniel likes to have on his offense because of his legs.
No, listen,
Hey
Mike
That's the
man,
guy
McDaniel.
he
Mike,
chose. He picked
hold up,
that.
hold
That's
up,
their
real
top
quick,
flight
Fred.
backup
You
plan.
gotta understand something too. Mike McDaniel handpicked uh, uh,
Zach
Zach
Wilson,
Wilson and
yeah,
Quinn Ewers. He's been watching Zach Wilson since his
college,
BYU days, his
yeah.
college days. Okay, he's been watching him since went to the NFL. So what I'm saying, and I'm not saying this is gonna work, but Coach McDaniel sees something that in Zach Wilson that he can probably bring out.
And
Hmm.
I
So
agree with that,
yeah, but he
Mr.
So
Puck.
also
yeah,
he
Hold on,
also
Mr.
he
said
Puck.
that
I
he
so
saw
agree.
something in
yeah,
Mr.
Tua
Puck,
and
I
like
was
got
I
a
going to
said,
make
question.
him a
the
Mr.
superstar.
offensive
Puck,
the
I
He
offensive
probably
agree
line
Yeah,
with
man,
you
hey,
and
he did
listen,
make
everything
bro.
you
He
Tua a
just
probably
said,
superstar
excited
though.
because I
just
feel
to
the
get the
same
job,
way.
y'all.
Mr. Puck, I feel the same way. I agree, but I got a question for you.
what y'all I couldn't hear
Mr. Puck, I
what you
got a
saying.
question for you, Mr. Puck, because I completely agree with everything you just said. But
Oh, I
why do
can't
you
hear
think
Pete. I
it's
can't hear
taking
everybody else.
Mike McDaniel so long? Somebody ask him, why is it
Let me go
taking
out and
Mike
come back.
McDaniel so long if he says he feels that way?
Hmm.
But
Because of the quarterback.
Mike McDaniel probably is just now getting permission to really move off a tour like that from the
Yeah,
higher ups.
Yeah, you're
yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Pete, Pete. And it's
1000%.
like not
Got a
even
home
that,
game
right,
coming
Pete?
up. The
Kenna
last
is
home
on
game
it.
was very
Kenna is
empty.
on it. He's
Yep.
Kenna is volcano hot.
Pete. It's not even that, bro. It's like, look. Look. It's like, what if Mike McDaniel said all that stuff on the plane and with the GM just because he wanted to get the job when he realized that Tua's not that dude when his real quarterback was Zach Wilson this whole time.
hey
But
man, can I come in here a second,
It
bro?
with
took
all
all
that
that for
being
him to
said,
realize that.
right now, I will let y'all know this. If Zach Wilson come out here and Quinn Ewers and fall flat on their face, Mike McDaniel is done.
Yes,
Oh
he
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Yes,
he
he
is.
is.
Can I
Yes,
come
And
in
he
here
is.
a second,
listen,
bro?
I'm not mad at that.
No,
Shoot,
go
we
ahead,
we
Fred.
need to go get a quarterback in the draft.
Mhm.
But
Hey man,
We
but
need
I
Lakers
two.
all
want
day. I think we had the opportunity. We could have got Zach Wilson last year too, but we didn't get. And we got who did we go and get? It was like Mike White,
I'm
right,
not sold
or
on Zach
somebody.
Wilson.
I
I'm
want to
not
I'm
know.
sold
going
on
with
I
him.
want to
Skylar
know.
Thompson,
Well, man, we
buddy.
gotta do something, bro, because like we cannot have this limited quarterback
Hey
that's
yeah,
talking
question.
No,
about the
no,
Mhm.
Chef, I
talking about
agree with
the
you,
he don't
Question,
care about
but
interceptions
we need to kick the
or
tires on Zach Wilson and
you
see
know what
what
I'm
we got.
saying? Like, come on,
I'm
but
just
like we
not sold on
cannot
Zach
have.
Wilson. And I'm gonna be at the stadium. I'm not gonna cheer for him. I'm not gonna support him. I don't like no you coming from a sorry organization and people keep trying to tell me,
Mhm.
oh, give him a chance. I'm like, no, I don't give
Hey,
a crap what they had in the Jets and what on because y'all know how I feel about the Jets. But I'm not gonna support somebody that came from a sorry organization. Then you bring him
Uh-huh.
over here. You think he's gonna do any better over here than what he
But
did
shit,
over there?
but
I
Well,
Chef
I
G,
let me
That's the
give
disagree.
same
I
you.
thing.
don't feel like
That's
hold
he's
up,
the
wait,
gonna
wait,
do
same
wait.
thing,
better.
y'all. That's the
But
same
hold
thing
up,
y'all were
isn't
saying
that
about
this?
Daniel Jones.
Thank you,
We
thank
I
you,
were
know,
Pete.
snacking
not
him up.
me,
We were gonna
not me.
snack
I
Daniel
wasn't saying
Jones
that.
And
up.
I
They
mean,
were
Zach
saying
Wilson
we
was
got
in
Jalen
Denver last
Phillips,
year
Chop
with.
Robinson. He's gonna
Or
eat.
no, he
They're
wasn't.
Sean
gonna
Payton.
eat.
Sean
They're
Payton.
gonna eat Daniel Jones alive, and look at him.
Yeah, man, look
I
at
didn't
Daniel
say
Sam
that.
Jones, man.
Darnold. Sam Darnold. Look at him.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And all he
I,
did
I'll
was
put it.
just,
I'll put
and
it to you this
that's the.
way, Chef. You
hey,
with
hey,
Zach.
look.
My opinion on Zach Wilson. Like I actually
Okay.
think he'll do better now that we
What
don't
up,
have
Bryson?
Tyreek. If Mike McDaniel goes back
What
to
up,
the
man?
dink and dunk offense,
Mike
because the weapons
McDaniel,
that we
man.
do
Come on.
have, like he's durable
Mm-hmm.
in the pocket, so he could take a hit as he's throwing that ball. And I think it'll look better than it would with Tua. I think we definitely would have a better chance against the Chargers, especially without Tyreek being force fed the ball.
Hmm.
Um, but again, last week it didn't look great. So yeah, who
No,
knows?
it did.
Yo, let's
It
not
didn't.
act
It
like
didn't look
McDaniel
great.
has a good evaluation on quarterback though.
Hey,
Like,
come on. Can I
y-
We
get
No,
don't, because
in?
look where we at
we're not saying
now.
that.
We
you
still
don't.
we
But
don't. But
like I
look
hear
at
Pete say he's not the
we,
problem. I hear and he isn't. He is
I'm
not
sorry.
the
Now
whole
I have to
he's
problem.
one
disagree.
of the problems.
I have to
Yes, he's
disagree.
one of the problems.
I have to
He's
disagree.
Hey,
not.
I'm gonna give him some. With coach because look at the stuff. Look at the offensive line he's dealing with. Look at what he's dealing with. And
nah,
I'm gonna
I
give
mean,
him
he's been
some.
here
Hold
long
on,
enough.
hold on.
But
I'm gonna give him some a
Some
break a
leeway.
little bit, not all, because
Some leeway.
he's the head coach. You can make adjustments and stuff. I'm still trying to figure out why is Jonah in a position that he's not comfortable in? Why you don't put him in ways he can do better? You making this man be the worst offensive lineman in the NFL, and he's doing terrible. And I'm like, whoa, what the heck? Like, come on, bro. You this that's why I
hey,
told people I'm not even in this year. I'm not even in 2026. I'm in 2027, 28. I skipped 2 years because we've been through the
Damn.
same crowd year year.
Chef,
And
you
I
Yeah,
gotta
don't even
say
have the
you're
same
not wrong,
excitement.
Chef.
Ain't
No, I'm being for
nobody.
real.
you
I
gotta
don't have
say
the
the
same
same thing.
excitement
But I
that
do
I
want to
had
say
the last few
some.
years
I do want
because
to.
it's been the same. It's been the same result every
Every
year.
year,
And I
same
knew
thing.
last year when I seen last year, I said I bet you won't be good this year. And I said it because
hey,
look at what it's trending. Okay, we told me that. Okay, hear me out. We told Greer you need to fix the line. Oh, I'm not worried about the line much as you guys are. Okay, look what happened last year. Now look at the secondary. Okay, you lost Ramsey. I said watch this secondary gonna look like trash. And look at it now. You spending money on everything else, and then but you're not fixing what really needs to be fixed. And I don't know if somebody said it before, but I'm always going back watching podcasts and things like that. Y'all know this man nearly as for all the free agencies, first round picks, and all these trades he's been doing. Y'all know how much money? I want y'all to take a wild guess. How much money that Greer has wasted since he's been a GM?
too much.
A
That's
lot.
a much.
Over
shit, he wasted.
800. I'm gonna tell you how much. $800 million he wasted. That's
What?
I was
close
about
to
to
a
bring that
billion
up
dollars
because
he
hell,
wasted.
Hey yo,
Yes,
bro, that man don't know
yes.
how to
He
do. That
wasted
man does not.
$800 million.
That man does not know money,
Exactly.
man. This
And guess
man
what
does
his
not
record is since
know money.
and guess what his record is since he's been a GM? Guess what his
Oh,
record is? He's
oh,
It
and
52
ain't
and
just Greer
53
though.
and
It's
three
Brandon
head
Shore
coaches.
too. It's not just Greer. It's Brandon Shore
No.
too. They're
Yeah,
all
I'm
dealing.
saying him
It's a
too. So here's
collective.
the thing.
That's the
Now watch
problem.
this.
Garfinkel, Ross, all them
It's the
are
collective.
Because
Exactly.
Brandon
Now
Shore's
watch
the
Ross.
this. I'm
he's
gonna
the
say this. I'm gonna let
contract
y'all out of
guy.
four. I'm gonna say
Go
this.
ahead.
I'm gonna say
go
this.
ahead, Chef.
I feel like if they move Greer,
Hmm.
they still gonna hire somebody in house, which is gonna now you still ain't understanding. You're still going. So you okay with being me? You think Brandon Scher's gonna do better taking over as GM? No,
Mm-mm.
we
But
spending
Chef,
too much money and we not getting the right players on this
but
roster because you worrying about I want to get the big names. I'm like it's
hey, yo,
enough is
Chef
enough.
G,
Like
I have
Ross,
a.
grow up there,
Mhm.
move on. Like it's really time for a change because enough is enough already, and we've been going through this. It's about to be 25 years if you want to playoffs.
Hey,
That's
Look, look,
embarrassing. We
hey,
got the
bro.
longest. We
Man,
hey,
got the
hey,
longest
yo,
can I
streak
come
with
yo.
that.
in there now,
Hey,
man? Can I
Chef,
You
come in
know,
there now, man?
what's up?
Can I come in there now, man?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
up,
get
Chef?
in
you
there,
go ahead,
Fred.
go
Hey,
Get
ahead.
in
look,
there,
man.
boy.
I don't know why.
My
I
bad,
don't know
Fred. My
why.
bad.
No, you good, you good. But I don't know why we hanging on to Mike McDaniel, man. Now it's come down to let's see what we do to the Chargers. Now I can't go off of that what we do to the Chargers because, bro, if we lose to the Chargers, I'm expected us to lose to the Chargers. Bro, I'm looking for you to been fired, bro. Was last week against the
Yeah.
Panthers, bro.
Hmm.
I gave you a chance against the Jets because you won
Yeah.
that, bro. You know, you barely won that.
Uh-huh.
But when it came down to the Panthers, bro, and how they shut you down, bro, against
Hmm.
Bryce Young, bro. Come
That
on, man.
shit's sad.
It got to
That's
happen.
embarrassing.
Had
But
to happen
But
last week,
Fred,
bro.
hey,
Had to happen last week.
hey, yo, Chef Jude, check this out. Look, okay,
What's
look.
up?
I feel like, look, we there. Okay, look, for us to go fire Chris Greer and go sell the team, right? There needs to be a billionaire that has more money than Stephen Ross,
Mm-hmm.
and that's
He
proven.
ain't selling the
And
team. There's no
they
even
no
point
no, I'm
talking
not saying I'm
about
Nah,
it.
not
he
saying
ain't.
selling the team, but I'm saying there
You just
needs to
said
be
that.
no, I know that, but I'm saying like there I know that, but listen, there needs to be a billionaire that has
No
more money
one, no
than
one could,
him.
no
So
one could
that
afford it, bro. He makes way too
Hold
much money off Hard Rock Stadium. For him to
hold on,
sell the
but let
team,
You
me
know
that
how
means
much?
he loses
He's
access
not
to
going to
Hard
sell
Rock
the team. There's
Stadium.
no even point
let him
wasting
finish.
time
True.
Let him
talking about
finish.
it.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm just gonna say. Let me add this in there. Since he's on that,
mhm.
you know how much it's gonna cost to get the Miami Dolphins?
Nobody
How
has
It's going to be
enough
much?
over
money,
10
bro, because you're
billion.
How
not just
much?
getting the Dolphins. You're
No,
getting the
I'm saying.
F1, you're getting the tennis,
How
you're getting
much?
all of that.
Hmm.
Yep.
Exactly. So it's about at least $10 billion you need to buy the team.
But
Well, he
Chef
had
Ju,
it
Chef,
allegedly. He had a $10 billion offer. He said no to.
hey,
So
hey,
that's
hey,
what I'm
yo,
Mhm.
Chef
saying. He's
Ju,
not going to sell the
He
team.
could
It's just
sell the
not going to
Dolphins
happen.
without selling all that other
hey,
stuff. Like he could
hey,
still
yo,
have
Chef
True.
a
Ju,
stake in the
hey,
stadium.
What's up?
hey, yo,
Yeah,
Chef
he's a
Ju,
businessman. That's
do
investment.
you know,
Sure.
do you
That's
know
money.
the, hey, yo, Chef Ju, do you know the person
What's
that I can't talk right now. Hold up. Do you know the person that just freaking that just freaking got the Lakers was freaking for $100 million?
Mm-hmm. I heard
Okay,
about that.
so
Yep.
you're telling me that the Lakers owner cannot come in here and go buy and go get the Dolphins from Stephen Ross with his money?
Let me ask you, Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Does the Lakers
He
stadium
can.
have a racetrack around it? Does it also
No,
have a
but
tennis court in there?
no, but guess what? The
All right,
Lakers
then.
have more money.
That's the
Listen, bro,
difference,
the Lakers have more value than the Dolphins, wherever you
bro.
have it.
True.
One F1 race makes more money than 10 NFL
But
games,
Pat, what does that have to do with the Dolphins, though? It's not packaged in with the Dolphins.
but it's Hard Rock Stadium. He sells the Dolphins.
Yeah,
He's pretty much selling Hard Rock Stadium.
not necessarily.
He
He
it's been
concur.
it got reported like last year that he got an offer by somebody for $10 billion for the whole thing, the Dolphins, the stadium, the
Mhm.
rights to F1, all that, and obviously he didn't sell it. So, and it's he already has done the paperwork and the process to give it to his daughter when he passes. So,
Right.
like
Mm-hmm.
that's my whole thing is like we can talk about it. It just it's a waste of time in my opinion. We got so many things that are
It's
an issue
yeah.
that can change and potentially will change that like he's Ross is not selling the team. It's just not
Can
going to
you hear me
happen.
now, Mr.
Yeah,
Puck?
but
I'm
like,
sorry,
that's
Bryson.
low key the
Yep.
only
We
way
did.
that we're gonna
All
stop
right.
this nonsense, though.
Okay, but
That's like the only way
it's
that's
not
gonna
going to
stop.
happen. So it's like we might as well like my thing. This is my thing is I think this is gonna. And you got to let me finish because I know everyone's gonna try to hop on me when I say this.
Mm-hmm. Good.
Now
All right,
go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Brian.
I think that
Go, man.
if Ross would grow a pair and fire everyone, and if he found a good GM and a good head coach, his type of ownership style, if he would allow, if he could hire the right people, is a solid
Mhm.
type of owner. The problem is he just hasn't been doing things like how it's supposed to be done. But the fact that he's one willing to spend money, which you can look around the NFL, there's plenty of owners that are not willing to spend money, not willing to get the big
Mhm.
signing bonuses, and he
Yeah,
stays out of the people's hair. He doesn't. He's
the
not.
way.
He's a satellite owner. You don't want a Jerry Jones. You don't want
Yeah,
these
that's
other
Well,
type
true.
of owners that are
Bryson.
so on top of the
Oh, let him
team.
finish. Let him finish.
Well,
You
Bryson,
know,
I'm
like,
telling you
but the
guys right
problem
now,
Wait,
is,
wait, wait,
that
wait.
the
He,
owner,
he,
problem
he's
he,
is,
lying,
let,
bro.
is
let him
He
finish.
has
Hold
full
Stephen
on. Let him
control of
Ross.
finish.
this
Let him
team.
finish.
But Stephen Ross is he has too much patience and he hires these people and then
Hmm.
he's got this relationship attachment to them like Chris
Hmm.
Greer, Brandon Shore, all the other Garfinkles. And so then like for instance, I mean all the reports are coming out right now is he really likes McDaniel and he wants it to work so he just allows it. If he could just fire and reset and get the right people and I don't think it's going to happen, but if he could do that it would I think he could be a solid owner because he
No,
has all
he,
the other intangibles.
but Bryce, you sound like you're right. But he
He's
needs
spot on.
somebody. He needs somebody that knows football and that
Football.
what I'm
That's
saying.
it.
Like he can trust that knows what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
that knows who to get in here to win Super Bowls, right? Because look, Stephen Ross, he loves the Dolphins. He likes the waddle. He loves all that, right? He just wants to win championships.
What
But
up,
guess what?
Liz?
He don't have the head coach. He don't have the
The
GM. He don't
GM.
have the quarterback. He don't have the defensive coordinator that knows what they're doing so he can go to the championship. That's a problem. I
And
agree with
you
you on
know,
that, but like he doesn't
I
have
agree.
those things
I
for
agree. Yeah,
him to
that
spend
was what I
money
was
like
saying.
that.
Is if he could restart and find the right people. The problem is how do you find the right people,
Some
right?
listen, bro,
No,
Dan
but
Marino or maybe
Why does Mike McDaniel have to meet up with Stephen Ross after every game?
That's
because
nothing
he's
new.
not doing his
That's nothing
goddamn
new.
job. That's why
That's nothing new.
he's
He's
not
been
doing
doing
his
that
job.
even with Flores. He's been doing that ever since. I mean, Ross always meets up with coaches at the end of the game. He always
But
does that. That's nothing new.
hey, yo, but guess
I
what? Like
know,
saying
but the
that's not
point is,
bad
Chef
though.
Jew, he
That's
can
not bad.
tell
Hmm.
us he's not doing anything or he's not making any actions on the team. You
Uh-huh.
meeting
Hmm.
up with the coach after every game shows otherwise. He's
But
making
Exactly.
that's
decisions.
but hold up, but like that's not
Stephen
bad
Ross
though.
is making decisions and he's lying,
It's not.
saying
It's
he
not.
isn't.
Mhm.
It's
It's
not
not
bad.
bad. I'm not saying it's bad. The thing is, you need to let them know, like, yo, what's up? What's going on? Why is the team playing like this? What are you going to do to fix it? Okay, I'm going to hold you to your word. If I don't see no changes by this time, you already know you're going to get. I'm going to let them know because enough is enough for it.
no,
If Ross really wants to win,
So if
he
you
would
were
have been
Mike
made. He would have
McDaniel, you
been
will
made.
tell Stephen
Yeah,
Ross and you will let Stephen
yeah.
Ross know.
Hmm.
no, but
Hey Chef
no,
G.
No,
Hey,
no,
hey
but
yo,
see,
no.
here's
Chef
You
the
G,
would
thing.
let.
I
You need
have
to
a
let them
question
know
for you
what's
right quick.
up because enough is enough. You've been going. Look how many since you own the team. You only made the playoffs. What? 2 times.
Mm-hmm.
You have not won a playoff game. You ain't even
Mm-hmm.
shoot. You haven't even made it to the divisional round the whole time. You keep getting stuck in the wild card. Why?
But
Because you got coaches that's not preparing the guys correctly, and you supposed to be. I mean, they ain't supposed to be this genius of a coordinator.
Well,
Dude, you need to
well,
be making plays
well,
and coming up with something that's going to help the team. And you got to
to,
prepare
re-
Right.
these guys better. If you're not, this is what we're getting right now.
No,
to
but
yeah,
see,
rebuttal to
but see, that's
rebuttal
where the
that
problem though. That's where
to
the
re,
problem, because it goes back to what I said before, and I've said it a million times. I'm gonna say it again.
Yes, you
Even
did. You
even
did.
even if Ross bring in a new GM and a new coach, if he doesn't change the situation where okay, when it comes down to business, me, uh, 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 Garfinkel, what's the other guy named Schwartz? Let us handle the business part, and we're gonna let the GM and the coach make the football decision. See, that's the problem. We got the wrong people making the wrong decision because Ross has
Decisions,
got his
exactly.
own mouth that every time when it comes down to GM, I mean when it comes down to Greer, and I'm not giving Greer no excuses. When it comes down to
Nope.
Greer has to come through golfing to make his decision as far as bringing their picks out the draft or veterans,
Hmm.
and that's not good. You let people
Nope.
who have football knowledge make football decisions. You other guys make the business decision like you're supposed to. But when you don't have that, that's why we're gonna keep seeing a repeat and repeat of the same thing. We can go out and bring in
You
a new
know.
coach GM, but if they don't
Mhm.
straighten this situation,
well
if they don't have a change of mind at the top, we're gonna see a repeat of the same thing.
well
Exactly.
Ross could also be the type of guy that don't like the truth. So
He don't because look at the results.
Mike McDaniel could be telling him this is as far as I can go with Tua, but Ross could not be hearing it. You know what I'm saying? Like if he meeting with him after the game every time, then that's kind of telling me that Ross don't accept the truth.
Hmm. You know why?
And
Because
But
Tua
you
makes
know
them
what? You
money.
know what? You know what,
Tua
man?
name alone makes them money.
it's about the money, and
And
Just
that's
you
his
know
the
name
thing.
something?
alone. It's about the money. That's all it's
It's
about. It's
about the
about the
money.
money. How much money I can get off this kid's name, and how much, and people going to keep coming because most of the fans, not all fans, some of these fans here are not Dolphin fans. They only here because of Tua. Now watch when Tua
Oh,
leaves, where they gonna go at. They're gonna
Yeah,
follow
no,
where
no,
Tua
you know,
go.
Chef Jew, you said it's about the money. You guys are right. Watch on
Yeah.
Sunday when that offense goes three and out and the boos are heard all the way up to
Oh, I'm gonna be there.
Canada. No, Reason in Canada is going to hear the boos from Hard Rock Stadium,
Hmm.
bro. All right. And
AP,
Dude,
when that
AP.
yeah,
happens,
Pete, because
that's
they
when
did
you
it.
know the
Which game that
spirit
was?
has
What's
sunk.
the last home game?
The Patriots.
Who
The
was the last
Patriots
home game? Because I was there.
versus the
I'm
Oh
always
Patriots.
at. I'm at
yeah,
every game. They booed.
Patriots.
They like I heard the boos.
It was
They
that Monday
booed.
night game on the Jets.
Yeah,
We
they
heard the
booed,
boos
and I
through
was.
our TV sounds.
Yep,
no,
because
but
we
here's
had enough. Like, bro, go ahead.
here's the
That's
thing
it.
with that
Sunday
Yo,
is
game
yo,
when there
yo,
was the
happening.
yo.
booze.
Tua's bench. This
They
injury
actually
excuse is a lie. And this is coming
Actually, if
live
you
from the
were at
crib.
home
So
watching
let
that
me go
game,
live
you didn't hear
and tell
all
them
the
how
booing.
what I
They
feel.
they kind of tuned that out. But
Chef
when
G,
I
Yeah,
what
they
talk
did.
about
section
Hey,
you
you know
in?
what?
no, they
Hey,
did.
hey,
They
hey,
said
hey,
they did because other people who were at the game were saying that there was a lot of
We did.
booing going on. But if
It
you were
was.
watching from the TV, you didn't hear that
Uh
much
huh.
of the booing.
yeah, I
We
heard plenty
heard
of
it.
booze, man.
We heard it,
Plenty of
No,
but
booze.
we
then
was.
they said
I
there's
was there.
technical difficulties, Mr. Park, and we had a discussion about that. I said how weird when the boos started being heard through our TVs. Now they have technical difficulties. Really? Our
Exactly,
PR
Pete.
team is
I'm gonna be
soft,
honest with you
man.
guys. I'm gonna be honest
Pete, you
with you
going
guys.
conspiracy on us?
My section was too loud with the screaming and the clapping. I
Yeah,
honestly didn't hear many boos
I
because we
heard
was getting
it.
crunked for sure.
Hey,
I
look,
mean,
hey, look, hey, can
Maybe
I come
that's
in here,
y'all.
y'all can
man?
Maybe
hear the
y'all in the
stuff.
wrong section. Y'all need to come
Hey,
check out section 349 and join the Cat in the Hat.
No,
I'll
no,
show
no.
y'all how to enjoy a fucking
No,
football game, whether you
I'm
win
in
or lose.
131. I'm in 131. I can hear the whole stadium booing. It was boos. I got good ears. Trust me, I heard it all. And
What
I,
game
and
Thank
of
was
you,
course,
that?
thank you, Chef
that was
G.
the
I
Monday
appreciate
night
that
game.
coming from you,
Jets.
bro. I
Oh, the Jets
hey,
game.
appreciate
you know
that
what?
coming from you.
Because I'm at every game, and
Yeah,
many people try to
so
tell
am
me, oh,
I.
you don't know what you're talking. I'm always at every game because I see it. I see it also because I see it a few minutes before everybody else sees it. But when I'm sitting there, I'm watching the formations. I'm already me and another fans. We be talking about, oh, they should do this on this play. They should do that. Okay, and then I'm watching the opponents. Oh, they gonna run on this. Oh, they gonna pass to this person. I'm watching this dude get in motion. I could tell you this guy gonna get the ball. I could tell you this guy gonna get the ball. Okay, I could because I'm watching because of my uncle used to be a quarterback. He showed me how to read defenses and how to read how offenses the formations is. You can tell if they're gonna run, pass, all that
I've
stuff.
been how long I've been
So that's
crying about
why
that up here. I've been
Yeah, we
crying.
do
I've
that
been
shit
trying to
too.
tell Mr. Paul, Fred, all of them
yeah.
up here. But I want to give a big shout out to Omar Kells. First time up here, man. Do a mic check. Well, what you got going on, man? Appreciate you coming through. Say what's up to the guys.
Yeah,
Well, guys,
well,
I agree with a lot of what you're saying, but
Oh,
you
Oh, that's
know,
KP. Shout
oh,
Tua,
out to
he got
KP.
us. He got us.
what's
Tua,
up, KP?
Hey, I'm
yeah,
over here with
That's
my
my
finger on the trigger. I'm ready to kick this dude out. I don't know who it is, but I mean, you got me, dude.
that's my cougar brother there.
That's
Oh
my guy,
man,
man.
You ready to
shout
kick
out
him
to you,
out?
KP, man.
why y'all hating on Tua, man? Come on now, he's gonna have
Hey,
100 passer
Nah.
rating for
It's
3 years in a
hey,
row.
hey,
Come
let
Come
on
me
on,
tell
now.
you,
don't start
Hey,
man.
throwing
KP,
blank
Hey,
stats
KP,
hey,
at me
K.
now,
No, hold
Omar.
on, because KP has a really good point, right? I'm glad you
mm-hmm.
brought that up. Why are so many people hating on Tua? Think about what I'm about to tell y'all right now, because a lot of us that are up on this panel, we were hating on Tua when he had good stats, right? And we were trying to tell them that these stats are lies, right? And what did they say? We're just a bunch of haters and we don't know how to be objective. I want all of y'all to do your own homework. Y'all go right now on ESPN and check Tua stats. He's top 10 on stats all across the board. All across the
I've
board, the
seen
man
it.
is
I
top
read it.
10 in the
Yeah.
league in stats. Why aren't these fake flip flopping Tuaneers keeping it
They flipped back
100
though,
like they
Pete. They
said?
flipped
And
back.
still, and now they're
Mm-hmm.
not being objective. Where's the objectivity at? Because all I hear on every panel is fire Greer. If you say fire Greer, that automatically means fire Tua, and they know that. So they're saying fire
I
McDaniel,
just want
fire
Greg on.
Greer. They're saying get rid of
No,
Tua.
no, no. What they were saying at first, they were saying, "Oh yeah, Tua sucks," but now that he's playing better than what he was in the beginning, now they're
man,
back on it. They're
come
back
on,
on it
man.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, who's back on it?
Come on,
They
man.
all of
But
them,
see, but see,
all of them, bro.
Michael Irvin also took a shot at that. You know, Michael Irvin also said, okay, well, Michael Irvin was also saying
Someone's got
that
feedback. Oh,
that's
it's
me. I'm
Cat in the
gonna back
Hat.
out and come back.
No, it's Cat in the Hat. You good?
Oh, well, yeah. They were saying Michael Irvin was saying that all of his passes he caught, none of them was behind the line of scrimmage. So I felt like he took a shot at Tua and Mike McDaniel with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it so many passes behind the line of scrimmage? That's why Tua's stats is the way that they are. It's a lot of passes at or behind the line of scrimmage, yo. Like that's you know
I think
that
he's playing scared, bro. That's what I
Is that the
think.
is
yeah.
that the
But
is
Kenna,
that the
Kenna,
play
come on now.
calling?
I'm giving you
Is that the
defensive terms.
is,
Let
is
me
that the
explain it to
play
you this way.
calling? Is that the play calling or the scheme or what? Which one is it? The passes
That's
behind the line of
Tua being
scrimmage,
scared is
two
what it
yards
is. He
up.
doesn't have any faith in his
Is that
offensive
the
line.
scheme or the play calling or what? Which one is that?
That is the play calling. That is the play calling, friend. Because listen,
Okay,
the
man.
coach is calling wide receiver screens and wide receiver hitches and running back screens and stuff like that. That's what he's being asked to execute. And listen, that's exactly why you cannot fire McDaniel. Because remember, 3 years ago, he was brought
Nah.
in to
Nah.
improve. He was brought in to make Tua respectable. And listen, that's exactly what we're getting. Respectable stats, but at the cost of the team winning.
Okay, KP, let me
Nah.
check it out, bro. Check it out, bro. Let me go. Let
I
me go.
got
Let me
pushed
go.
back.
Now, look. We'll say Tua has some decent numbers, man. I'll say he has some decent numbers against the Carolina Panthers. But, bro, this is what Tua should be doing to a trash team. His numbers are supposed to look like this to a trash team, bro. But now this trash team didn't second half, bro. A trash team, bro. Like what? First time head coach in Carolina. I don't know,
Hey,
Let me
McDaniel
bro.
was
let me
not
let me
hired
say
to
this.
fix the
But this
team.
trash team, bro. This
McDaniel
trash
was not
team
hired to fix the
totally shut
team.
down. It totally shut down our head coach. It totally shut down our offensive coordinator. It totally shut down our
Nah,
play
he did. They
caller,
didn't do
and it
that. They didn't
totally
do
shut
that,
down our
Fred. They didn't
quarterback.
do that, Fred. They didn't do that, Fred. They shut down the quarterback, but they did not shut down the head coach. Cause from the
Bro,
jump, we came in from first quarter and put up 17 points quick. That's telling me that the scheme was working.
okay, the
And I
scheme was
also want
working,
to
but
say
this
this.
is
Nah,
60.
hell
This is
no. That
60
scheme
minutes.
wasn't
This
working,
is
Kenna.
60
No,
minutes
no,
football,
listen,
You
listen,
guys
bro.
gotta
listen,
This
listen,
stop
is
listen,
capping
60
for
listen,
minutes
10
McDaniel. He
football.
ain't
points
done
off a short
shit,
field.
bro.
We had
listen,
10
listen,
points off a short field, Kenna. Don't forget the
listen.
Bro,
short
you
field
guys can't
I
turnovers.
do this
get it.
because
I know we hear all these people crying about our defense, how trash it is, but the defense was the one that put us in position to have that early lead in to begin with.
but
Right.
hey,
So
but
what
can
I'm
we
saying
stop with
is,
the McDaniel though?
what
Because what has he
what is
done to prove he earned keep his job?
what do you
He's part of the
mean? He
reason Tua's
came
still
in.
here.
Exactly. He came
He's
in
the reason
because
Tua got paid.
man, y'all
You gotta
motherfuckers
hold that
crazy
him
as hell,
accountable for
yo.
that.
Yo, y'all motherfuckers crazy as hell, yo.
Now we
Like
got
for
to get
real, yo.
started, man. Now
Without
we
Mike
got to get
McDaniel,
started, man.
without Mike McDaniel, we would not be talking about Tua this way. Do y'all all recognize that?
Kenna, they're gonna
Yeah.
find out who
But
McDaniel
he
is when Zach Wilson hits that field, buddy. They
Hey,
will
Pete.
respect Zach Wilson and
You,
Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel might win comeback coach of the year. He might win coach of the
I
year
don't
with Zach Wilson.
I don't see that
but
happening. I'm
I do
sorry.
want to say this. I do want to say this though. Imagine Josh Allen 300 and something yards with 3 touchdowns. Now, in y'all head that y'all picturing that now, wouldn't the score look a hell of a lot different?
I'm sorry. My screen went white. I can't see it.
I don't really give a damn about, the stats. That's the problem. Is I want him to show
I'm
up in
not,
the big
but
moments.
that's what I'm saying though. I'm saying two or 200 and something yards with three touchdowns look completely different than a Josh Allen 200 and something yards with 3 touchdowns. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, I
Yes,
don't
we are.
disagree with that, but I'm trying to get
That's
back to
what I'm
this whole
pointing out. That's what I'm
capping for
pointing out.
McDaniel. Why are we capping for McDaniel?
What
What
do
has
you
he
mean,
done?
bro? What do you mean, bro?
What has
The
he
man put up
done?
70 points in a game.
He's a 500 head coach.
like you
He's a
just
500
said
head
though.
coach.
He's still considered a rookie head coach though.
No, he's not. He's in his
Oh,
Hey,
what?
hey,
third or
5
fourth
years?
year.
Third or
What
fourth
up,
year,
Terry?
No,
Terry?
exactly.
rookie head coach
Third or
is your
fourth year.
first year.
Third,
You're a rookie
but
for
third or
1 year.
fourth year, bro. Third or fourth year as a head
Almost,
coach, and it's your first
almost,
Yeah.
time being a head
Yeah,
coach.
he hasn't proven anything to
Come
me that
on,
he
And
needs
he's
to
bro.
been
keep
Come
his
and
on,
he's
job.
been
bro.
forced and
The
he's been
reason
forced
why Tua's
I
going to be
and Tua's
stuck
been
through next
forced
year is
on him.
because of
We need to see
McDaniel.
who McDaniel is
almost,
without Tua, bro. The
almost.
reality is that I
He
feel that way.
wanted, but he doesn't want to be here without Tua? Why is Tua still playing then? Why is
It's
he
Fine,
not on
crazy.
the
man.
bench?
It's
I
fine with
was
some
It's
fine
crazy
with
success
that.
though.
with
But
Tua.
But
What
look,
Mike
the dude
McDaniel,
was brought
Mike
in. The dude
McDaniel
was brought
set
here.
Wilson at QB
The
because
dude
he
was
want to see if he can develop those two quarterbacks because those two quarterbacks fit who we want to
He, but
develop.
he wants that quarterback. You
Hey,
act like he
hey,
that's
don't want it.
crazy.
He was the
hey,
one banging
can
the
I,
That's
table to
crazy.
let,
get him paid.
hey,
But
can
if
I
he
say
Fans
this
keep
wouldn't
real
have,
saying
quick?
but
he
if he
needs a
wouldn't
real
have,
quarterback. He got his
but
quarterback. Who's
but
Tua?
that's asinine, bro. If he wasn't at the table banging for Tua, that's like admitting he didn't do his job. Come
Hey,
on, bro.
Tia.
What is you saying? Think.
Yup,
What
Hey,
do you
Tia.
mean?
yup.
What am I
Look,
saying?
I
Think.
got a
What are you
question,
talking
man. I
about?
got a
I am
question, man.
thinking. You ain't thinking.
got,
He's the
I
one
got a
that
question,
he
man.
begged
The
for Tua
man
to get
had. You're
paid,
not
and
thinking. The
that's the
man
reason
had.
why you
That's
guys
what I'm
act like he's gonna
saying,
be
The
gone
bro.
man
after
had
this year.
Tua
He
That's
probably
what
with
I'm
won't be here next
saying.
MVP
year.
numbers. He had
That's
Tua
what
with
I'm
MVP
saying.
numbers. You wouldn't be. Look at all
And
these
what did that
Tuaneers
get
the way
us?
they were
What did that
caping up
get
for
us,
Tua.
Pete? What did that get us?
I'm just
So you
saying he wasn't wrong for trying to push it Tua's money. And let me
Exactly.
explain because he knows if Tua
so you
got
guys
his
capping for
money,
Tua now too
Bryson,
then, huh?
Ain't
Bryson,
nobody
no,
capping, bro.
no.
You the one
This is
who
Tia.
what.
sat not
Listen,
looking
learn to
at it.
listen,
You.
Bryson.
I got
He
a
went to
question,
bat
man.
for Tua because he knew if Tua got his money, his job was safe. He knew if Tua got his
His job
money,
ain't safe
it
because
got
of Tua
What?
it
though.
got Mike McDaniel a new extension. Come
No,
on,
but
bro.
you
The
got
man is
that's okay,
smart.
but that's
He
a
got
double-edged
paid with
sword.
that.
You said that
Hey,
if
Pete.
it works out with Tua, he saved his
But you,
job, but now he's gonna lose his job because of Tua.
but
In that contract, in that
I
money,
mean,
Isn't
now
that
I agree with
crazy?
that. It is a double. I agree
That's a
with that.
deal.
It is a double-edged sword. But at the same time, you can't say this man ain't done nothing because he was
And
banging the table for
I
Tua
don't
to get
even know
paid. Only
I
thing
don't
I'm
even know if
saying
this guy
is,
can. I don't even know if
only
this.
thing I'm saying is the fact that if Mike McDaniel wouldn't have went up there and advocated for Tua to get his money, that's like admitting that he didn't do his job.
All of you think that I'm going to get fired, but I'm not going to get fired, guys. I've done the job that I was hired to do. I've made Tua respectable. I've gotten him to a Pro
No, his
Bowl.
job was to win games. His job was
Oh,
to
Hey,
win a
that's what
Pete.
playoff
you
game.
thought.
That's what he
And
said
That's
when he
what you
got
injury.
here.
thought.
We're
You
gonna
didn't see
end
And
the
my contract.
drought.
You
you're
didn't see
right,
my
Mike
contract.
McDaniel. You're right, Mike McDaniel.
hey JP, you
Hey,
all, bro.
Pete.
No, you
Hey,
guys
hey,
trolling,
cut
bro.
it
You
up,
guys
Jay.
trying to get me hyped up, bro. I don't like it.
Hey, yo, hey, I got a
Very good,
question,
Jay.
man. I got a question for this panel, man. Does anybody up here think Mike McDaniel will go somewhere else and get another head coaching job?
No,
No.
Not
hell
a head
no.
No,
coaching
Hell
job.
Okay,
no.
so much.
he'll have to
No,
Okay,
go
then
to
that's
Cliff
so
no.
much.
Kingsbury's
Coordinator
So
fresh,
much.
job.
bro.
He'll get
So much.
OC, but not
Fresh,
head
Hold on, bro.
coaching.
Hold on, bro.
fresh.
Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro.
It's an hold
So
on.
much for
Only
that.
because you heard no from three guys don't mean everybody's a no. I do
Oh,
think he'll
okay.
get his head coaching gig soon. If
You,
that guy
you do.
lands
Nah,
with, let me tell you
nah.
something. If that guy lands with Kansas City as an offensive coordinator, Andy Reid is on the way to retire.
I
He's
said
taking
head coach,
over.
bro. I
That
said
man
head
might
coach, bro.
he might turn into be
No,
a
I
head
said
coach four
OC.
years from now.
Nah. He
Yeah,
gonna
he
he
ain't
gonna
gonna be a
go
head
with
coach. He getting an OC job.
what Gates did. He gonna be another
No,
Gates. That's what he's showing us right now. He being another Gates. You
Listen,
get a
guys.
head
No,
coach, you
I've
get
not
another
at
head
all.
coaching
volunteered.
job somewhere
Not at
else. It's
all.
still gonna same result.
Not at all.
It's gonna
I
same
was
result.
brought
He
here
is
to the
very respected
305
around the league.
for two reasons,
Hey,
Real Talk Perez. I
No,
was brought here for two reasons, Real Talk Perez. One was to fix two and make him work. I've done that. Two was to get that product fresh off the boat from Venezuela, and I'm getting that. So I'm happy. You should be happy too. Two is fixed. I got the product off the boat from Venezuela. All's well.
Hey, but
he'll get
KP,
another head
KP,
coaching job, just
I
not right
haven't asked,
away.
I haven't asked a lot of you guys because you guys just been popping up, but y'all see the title. Two is about to get benched. That's what I think. That's what I've been calling out. That's what I've been predicting. And now, after coming out on the injury report, KP and everyone that hasn't answered this, do y'all think the man is really hurt, or do y'all see this as a benching like I've been calling out?
I see. You right. I see it as a
Benji.
benching, bro. I see it
I
as a
don't think
benching because
McDaniel
we
has the
already.
balls.
You know
That's what
what
I'm
that?
saying.
You know what that injury report is, bro? That injury report is what Tua already had for years, bro. This hip and this
Mm-hmm.
thumb. So now you making this hip and thumb a big deal now? No, I'm with you, Pete. I believe this is excuse for benching, bro. I really do.
Hey,
Yep.
Pete.
I don't think McDaniel has the balls to legitimately bench him.
Hey, Pete. I got something to say, and I want everybody to be quiet for a few minutes because this is really important. The reason why I want to keep McDaniels is because of the fact that he's shown improvement, and I don't believe that he would do bad without Tua. And Bryson, I think you're totally wrong. and your arguments are nonsense.
How has he gotten
Thanks for
better?
supporting me so
What
strongly,
has
Liz.
he improved in this year? Because if anything, he's gotten worse.
No, he
Yeah.
hasn't.
What is okay? So then, what has he improved in?
He's been improving in getting this team to friggin' do what they're supposed to be doing.
They aren't
But
doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're 1-4.
that's because of friggin' Tua.
No, that is not because of just Tua. There's
Oh my
plenty of
gosh.
problems
Are
on
you
this
a
team.
Tuanier? Are you a
No,
Tuanier?
I want Tua gone. You guys are the ones
game-sealing
capping for Tua,
interception, Bryson?
saying that he was an MVP player. That's what
Tua
Pete
not throw
said.
that game? Did Tua not throw a game-sealing, losing interception?
Listen,
versus
okay,
Buffalo?
listen.
Twice.
I think Tua
Did
is a
Tua not
major
fail his
problem,
last game
but to
on the
act
last
like
drive
he is the
again?
only problem is asinine. That is
He's the one in
crazy.
position to win or lose the game late in the game, and he's
Listen,
losing.
that's fine. I'm not
Twice.
disagreeing with that. I am not disagreeing with that. I am saying Tua is a problem. To act like he is the only problem is freaking crazy, and that comes down on McDaniel as well. He has
Well,
not
yeah,
been better.
I
He's
agree
still
with that.
he's still
I don't
calling
like
plays
that.
in late.
He's not the
You
only
guys say
problem.
that. You guys say that he's improving, or Liz at least said that he's improving. What has he improved in? Because if anything, this team has gotten worse since he's been here.
Let me explain
Since
to you
the
this way,
23
Bryson.
season.
Bryson,
Who,
let me
Mike?
explain it to you this way. Hold on. Let me explain it to you this way. If I go to buy a house today, right, and the house is beautiful, immaculate, but it has termites, right? The termites are the main problem, right? But after a year, after 5 years, after 10 years, if my wall
Okay.
starts falling down, if my floor starts caving in, now I've got multiple problems. I still got the termites, but now I've got extra problems. In other words, one problem creates the others. When we decided
Exactly,
to pay,
KP.
And you know what,
Let me
AKP?
finish here. Let me finish here. When we
All right,
decided,
well, let me respond after that because I know
okay.
everyone's going to try to hop in.
Well, okay, all right. Two points, and then I'm done. When we hired the guy, right? We hired him against the head coach's wishes. Number two, when head coach tried to move off that guy, we decided to fire the head coach and make that guy work. Number three, when it was time to play him on a 5th-year option and resign him, we made him the 5th highest paid player in the league. This is the main problem with the franchise, and that's why we can't afford the level of talent on defense that we may have had over the last 3 years. We have one big problem that's created out and has become 3 and 4 and 5 big problems. Tua is the main problem.
Okay, I never disagreed with anything you just said. And also, I want to get back to the termites. McDaniel wanted the termites to stay. The termites
he
is
never disagreed with nothing you said, but you just said
He keeps saying that shit, yo.
no, because you guys are acting like I'm capping for Tua. No, and then I know you guys gotta let me respond. I let him finish. You gotta let me
Hey, man,
rebuttal.
one at a time, man. One at a
No,
time.
you
man.
guys can't let him go long-winded and then not let me respond. That's not fair. Because you guys keep saying, you guys are acting like I'm saying Tua isn't a problem. That is the opposite of what I'm saying.
Bryson,
I am not
apologize to
saying
you.
that.
I
I
kinda
agree
set you
with
up.
you.
I
If you
kinda
get
set you up
paid
after you, Mike
53
McDaniel.
million
My
or
bad.
whatever the frick he's getting paid, you gotta supplement for the problems. I mean, you go watch Mac Jones. He ain't making that much money. Bro, they looked awful. That O-line looked awful, the 49ers against what was that last game, Thursday night or whatever, whoever they were playing. You know what I'm saying? The Rams. They looked awful. Mac Jones showed up in the clutch moment. Trevor Lawrence, he went on a game-winning drive. I mean, we see quarterbacks every week going on game-winning drives. Baker Mayfield, his defense is terrible. They're putting up 30 points a game almost every game.
Can I get the floor next?
Baker Mayfield is showing up, and Tua's getting opportunities every week to do the same thing, and he falls flat on his face. I agree with you. Totally agree with you guys. But no, I'm not done, man. Let me finish, man. God damn. But to act like to act like you implant another quarterback and all of our problems are solved, I think that's crazy. When you're giving Rico Dowdle 206 rushing yards in the game, when this defense can't tackle consistently. I mean, there's so many issues on this roster to act like Tua, you just take Tua out and it's fixed. That I don't agree with that, and I don't think McDaniel's done a good job this season. I just don't. We're 1-4, and it's not just because of Tua. Tua's part of the problem, but it's not just Tua. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I go with that.
This is a shit roster. This is a shit roster.
So what I was saying is, could it be that Steven Ross was already really planning to pay Tua? He just wanted to see what Mike McDaniel was gonna do as far as him keeping his job. You get what
So
I'm saying with that?
No,
Bryson,
Greer. It was reported Greer
So
didn't
so
was holding
Bryson,
back, and
can I
McDaniel
can I
was the one
finish?
that
Can I
slammed
finish?
the table
God
for him.
damn, I can't even finish, but it's okay for you to interrupt. Go ahead, continue.
now,
Well,
Bryson,
you're
you're
saying something
complaining
that's not
about the
true.
wall.
You said
You're
that they
compl-
were planning to pay two already. No, that's not what
Yeah,
happened.
that's not
but,
true.
No,
but
reason I said could it have been because like Mike McDaniel coming up banging the table to get to a page, like we saying, that's ultimately him saying I did my job. But Ross could have just been sitting back, like, well, we kind of gonna pay him anyway, but let's just see what Mike McDaniel to do, just in case if we can move on from him or not. Because he had already proven that Tua has the skill set to do what he needs to do because Tua was in MVP conversation, right or wrong.
Yeah, I think that's wrong. I think that's incorrect. I think
well,
that's
Okay,
Bryson,
well, everybody got their opinion. Everybody got their opinion. But at the end of the day, Tua getting paid initially still hurts the team because that money does not go to the defense. It just goes straight to Tua now. So ultimately, it's still a problem with Tua.
right,
yeah, I agree. I don't
right,
agree. I
Bryson.
don't disagree with that at all.
Right, Bryson, you're ignoring the analogy. Now you're pointing out that the floors are gone, that the walls are gone, but that the termites aren't the only problem. You're ignoring the fact that the termite was the first problem, was
But
the initial problem that caused all the others. What we're saying is that we need to blow this whole shit up, get rid of the termites, and
There you
build from the
go.
foundation up, brand new, and do it the right way. The
But do you
I
argument,
think
think
McDaniel
Mike.
wants to get rid of Tua because he's shown nothing that he wants to do that. If he wanted to do that, he would have benched him by now.
right?
To me, it doesn't like. I don't think you can have Mike McDaniel. You guys keep acting like he wants
No,
another
I agree
quarter.
with
I
you.
don't think
I
he
agree
wants
with you,
another
but
quarterback.
I don't think too many people disagree with you.
I think he does want
No,
another
what
quarterback.
KP? What you? I didn't hear what you said, but
Yeah,
yeah, Fred. After
I don't think anybody here really disagrees with that. I'm not going to cry when Mike McDaniel is
I
gone.
do.
As far
I
as I'm
disagree with
concerned,
that.
he tied his boat to the Tua to the Tua harbor, and
Tua Tanny.
when the Tua goes down, when the harbor goes down, he goes down too. And I
well, then
wouldn't be
what are we
surprised.
debating? Because that's all I'm saying is I want them all gone, and I feel like I'm getting
I
pushed back
disagree.
with
No,
people saying they want to keep
again, that's why I
McDaniel. I don't
apologize
want to
to you.
keep anyone.
That's why I apologize to you. I kind of set you up. I think you were triggered when I came in as Mike McDaniel. I was just cosplaying. So
KP, you know me
sad
long
Hey,
enough
part.
that
hey,
I just
hey,
this is
George.
how I talk.
Hey, listen, man. Hey, listen. We got a coach. We got a coach up here that he knows this quarterback has numerous
Limitations.
limitations. Numerous limitations. But you advocate for him to get him a contract like that.
Can I
I
speak
think
about the coach?
you fucked up. You fucking up the organization, bro. You know
I
this
Yes,
man.
agree,
This
sir.
Fred.
man got
I wanna.
numerous limitations, but you're advocating him for to get a contract like that, bro. It shows to me that you don't give a damn about our organization, bro. And if we
I
winners or not,
I
so McDaniel
Everybody,
needs
I
to go.
agree.
He
I
needs to
agree
go.
that Mike McDaniel's did hitch his ride to Tua. I do agree that about that. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he had to. I don't know if he wanted to, but I do agree that he did do that. I don't agree that he doesn't want nobody else but Tua anymore. And the reason why is because of who's your two quarterbacks behind Tua now. I feel like after this offseason, I felt like McDaniels was like, listen, we might have to move on from him. Like I feel agree. like those other years he was like, nah, like this is gonna be my quarterback, this is gonna be my quarterback. But I feel like this year in the offseason, he kind of knew like I can't protect him no
Yeah,
more.
let's
I
discuss
gotta
this point.
I gotta have a backup plan. I might even have to move on from Tua. So I do feel like that has changed. As far as
Yeah,
Mike
I
McDaniels
agree
as
with
your head coach, as far as him as your head coach, I do think he is a good coach. I don't think he's done a very good job as a head coach for you guys. I do think he will have another shot later on in the years in the NFL years because he's respected, and I think
you.
he will get another shot later.
Let me follow you up. Let me
I
follow you
do
up, real
think.
talk.
Hold on, okay. I don't think that if you keep Mike McDaniels, that you can't build something good. But it would have to take the biggest problem of all, which you guys keep ignoring and keep making it about Tua, and it ain't Tua. Tua needs to
Chris
go,
Greer.
but Chris Greer needs to go.
Thank
If you
you.
fire Chris Greer and you keep Mike McDaniels, I'm not saying he would turn into a head coach, because I personally believe that he needs to like go back to being an offensive coordinator and take a couple years and come back. But
Okay.
I think there would be a little chance if he had a better GM that he could possibly turn into a better head coach this year. I do think that's
Okay.
possible.
I
We hear
But
agree.
you.
Yes,
Real
get
talk.
rid of Greer.
Real talk. We hear you and we acknowledge that argument, and I agree with you. The
Hmm.
ultimate responsibility falls on a GM of the
Hmm.
franchise because they're responsible for bringing in the
For the
talent and
Rush.
shaping the roster, right? But
yes,
there's a compounding factor that everyone's ignoring here, and that is the absentee ownership of Ross and the corporate structure he's left behind on this team. And I think you made some very good points about McDaniel being a good coach, but not having the best showing as the head coach of this team
Coach.
at this time. And I would suggest to you, Mr. Real Talk Perez, and others, that the reason that McDaniel has been hampered as a head coach is the same reason why Flores was hampered as a head coach, and is the
Hmm.
same
Greer.
reason. And hold on, and let me finish. And is the same reason why Greer is hampered as the GM. That corporate structure that handles the team and makes sure the team is going to be in an image that Ross likes and approves of.
Hmm.
They apparently have mingled in this team's football business to such a degree that nobody can really make good football decisions, no matter who you
Hmm.
are. Let me explain, and I'll end here. I promise. I know I'm talking long.
No,
Mike
go ahead,
McDaniel,
KP.
before he came here, was in the 49ers franchise at an intimate level.
Yeah.
Most people didn't even know who he was. He was behind the scenes. He was covering the film. He was part of of scouting. He did a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't know. So he knew the people on
Hmm.
that roster. That 49ers team was going to start Trey Lance. Now, it's going to sound like
Yeah.
I'm a Trey Lance fan here. I'm not. I really don't know what he's going to be, right? But in the last offseason, this franchise went to pick up what did they say, Pete? What kind of a backup quarterback? A
Top
whatever
flight
Top flight,
backup.
flight back.
top flight, bro.
Right,
Top flight.
and for some reason, Trey Lance was not an option for the Dolphins. For me, I always found that quite curious that a guy
Hmm.
with top talent, with a relationship with McDaniel, who needs a second shot, right, was not entertained as far as we know. To
Because
me, that
KP,
suggests that
KP,
this team. Let me finish
Hold up,
here.
let him
To me,
finish.
that
Let him
suggests
finish.
that this team plays games with public image. They are catering to a certain brand of fan in this community that doesn't like to see certain people in leadership
facts.
positions. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that alone because y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want to pretend like that don't have nothing to do with nothing. I get it. That's
KP,
the national
Every
KP,
coach
climate.
fucks up. Every
KP.
coach messes
The
up,
Jets.
and they
KP.
doesn't mean sorry.
No,
Every
I'm
coach.
No,
sorry,
go
Liz,
ahead,
but
Liz.
Okay,
go ahead, Liz.
so every coach messes up. Every single one of them, right?
Correct.
That
Every player
doesn't
too.
mean they're a bad coach. It
Correct.
means that they're not being able to have more free. Um,
Free
they're not
will.
free to, yeah, free will to do what they want. Greer needs to go. I
I
agree with
agree with
that.
you. I agree with you. I'm not. What
I
I'm
agree
saying is
with
not in
you.
defense of Greer, was not in defense of McDaniel, was not in defense of Tua.
But
I've
KP,
been
but
on record
KP,
saying
here's
everyone
I
needs to
don't
be
want to
KP,
cleaned out.
force a head
KP,
coach on the new GM though. I don't.
KP,
We keep doing that.
KP.
We keep
Yeah, we got to
forcing
clear out
But
the
the.
think about
thing.
it.
You got to clear.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
That's the thing.
No,
Bryson, that's
KP, you got to think about this, right? The
I was
49ers
getting ready to
did a
say it.
generation. The 49ers did a generational mistake. They
Mhm.
traded with the Dolphins a little bit too early. That gave the Jets something else to think about. The Jets were set in stone at number 2 to select Justin Fields in that draft. When the 49ers gave up a haul and traded up with the Dolphins at number 3, that clicked the light bulb in the Jets, and they did more homework and they went with the guy that had a higher passer ceiling in Zach Wilson, and it screwed the 49ers draft up. Their backup quarterback plan was Trey Lance, the guy with the high ceiling, the intangibles. Let's see if we could develop him,
And
this and that.
relationship with McDaniel.
And
Mm.
and
Yeah.
exactly. The quarterback, Mike McDaniel, even said it in a presser when we got Zach Wilson. He said when he was a 49er, he evaluated Zach Wilson, that he gave insight on who the
Hmm.
49ers were going to draft at number
Mm-hmm.
3.
Mm-hmm.
So now Mike McDaniel has his toy who he evaluated from college, who the 49ers were pushing heavy to draft at number 3.
Yeah. No, no. Listen.
So
What I say is this:
that's why the feelings now.
if you
That's why
look
I've been caping up for Zach for a while, because I knew this was Mike McDaniel's plan.
if
Now
you
he has
look at the
he's the
Miami
head coach.
Dolphins
He choose
from the
his
year
guy, Zach.
2000
Let's see what he
to
can
the
do with Zach.
if you look at the Dolphins
Yeah.
the last 25 years, right, just on a pure talent evaluation and career experience of players on the roster in that 25 years of time, do you know how
Mhm.
many Hall of Famers we've passed up upon, didn't draft, didn't sign,
Oh,
and
quite a
who
great
gone to
deal.
other teams and enriched them? And we have few and far to show from, right? This tells me
Yeah.
that, and we've had about 4 or 5 GMs in that period, right? This
Mm-hmm.
tells
Hmm.
me that the structure of this team as a corporate entity is designed to placate a certain kind of fan who will buy the tickets and not necessarily hold the pressure of winning over the team as much. And
Yeah.
this is what the facts show. This team is just not serious, and this team tries to force us to follow flawed products. They kept
I have to
Tannehill over us
disagree
for
with that.
7 years. And now we're going on year 7 for Tua. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because people keep on buying the damn tickets. Even though
Here's
Well,
Gordon,
I'm sorry. I
here's
love
the
my
thing,
team too much.
JP.
I go to the games.
JP, here's the
I
thing,
love it.
JP. It's not because you've been bad so long that there's some conspiracy. It's the simple fact of it's not easy. It's just not. There's a lot of teams. The Buccaneers were like that. Detroit Lions was
Hmm.
like that. Cincinnati's
Hmm.
like that. There's a lot of teams that are in the same boat as you. Now you guys have went to the playoffs. I mean, you didn't win any games, but you were going to the playoffs while the Bucks weren't going into the playoffs. You were going, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like you've got lucky and hit a couple times and made some playoff
AC.
runs.
Hmm.
Like
we've
it
gotten to the
happens. It just
playoffs
happens.
4 times in 25
No,
years.
I get it, but still, there's teams like Detroit who didn't go to the playoffs for how long? For a long time.
For
Cleveland
years.
Browns. There's
No,
a
my
lot of teams. There's a lot of teams that don't do good, and even when they do
look,
good, it's just a lucky. It's a
look, real
lucky
talk. My,
strike.
my thing is real talk. You say that a lot of teams have gone through this. That's fine. That's great. But they don't go through
It's
the
true.
off-field crap that we go through. You name me a team that's
No,
Exactly,
gone through the
Cap.
off-field crap that we've gone through the past 5 to 10 years. Up
no,
to
yes,
Bully Gate.
And
I get
and
that.
K
But what the point I'm trying to
and, look,
get to,
and here's
real
the thing,
quick,
Rip. Here's the thing,
the point I'm
Flip.
trying to get to is because what he's saying is like the front office is messing all this. Like your front office
No,
is so
so
bad.
Red,
But
let me
what
tell
I'm
you
saying
something.
is all
You
it
keep saying
takes
the
is the
same thing
right
every time
GM.
you come up from here, but you got to understand that is the problem. You're on the outside and what have you trying to tell
Looking
us
in.
what the problem is,
No,
but I'm sorry,
bro.
you're wrong. The
Bro,
problem
I've
is
been
start
following
at
you
the
guys for
top.
like the last five
Listen,
years. I'm
listen,
telling
listen,
you.
listen, listen.
I'm
You
not
can
even an
bring in
outsider
another
at this
GM.
point.
You
Like
can
I'm
bring in
not an
another head
outsider
coach.
5 years
no
It's
more.
isn't
going to be
long
the
enough,
same thing
bro.
I've been
over
5 years
following
and
you
isn't
for
over
long
and
4
over
enough.
again.
years.
Because
I've
the
been
It's
problem
some
following you
you
for
got
bullshit,
is
40
man.
this.
You
years.
guys
You
You
know
don't
what I'm
keep
saying?
understand
4
no,
something.
let me finish.
You
years.
say the same
40
crap
years,
every time
buddy.
you come up in here. And it's
40
wrong.
years.
I'm sorry, you're wrong.
There's a
You've been
reason.
looking
It's
at the
not going.
Dolphins for
It's not
Hold
5
on,
going to
hold
years.
get
on,
I've
hold
been
on,
better.
looking at the
hold
Dolphins
It
for
on.
will not
40
get
years.
better
Let
until
me
you
speak.
40
clean
years.
house.
Let
Because
me speak.
the same
Let me-
poison is still in the soup until
Okay,
we get rid of
you
until we
guys,
get clean
you
house.
guys keep saying I'm an
The same
outsider, and I
poison
wait,
is
hold
still
up.
in
Man,
the
you
soup.
know,
You guys keep
because
saying wait,
Perez keep coming up here saying the same thing.
bro. You guys keep saying
So
I'm an
man,
outsider, and I don't know how
you
it works, right?
no, it's
But I
not
was
how
the
it
I,
only
works.
one. Hold on.
Listen.
I was
Are
the
you a
only
Miami
one.
Dolphins? Are you a Miami
I,
Dolphins? Then you,
I,
I'm sorry,
I
man.
was the
What you
only
said is
one.
wrong.
no,
So
You're
I
why
can
am I
wrong.
relate
the
to. I
only
can
one?
relate.
Why am I
You
the
can say
only
that
one
Chris,
about
that's able to
any other,
predict what you guys
about your
been
team,
doing
but you
every
can't say that
time?
about our team.
We all
But
been
I
saying
have.
it.
But I
Good grief,
have.
man.
But I have. That's the
Yeah, you
problem. You
have, but
keep
you're
saying it,
wrong.
but I'm the only one that's always right
You're
about your
dismissing.
fucking
You're
team.
no, no, no.
When are
You're
you just gonna
dismissing
be
it.
quiet
You
and
are
just listen,
dismissing.
bro?
You are
I don't
dismissing the
get
front
it.
office. That's what the problem is.
I don't
That's
get
the
No,
it.
man,
poison.
You're
start
not,
heckling
bro.
our fans,
Chris,
What
bro.
did you
Start
predict
heckling our
this
Listen,
year? What
fans,
did you
man.
Good
predict this
grief,
year
it
that you've
man.
pisses
been
me
right
My
off.
about?
God.
It pisses me
Man, I
off.
don't know
It
where your
pisses me
mind at.
off because you guys keep saying that and trying to make me this outsider, and I get it. I'm a Bucks fan. I get it. But at some point, you have to be like, bro, he knows what he's saying. At some point, you have to listen and say, bro, he's been pegging us
You haven't
completely
been
right
hitting.
every time.
About what? What you been hitting about? You keep saying you've been hitting. Where's the resume?
Well, my point
I
here
can
is
tell
what
you
needs
the
to be
resume.
discussed.
I can
Hold
tell
on,
you
hold
the
on, hold on.
resume.
Okay,
Give
hold
us
on,
an
hold on, hold
example.
on, hold on.
Your
Give an
point here
example.
is that we
I
should be
can tell you the
satisfied with the
resume.
losing.
Hold on.
I
Ain't no
can
use
give
Well,
you
messing
then
an
with us
say
with
it,
argument,
that.
bro.
argument
I'm
for
Hold on.
tired of
argument
hearing
to
that
tell you
Wait,
the
wait,
sorry
wait,
resume.
shit.
wait, wait,
Every time
wait,
you come
wait,
up here,
wait,
that's the first thing you
wait.
say.
Give me 1 second. Give me
Good
1 second.
grief.
Hold on. Let me have the floor for 1 second. Let me have it for just give me just one moment. Hold on. All right, who's the one that y'all saying is the outsider?
Yeah,
RTP.
Who is
Real
he?
Talk Perez. Real Talk Perez. RTP.
Perez? Okay. I'm not
Don't
gonna
let that
jump.
sound
Let's
mental,
not.
man.
Let me say this, because one thing I get where the guy is coming from. Because I do the same thing with every NFL team. I pay attention to all the teams, and if I see this team, not for real. If I see this team, I can tell you so much stuff about the Bills. I can tell you so much stuff about the Bucks. I can tell you so much about the Lions. I can tell you so much about a lot that you even know that I knew about that team.
Right.
So I understand where he's coming from. So
Yeah.
he just because he's from another team doesn't mean he don't know nothing about our team.
I agree.
Everybody in the
I
NFL
haven't made those
gonna
charges.
know.
I
That's
haven't
what I'm
made
saying.
that charge
They're
Yeah,
yet.
gonna
yeah.
know.
The only rebuttal,
Hold on.
the only rebuttal I want to rebuttal him because I think you're spot on, Chef Jew. Is
Yeah.
Tampa guy said you guys always do this, and I've
Yep.
never done that to him, and I don't think plenty of
Yeah,
guys.
but he
I
does that
think
to
he
I
always
us.
don't because
does that.
I don't
Do
know
what?
him.
What are we
That's why
doing though?
Oh,
I'm
He
he
just
always do.
saying
I
shit.
never.
I don't know
I
what
allow
are
him
we
to say
doing
and
though?
Mr. Puck.
Yeah, his
It was
only
you and
point
Mr.
here
Puck
No,
has
that
I
both
been
can
said
that
I
he
we
can
should
does
tell
be
do
you.
that, but
satisfied with
No,
losing
hold
because
on.
other
Let me
teams have
correct you
been
no.
real.
bad.
No,
What he
let
what
me
he
That's the
correct
what
point
you
he's
real
he's
quick.
making.
coming from.
Real,
No. What I
Perez,
understand where
you
he's
do
coming
have a
from.
knowledge. You do have knowledge of the game.
But
But what I'm saying to you is this: you can come up here as many times as you want to and say that
mhm.
it's not Ross, it's not Garfinkel, it's not these guys. It is those guys.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
sorry, you're wrong about that part. About football knowledge, yes, you do have football knowledge because you come up here and say some things that I agree with you. But this thing
Hmm.
that you saying that Ross, Garfield, and these guys are not a part of the problem, I'm sorry, bro, you are wrong.
So
Yeah,
check
that's
this
All right,
out.
Wrong
man,
and
let
on
me
the
go.
I've
inside
Listen,
been
too.
after let
said
me go,
I've
man. Let
been
me go.
technically
I,
it's
I, I,
Ross.
I just want
Technically,
to
hold
say,
on, hold on.
man, let
Let
me
me
say,
correct him.
come on, man.
Technically, it's Ross because obviously that's the owner. He calls the shots. Whatever he says goes
Hmm.
completely. So technically, it's Ross, but you can't do nothing about Ross. What I am saying is, I understand you have other guys in other places. What I am saying is, if you hire the right GM, no matter how your shit is structured, the right GM will play the game and say, okay, I'm supposed to listen to Garfinkel. I'm supposed to listen to this guy. I'm supposed to listen to this guy too, because Ross wants me to do that. And I'm gonna nod my
Hmm.
head and say this and say the right things. But you know what decision's gonna be made? My decision, because my ass is on the line and I know what
Hmm.
I'm talking about. So I don't give a
Hey,
fuck
hey,
what they say.
We all
I'm gonna
want
play
Greer
the
gone.
game.
hold
Who's
up, man.
saying we
I
don't
Hold up,
want Greer
man.
I
gone?
Hold up, man. Hold up, man. Let me go.
I
Let me go.
get
Let me
that.
go. Hey, Perez. Like, first of all, for what you're saying, like, it's nothing. I don't think it's nothing up here. Somebody could say to somebody that we ain't already heard in these panels, man, for over these years or whatever, bro. I think everything's been talked about, bro. And
So
then if you're not a Dolphins fan, bro, it's just what it is, bro. You got to ride the pine, bro. Yeah,
so
until
what
you get
I'm
called
saying is,
upon, bro. If you
why
ain't a
can't I get
Dolphins fan, bro,
no,
it's just you just got to
no,
ride the
because
pine, bro.
I'm getting
That's
pushback when
all.
I say that because people are saying you don't understand how the stuff
You're
works
not getting
in our
pushback. You're getting
organization.
initiated. You're getting
And I'm
initiated. Take it, bro. Take it.
I'm getting
Yeah.
What
Yeah, but
initiated.
up,
I don't
Cap?
know who's saying we don't want to
What's
get
up,
rid of
Cap?
Chris
No,
Greer though.
I'm not. No, I'm not saying you're saying you don't want to get rid of Chris Greer. People are saying yes, we understand Chris Greer, but there's other things in the front office that's the problems
Office.
too. And
Yep.
I'm saying that's not the problem. If you get the right GM, those other problems in the front office that you guys claim will go away because
But
the
what
right
we're
GM will
saying is
say,
is those that collective isn't gonna hire. They're not gonna hire the right GM. I think that's what people are
Yeah.
trying to say.
Exactly.
right,
But
I
That
what if the
Because
general?
they're
collective,
What
gonna
my
keep
thing?
hiring
Look, my
within.
that
thing is
collective
okay. Look.
wants a
My thing
GM they can
is
control, like
what
Greer.
what
They
makes
can
you think that
control
the
Greer.
general manager is not in house already? That's what I'm asking you guys. We got two
That's what I
interim
just
general
said. I
managers.
just said it.
it could
They're
be,
gonna hire in house. Remember I said that earlier, guys. They're
it
gonna
could
try
And
to
be.
that's
hire in
part and that's the
house.
problem. That's the
That's the
problem.
And
problem.
that's gonna be the
Exactly.
problem.
Because
And so
I've
that's
been
why
said it. I've
Perez.
been said
That's
that.
why we're giving you pushback, Perez, is because we know how this collective works. We know they want to. They want to hire a buddy that they can control. They can control Greer, and
They
so
want a yes
whenever they
man.
get rid of Greer, they're going to control the next guy. They're
They
not going to
just
hire
hired
the right
Champ
guy.
Kelly,
Exactly.
bro. They just hired
Exactly.
Champ Kelly. If I know anything
Exactly.
about Ross, he'll hold on to somebody for at least 4 to 5 years. They just hired
Hmm.
him.
And I'm
So
gonna say it
as a
again,
fan
Perez.
And there's
base,
You got
evidence.
Champ
There's
so
Kelly
as
is
a
evidence.
next
fan
man up.
Listen,
base,
Perez. You
And
as
got
a
what's the
fan
knowledge
He's
evidence?
of
base,
the
next
game.
man
do
I
up.
like
admit
El
that.
Capitan
But
as a
you
fan
got to
base,
live
do
through
like
being a
El
Miami Dolphins as
Capitan,
long as I
and
have.
don't let them get you excited about shit until
Right.
they hire a GM that you guys agree on,
And
that the
and and
fans agree on.
and I agree with you, Perez.
Well,
And
yeah,
I've been
we're
saying
I agree,
all
Perez.
off season. I've been saying all off season. This is a 6 to 7 win team, and I got
Mhm.
pushback. And I put my money where my
I
mouth
said it
is.
too.
I bet multiple people that the Patriots. I got two $100 bets that the Patriots would end with more wins than the Dolphins because
You got
they're
money.
building it correctly.
You got money.
They have a good head
I
coach.
agree.
And
You're
I
going
also
back
said
60.
that we'll have less than 8 wins this season, and
Well,
so far we're on track for that.
What do you mean? What do you mean they're
And
building it
only because
correctly?
you think you're right don't mean it'll end that way. You'll have more than 8 wins at
Um,
Wilson time.
What do you mean?
Listen, I ain't gonna debate for the Patriots here.
Okay,
That's
no, no,
if
no.
you're trying to
Hold
get
on.
me to do
I
that,
want
I
to
ain't
say
gonna do
something.
that,
No,
friend.
but he's right. I
Hey,
agree with
Perez,
you.
you're correct.
All they did was implement one guy, bro, and they just
No,
have
no, no.
confidence.
When did we draft an offensive tackle in the first 5 picks?
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Exactly.
It's been years.
And you know what?
The last
Tunsil
one.
was what? What was Tunsil?
Tell you the
Tunsil was
truth,
what,
bro.
13 or something?
Tell you the
Yeah,
truth,
Tunsil,
yeah.
and
offensive
before that,
tackle.
Jake Long.
The last one.
Tell you the truth.
Jake
I tell
Long.
you the truth,
Jake
bro.
Long. Jake Long,
Okay.
bro.
Tell you the truth, offensive tackle, bro, wasn't really all the years watching my Dolphins, bro. Offensive tackle didn't seem to be really a big issue to me,
No.
bro. Until this quarterback got here. Now guards and tackles and centers, everybody's a fucking issue
Nah.
now,
You
bro.
No,
Nah,
O line
It
matters.
is,
O
bro.
line
I
matters.
started
It
hearing
We
you
can't
really
run the
guys
damn
about
ball. We can't
offensive
run the damn
line.
ball right
Fred,
now.
I'll
is,
tell you,
bro.
Fred, you probably forgot, but I'll tell you right now. I started hearing offensive line excuses with Ryan Tannehill.
Yep, that's
That's
true.
when it started. They
After
started
the
And
with Ryan
listen,
unicorn.
Tannehill.
After
and
the
I'm not.
unicorn, yeah.
Listen, I'm not
True.
saying the O line is why Tua. I am not saying that. But when Tua's gone and we get a young quarterback, we need to build an offensive line. We need to do better in the trenches. That is not why Tua's playing bad. I'm not saying that because I know you guys say, "Oh, you're just capping for Tua," because that's what all the Tua hears. I don't think Tua has what it takes to win consistently and stay healthy in this NFL. I
Hey,
just don't see it,
Bryson,
especially at
think
the price dollar that he's going to be paid.
I got a question for you, Bryson. Do you think Tua makes this offensive line worse than what it is, bro, or average, bro? I think he makes the
Um, I,
offensive line very bad, if you ask me, bro, with his
He never
I
limitations
helps them.
mean,
and his
He acts like
pocket
I
offensive
awareness,
think
line.
he
bro.
gets the
He
ball
makes
out.
the
I
He acts
think
offensive,
like offensive lines ain't
he makes
allowed to
it,
whiff a block.
I
he makes
Quarterbacks
mean
aren't supposed to break a tackle. Come
bro, he's
on now.
drifting into sacks. He's drifting into sacks, running into him, bro.
bro, if you watch, bro, put on the film and
He
watch
gets
Jonah.
taken
That
down
dude's
with a
ass,
shoestring
bro.
tackle. He gets taken
Jonah
down with a
Because he's
Savanaya or
not
shoestring
in
whatever the
it.
fuck his
No,
name is,
because
he is
Jonah is not in his
ass.
natural
But you're not
position.
going to give
Because
Jonah.
Jonah
You're
is
not
not
going
in
to
his
give
natural
Jonah.
position.
Hold on, bro. Hold on.
And
Hold
Chef
on.
Jew,
But you're
that's
not.
why I'm saying we don't have the right head coach because he's
Hold
putting
on, bro.
players. He's
Hold
putting
on, bro.
players in their positions, and he won't switch them.
Hold on,
You know
bro.
What's
why?
his name?
You know
But you're
why?
not going to
Daniels.
give.
He been
You're not
hurt
going
since
to
like
give
week 1 or
Jonah.
2. Why haven't we switched over Jonah?
You know why?
Because
Because
Bro,
you know why? Because they don't want to spend more money on the whole line. They're gonna tell you work what you got. That's all you're doing. I'm not giving you no more than
no, but
nobody
I'm
else.
saying why
That's
don't
why.
they swap Jonah to the right side though? That's not spending money.
That,
You
that, that's
swap
what
him.
that was what I was
who do
saying
you have
earlier.
to put on? Bro, I think it's going to be a bad guard, either if he's on left or right, bro. He's going through a rookie
But
thing, man. Is what
at
it
least
is,
they're
bro.
trying. Like I want to see them try these things. They just going with what they got.
Exactly, because they won't. Like I said, they won't move. They don't want to spend more money on the whole line. They tell
No,
him,
it's not about spending
McDaniels,
the
this
money.
is
Well, it's I'm not saying it's.
no.
I'm talking about in
Because
season right now. Why aren't they making
that's what I'm
adjustments to see
saying.
if it works?
That's what I'm saying because they're not trying to. They only want to work with what they got. This has been a trend for years since even
No,
McDaniels has
Chef
been
Chu,
there.
you're not understanding what I'm
Wait. Let me
saying.
finish. Let me finish. No,
But
I
you're not
heard what you
understanding
said.
what I'm saying.
Give him that
I
evidence,
understand
Chef
where you're
G.
coming from.
Give
No,
him
I
that
understand
evidence,
what
Chef
he's
G.
coming. I understand where you're coming from. The reason why I'm telling you this been going on since McDaniel been here, because we've been trying to tell him to fix his offensive line for years. What's been happening? Oh no, I'm not going to spend no more because I'm going. You going only get. This is what I give you. You got to figure this out. So why you think Eichenberg been switched around so many times? Eichenberg went from being a guard. Then when we got a player that's injured at center, what Eichenberg did, he ended up playing center.
He was at
So
tackle
it's
too.
been a roll.
Okay,
It's
but
been roll.
Chef
It's
Chu,
been
what I'm
yeah.
saying
He
is,
was at
you
center too.
said, Chef Chu, you said that it's because Jonah's not playing in his correct
Natural
position.
position.
So
Right.
why don't we change him to his right position? Why are we
Yeah,
not doing
You
that?
know
We got a
why?
freaking
Because we
who you
got
quarterback.
gonna
We
injuries.
got a
replace him with?
quarterback.
Who you
We
gonna
got a
put replace
quarterback
him with, bro?
that's
Everybody's hurt.
right-handed, bro.
Yes,
We got a
Everybody's
everybody's
hurt.
quarterback
hurt.
that's right-handed
Who
that's
you
But I'm
gonna replace
saying,
him with?
but
I get where you're coming
I
from,
don't
bro.
know, but he's literally the worst guard at left guard. Why? I mean, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that he's
Understand.
gonna be
You know
better.
what, Bryce?
I'm
You know
not
what,
saying he's
Bryce?
gonna be better.
Wait,
What
hold
I'm
on, wait.
saying is,
If
why
You know
don't you
what,
at
Bryce?
least you're 1-4? Why don't you at least try?
Exactly. I'd
because
go to
there's
What
the
do you have
practice
to?
several,
squad and bring somebody. I'd bring
because there's
somebody up
already
from
two
practice
injuries.
squad. Try something. Try
Because
something.
James Daniels, he's worked both sides. He's worked at left guard
Yes.
before.
I'm
Well,
not even confident in James Daniels, bro. He looked like an undersized guard, if you ask me, bro. He
mm-hmm,
really does.
mm-hmm,
That's fine. Either way, my point is they
mm-hmm,
traded up for Liam Eichenberg, and he was a bust. They traded up for Jonas Savanaya, and he's not a bust yet. I'm not saying that because he's still a young
no,
player. He has plenty to learn.
mm-hmm,
But that is the trajectory we're seeing. He has not even shown any. He's not shown us any talent thus far, and it's still really early in the season. And then
mm-hmm,
I think to me, it just the O line is a major issue. The
mm-hmm.
quarterback is a major issue. He can't stand up. He can't be that franchise guy when you need him. When you need a game winning drive. The
But
defense
I'm
is
so
yeah,
just
tired of this,
absolutely
bro.
awful.
How
We have the
many times
worst
in the
rushing
game
But,
we
defense
saw
in the
hold
Tua have
on,
a
his
NFL.
lot of
stats
time
are
and still
hold on,
great.
let
check
me
it
finish. Let me
down,
finish.
bro?
Let me
Yeah,
His
let
like
me
stats are
there's
finish.
times the
good.
offensive line has bad reps, but so what? The offensive
Yeah,
line
but
ain't the biggest
They got to
problem.
be
We're
better,
making
bro.
that
it.
They
Why
got
we
to be
we've
that's
better.
been crying
that's the
about offensive
thing.
line for like an hour now. What's the
But
I
problem?
that's
know.
I
I
haven't
mean,
seen it at
I'm crying
left
about the
guard.
whole
You can
roster,
show
but you
me a
guys just
clip.
want to say it's just the offensive line. You want to say that's all I'm bringing up.
but
This
Come on
roster's
now. He had
ass,
100
bro.
there's
passer rating
levels to
last
it.
week,
This
dude.
There's
roster is
levels to it.
ass.
When you said the offensive line is bad,
Hold on,
is
hold
it
on.
I really
good?
thought, hey, look,
This
I really
roster.
thought
First
Savanea
of
was going to
all,
be good, man. I really hyped him up.
first of all, we first of
Yeah.
all, I was one of the guys early in the offseason. Once the depth chart dropped, y'all remember the depth chart
Mm-hmm.
dropped, and we saw Weaver putting Jalen Phillips at outside linebacker and
Yeah.
out of the spot. We were up here saying we need to
Hey,
switch
Cap.
to a 4-3.
Hey,
This
Cap
isn't
for
gonna
life.
work. You
Do you
can't
remember?
ask Jalen Phillips to cover. This is an
Mm-mm.
issue. Bryson, players being put out of position has
Pete,
been a
Cap for
problem
life.
with this
Do you
regime for
remember
a
Yeah.
who?
That
Do you
while.
comes
remember?
on coaching, and you
Hold on,
guys
Bryce.
are capping for Mike McDaniel.
Hold on. Bryson, sorry, not Bryson. Cap. Pete, do you remember who the guy was on draft day live who said we overdrafted Kenneth Grant and that this Jonah thing better work out so we gave up capital to go get him, and that we weren't
Mm.
gonna crown him prematurely? Do you remember who that guy was who said
No,
it that same day?
no.
That was me.
Oh man.
Okay, you
Oh,
know what I'm saying? I'm just letting y'all know. Okay, all right.
Nah,
So
keep it a
step on
buck.
it.
Keep it real.
Step on it, KP.
Mr. $200 million is injured again.
The man
oh,
is
Just
hurt.
keep it a
Bad
buck.
throwing thumb. Bad
$200
throwing
million.
thumb. And his hip flared up. Let me ask y'all now that I'm here with the floor.
He's
Did
playing,
y'all
bro.
hear Mike
He's gonna
McDaniel's
play, bro.
presser yesterday? Oh, he's gonna play,
No,
but the
No,
setup
no,
is real.
hamstring and
Did
thumb.
y'all hear the presser yesterday
KP.
when Mike McDaniel? Hey,
No.
Mike McDaniel yesterday. I'm gonna read the tweet and shout out to Finch Extra on Twitter. He tweeted it out, and I'm thankful. But I heard it yesterday. He said
Mm-hmm.
Mike McDaniel on the pressure Tua Tagovailoa has to deal with now, and this is Mike McDaniel's words. If you are uncomfortable with the stakes of the game, it's not a game for you. You're not going to change the stakes, and he knows that. You're held accountable for the results. What do y'all feel Mike McDaniel said with that? If y'all want me to read it again, I will.
Yeah,
He
read it
said
What was the
again. Read it
question?
again.
What was the question?
if you he's Mike McDaniel on the pressure that Tua Tagovailoa now has to deal with being 1-4 and all these losses, right?
Okay.
Mike McDaniel responds by saying, if you're uncomfortable with the stakes of the game, it's not a game for you. You're not going to change the stakes. And he knows that. You're held accountable for the results.
Sounds
This
like
is
McDaniel
mind
been whooping
shocking,
to his
bro.
ass behind closed doors, as he should. Sound like he's
I'll
been giving
believe
him
it
some
when it's
hard coaching.
actions.
Yo,
I'll
this is
believe it with McDaniel's
crazy.
It's
actions.
been
It
behind
sounds like
closed
he's
Exactly.
doors.
benching Tua,
So
bro.
feeling, yeah.
I'll
Well,
believe it when I see it.
So
I don't
let
know
me
if
ask
he's
you guys
benching
this.
him, but it sounds like
And
he's
and
You
coaching
wanted
him
him to
hard.
let
bench
me
him, and
ask you
now
and
you
guys
this
got
comes
this.
him.
and
You
this
wanted him.
hey, by the way, this comes after Tua's little slick comment. Oh, it doesn't matter if I throw 5 interceptions. It doesn't matter if I throw 5 touchdowns. I go home and my kids love me.
Real quick,
Oh,
Why
let me
do you
ask you
think
this.
like
Let
that?
me
man.
let me ask you this real quick.
Wow.
If he does have
You
that
didn't know that,
point
Fred?
where he does end up getting benched, is all forgiven?
No.
That
No,
changes nothing because the pressure is still to
no,
win the game.
no.
It's
We're
still
one and
there.
four.
That's the thing. The pressure, like you said, whoever said that, yes, the pressure's still there because next
It
man up
definitely does
mentality.
change stuff.
It doesn't
It
because you
definitely,
still owe
yes,
two
it
hundred
does.
million dollars in dead cap.
No,
Yep.
if that man
The
benches Tua
Broncos
and he
owes
goes
90
out there with
million
Zach
to Russell
Wilson
Wilson.
or Quinnen and he starts not even winning, but actually having an offense that looks like pro,
Yeah.
trust me, he won his job back.
And that's
He
why
for
we
Actually,
sure
haven't
did.
I'll
seen.
agree with
And
that.
that's why
If
we
he can
haven't
make
seen Tua benched yet. Because once
if
that happens, that shines a big spotlight on whoever has been backing him, whoever argued
Yep.
to resign him, whoever argued to draft him. Then they gotta make some answers, and I believe that's who's putting the pressure on McDaniel to keep playing Tua.
Hold up, man.
I
Don't
would
forget,
agree with
don't
that,
forget
but
the
I don't.
last coach. Don't forget the last coach that bench tour got up. He got up out of here. They got him up out of here. So
Yeah, we should get him up
keep
out of
that
here
in
too, to
mind,
be
bro.
honest. But
He
I
was
don't.
gone.
Hey, if he makes Zach Wilson look like
Shout out to my guy
Daniel
Terrence,
Jones,
man.
like he
Terrence.
is in the Colts, I'll back up on the McDaniel hate. But there is
You would
no
have to.
evidence that he can do it with another quarterback because he's had multiple quarterbacks play. Now they haven't been highly
Exactly.
talented
That's what
quarterbacks,
I said,
but
bro.
every quarterback other than Tua under Mike McDaniel has been awful and looked
About
completely
6 or 7.
unprepared.
It's been about 6 or 7 of them, bro. Six or
And
Yeah.
they
7.
all look unprepared. This is not a
But
good
we all
coaching
know
staff.
why.
And
We
It's
all
some,
know
not.
Yeah,
hey,
why.
we've been
some
calling
none of you
for
guys
that
want to
for a
talk
while.
about
Different.
He
something
went
none of
to
you
those
guys want to talk
backup
about.
his
McDaniel is not a leader of
backup
men.
plan crap shows, and it
McDaniel is
proves
not
that
a
they
leader of
never
men.
went out
He's just
getting a
not.
competitive backup. Bryson, that's what it shows. They under Tua's regime, they never went out and said, "Let's go get a quarterback." Maybe, oh, this looks too good. They didn't want that in the building. They needed someone that can
No.
Hey, I
compete
agree with
and
you,
look
but
serviceable as
I'm
Tua.
not gonna give the
Now
pass to
they're in
McDaniel
hot
because of
water.
that.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
it's
gonna.
not his fault. It's not
No,
his
I ain't gonna
fault.
give, bro. I ain't gonna waste a whole nother couple years because this is what's gonna happen. Let's say you do that. Let's say you keep McDaniel, right? And he go picks his quarterback, right? What if he? I don't even know if his evaluation on a
Hello.
quarterback is even good. I don't
Hello.
even know that.
Hello. Bryson, we have his quarterback.
We
Pete,
have
There is no
his
more
quarterback.
excuses, dude. We got Zach
Yeah.
and
We
Quinn
have his
Ewers.
quarterback.
If these two
Listen.
Yes,
fail,
he did.
wave
He
bye
personally
to the
had
bad
picked
guy.
Zach Wilson and Kieran
Yep.
Wood.
okay, Pete. So you're
Now
cool
he
with
got
that?
his
All
chance.
right.
No,
So
no, no.
So
I'm
now
you're
not
he
cool
saying
got
I'm
with.
his
cool with
chance.
that. No, what I'm
Okay, so
saying
you're
is that
saying
How it
you're
goes.
cool with pushing forward with if Zach or Quinn play this year like a good amount of
no, but you got to
snaps
see what you have
and they're
with
not
them,
good, you're cool with pulling the
Bryson.
plug on McDaniel,
You
correct,
got to see
Pete?
what you have with him.
You
Hey
have
man,
to.
My
hey man,
thing
what
is
y'all
this:
talking about, man?
No,
if
but
he
Pete, I
went,
can't hear you. Are you cool with that? If we pull the plug on McDaniel if it don't work out with Quinn and Zach, if they
No,
get
no, but it
1000%.
depends
Yeah,
on the
it's over.
okay,
results.
It's over with.
we
It
agree.
depends on the no. But hold up,
I
it
pull the
depends on
plug
the
on.
results. If you plug in
Yeah.
Zach or Ewers and you see a significant change in the effectiveness of the offense, and we actually win some games, then I think McDaniel has bought himself another year or two.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't. But that's what I'm trying to get at. And that's what I said a second ago. I said if Zach Wilson looks like that was my thing is looks like Daniel Jones at the Colts. You know he's performing well. We're winning games. Yeah, I might give McDaniel another shot. But I'm gonna put my opinion in here. I don't see that happening. I do hope they get a shot though, because I just don't see Tua
I agree. I don't think it's going to make
proving.
much of a difference.
Hey, yo,
I just
yo,
don't
I,
want
I,
to
yo,
do
I
it here.
I got a
Hold on,
question
I
for
mean,
y'all,
you buy
boys.
him another year, but Greg got to go.
Hey, I got a question for y'all, boys, right?
This how bad we struggling, bro. This is how bad we struggling, bro.
Yeah, we know we trash,
Look,
Fred. We know we trash.
look. This how bad we struggling. Like our
head coach on the verge of being fired. All right, our offensive coordinator can't get nothing going with the offense, bro. Nobody gets done. Whatever little thing he gets going, seems like it gets shut down. The play caller, bro. Come on, bro. The plays are suspect in these games,
That's
bro. There's a whole lot of
McDaniels.
suspect. Oh,
True, but
who's the hole for all of them? One dude, bro. One dude.
McDonald's,
I done
McDonald's,
named three positions, bro. I done named head coach,
McDonald's.
offensive coordinator, play caller,
Pete.
bro.
That hey,
These are
Pete.
three
That's what I
coaches,
call
bro.
him. I call him McDonald's.
You
That's
get
his
rid of
name.
one, you get rid of one, you get
Fred's
rid of
pissed, bro.
all those
Hey,
bad things
they
right there,
pissed off
bro.
Fred, bro. They pissed off Fred, bro.
His
Hey,
name is
Fred, talk to
McDonald's,
him.
Pete.
Hey, cook
Make
him,
sure you
Fred.
call him
Exactly,
McDonald's, not
bro.
McDaniel's.
Hey,
No,
Fred's
McDonald's.
man,
cooking him
this is
right
fact, bro.
now.
This is fact, bro. All right, we got a guy that's on the verge of being fired at head coach. We got a play caller, bro. Like his plays are called in suspect times, bro. His plays are suspect. And the offensive coordinator, bro. The offense ain't moving, ain't nothing. And when it does start to look like something, bam, a trash team shuts it down for a whole half, bro. Whole half.
Yeah,
And
but
what the
Fred.
You know what I'm saying? So
where's the point of these guys bringing up Anthony Weaver as interim head coach? He
Oh
ain't doing
nah, but he
crap.
gotta go too,
He
Pete.
has
Hey, Pete.
two. He has
I'm
He
two. But
gotta
telling
hey,
you,
go
man,
I'm
I
too.
gotta
He
get
can't.
telling
He
out of
can't
y'all.
here.
stay.
Thanks for having
He
me
gotta
up,
Ever
go.
Pete.
since that depth
Hey yo,
chart
Pete. He
came
gotta
out,
go too,
didn't I
Pete.
say
He
he
gotta
was
go.
gonna
Yeah.
make
Nah.
our case? Didn't
I
I
see y'all
say
boys later.
Anthony Weaver's
I'll
gonna
All
see you
make
right,
guys.
Anthony
See you,
All right,
Weaver?
Fred.
Chef.
See you,
Chef Jew.
PTO panel.
All right, Chef
Hey,
Jew.
guys, take care, man. Thanks for coming
what's
Take
by.
up,
care,
Cap?
everyone.
Hey
Have a
yo,
good
Hey
Cap.
weekend.
man,
Hey,
you know what
Hey
it
yo,
is?
Cap.
This is another guy that doesn't have what he needed to have to sit here and bench
Oh,
a player like either Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips, or Chop Robinson. He needed a bench one. Go to 4-3. You got three
and
defensive
who's that
ends.
white girl on
One
your
of them
feet?
need to be benched. They don't want to do it. They rather go to a scheme that has all three playing at the same time. And he said he was going to send them in waves. Yeah, these are unsurfable waves, Anthony Weaver. They're not
Yeah.
fun. You got us holding
But
our
Pete, but
surfboards,
Pete,
waiting.
but Pete, hey, yo, check this out, Pete. Me, Pete, I'm getting rid of Tua, Mike McDaniels, Chris Greer, and got darn on Weaver. Because guess what? And guess who I'm going to go get? I am going to go get Mike McCarthy. That's who I want. And guess what else I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go get I'm gonna go get John Gruden as my GM. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'll
Oh,
tell
that's
you,
good. I'll
Weaver
take
is
Mike.
looking suspect.
The
I'm telling
Cowboys,
you, Weaver
the
is looking
Cowboys,
bad,
they fired
bro.
him for what reason? They fired that man for what reason, Lakers all day?
Weaver is looking bad,
Dak
bro.
got
You
hurt.
know what I'm saying?
Who,
Take
No,
Mike
Gruden?
he's not
McCarthy.
looking bad. He is bad.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. We just, if we don't end up pulling this off Sunday, bro, we have to do something. I'm sorry.
The
No,
only way,
Cap, I'm
you
with
know
you, Cap.
what,
But the
Cap,
thing is,
Cap, I think we're
what?
gonna win on Sunday, bro.
I think so too.
I
Right? The
li-
money
I
went, hey,
think
the
we're
money
gonna win.
went down. It was
Zach,
like plus 300. Now we went down to, I think, plus 150. And the points went, I think, like 5 points for the Chargers. It
Hey,
went down
Cap.
to 4.
Hey,
So the
Cap
money's
and
going to the
Pete.
Dolphins.
I thought we was gonna win Sunday too, bro.
We all did, Fred. And Pete said it too. He was like, bro, I got a feeling we're going to lose. I said, oh, God.
Nah, hell no. I had it wasn't no way we was gonna lose, bro. That's how I looked at it. Ain't no damn way we're gonna lose to Bryce Young, bro. No way.
as at halftime, I went live, Fred, and I asked some of the guys, "What's the momentum?" Because I can't be the only one feeling that the Panthers got some sort of momentum now, and they're gonna
Yeah.
win this game because we looked dull, and it happened right after halftime. And we didn't put up no first downs, three and out, three and out, three and out.
It's like they pressed the
Deep,
off button, bro. It was weird,
yeah.
bro. They were dominating in the first quarter,
Yeah,
and then it was
man.
like click, click.
And something,
Like,
and let me
like,
tell
like
y'all,
they switch. It was like they
something
switch
is weird.
uniforms, Pat.
Hey,
Look like they switch uniforms, bro.
No,
hey,
and my thing,
something, something.
my thing is, look, he had a chance to do the Hail Mary on that last play after the third down, and McDaniel decided to punt. So you're telling me he can't throw out an 18-yard pass, even try to get a pass
Not a.
interference or go for a
Yeah,
Hail Mary to
Thank you.
Waller, something? No, they bypassed it, bro. That tells you all you need to know.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. I don't agree with the Hail Mary thing, but you could have just ran a regular play on fourth
Something,
and
yeah, something.
17.
Take some time.
You
You had a
still
minute and
have
50,
three
bro. They
timeouts.
had a minute,
Okay,
yeah,
I
and
get it.
three
Yeah,
timeouts. They had 7 seconds
get
in
it.
one game and
Check
came
this
back.
out. Check
Remember?
this out.
You
Oh
remember that
no,
one
because
game? Seven
check
seconds, and
this
then they
out.
got the flag, and then they got the freaking field goal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Exactly. You could try to hard snap, hard count, get them encroachment. It's a free play, pass
Oh boy.
interference. You could pick up the 17 yards.
Yeah, you can.
Like it's
You
not.
could.
You
You
just got to
could.
make a downfield pass, bro.
Yeah.
The man punted. Okay, we don't get it. They're still gonna run the ball. You
That
stop the
tells me,
run,
bro.
three
That tells me he
timeouts.
got hurt.
They
That tells
kick
me
a
he got
field
hurt, bro.
goal. You get the ball back again. Off. You gotta hope you now with this new kickoff rule. You could have got a great kickoff return. They would have kicked the field goal. They would have went up 6. No timeouts left. You got a minute and a kick return to try to get something
No,
going with a kick return.
the only explanation for that
Come
was that he
on,
got hurt on
man.
that play, bro. He got hurt on that
You
play, probably.
basically, and you get a look. You automatically pretty much start at the 30, right? Let's say you get a good kick return. You're at the 40 or 50. Now you only got 50
Hey,
yards to score a
When
touchdown. No
when he
timeouts,
got sacked, he
bro.
got
That
hurt,
was
bro.
sad, bro.
That's what it
That
was.
was
When he got
sad.
sacked, he got hurt, and that's when he was on the report this week.
No, no,
hey,
no,
I'm gonna
no,
do
no.
this. I'm gonna do
This is
this,
what
bro.
it
And
is.
I'm gonna do
That
We
he
this.
gotta
was
file that,
sacked
I'm
on
gonna.
and
3rd and
we don't
8.
give a
You're
fuck.
not
File.
blaming Salvanea like all these 2 and 9s are. When he got sacked on 3rd and 8, they're asking him, why didn't you pay attention and throw the ball away? 4th and
Hey,
8 is manageable, bro.
hey, I'm gonna
They're
do this,
benching
bro.
his
But I
ass.
know I'm gonna
He's
get.
on the
I
injury
know.
report.
I know I'm gonna get beat up for this, man. But McDaniel punted that ball so to his stats wouldn't drop in there than what they are. He wanted to keep them good stats right there, and didn't want to throw nothing in there, make it might make him look a little bit bad.
Oh, that was an interception. 4th and
Yeah, that was
17,
definitely.
Fred.
Yeah, it's
That's
an
an
interception.
interception.
Yeah,
It
but that's
definitely.
But
okay.
look,
It's like a punt.
but check this out. Thank you, Cap. Thank you, Cap. Let you now throw an interception. If nobody's open, throw an interception and
Yeah,
get rid of the ball
the
at
one
the
time you need him
50.
to get picked off, you don't want him to get picked off.
Yeah,
Yeah. In a way,
yeah.
if somebody's open, try to get it. If not, throw it up there and let it get picked off. Make a tackle, guys. Boom. Now they're at the 50. They're not in field goal range. You see
Yeah,
this
you still got 3 timeouts.
Maybe a,
that's why he's gonna
maybe a
his
pass
bench. They gave up.
interference. Yeah.
This is
Like
the
I
give
told
up.
you guys when I
This
first
is
came
all I'm
on the
trying to let
show,
y'all know. Wake
I am
up.
here
This
to
is the give
protect
up.
Tua. That's why we did what we did, Cap.
Yeah, I know. I know. Oh God,
It
I
is
can't, bro.
sad,
I
bro. Other
can't, bro. I
quarterbacks
can't, bro.
don't
I
get
can't.
breaks. Our quarterback is being given opportunity after opportunity. It is unbelievable. But you know what? There is a scary point to this. Let's say Zach Wilson comes in, the beat up Chargers. They only put up 10 points last week versus the Commanders. They lost. They also lost to the Giants when Jackson Dart's first start. Let's say we go into halftime. Our offense is in flunk. So are the Chargers. Our defense showed up. It's only 10-zip at halftime. There's a there's a way where we can come back after 10 points after halftime and win the game with Zach Wilson. Would y'all not agree with that?
I don't think it has to be a matter of coming back after halftime. Honestly, I think it's going to be a matter of the last minute switch from Tua to Zach to start the game after the Chargers already game planned for Tua. And Chargers losses do come in bunches, so I can definitely see a recipe where the Dolphins can win this game. Now
What are
it's
you
a
feeling,
matter of
Cat?
can they
What are you feeling?
actually. What am I feeling? I mean,
Yeah.
with the whole injury thing, I'm feeling Mike McDaniel and Ross are using it. They're
No,
using
no.
it
I'm
as
talking
an
about money wise,
excuse.
betting wise.
Oh, never bet on your own team, bro. Bad juju.
That's a fact, bro. Don't even put them on your ticket is a bad luck. But go ahead, keep cooking what you were saying though, Cat. I like what you were saying. Finish that point.
I think that they're using this injury as an excuse to bench Tua and test out Zach Wilson. And this is like benching Tua without benching Tua, without hurting his ego, without saying no.
Yeah.
We're putting you on the bench and we're starting Zach. It's like, hey, this is a week. This is a tough week. Like you can get some rest, come back next
Hey,
week against Atlanta Falcons, let Zach Wilson go out there.
hey,
It's
Ken,
a home
I
game.
respect that, dude. I can accept that because my confidence has been low, based on my performance. So I can accept that, dude. As long as I get my job back when my confidence grows again.
Is this
Well,
Tua or Mike talking?
Eagles fans are already claiming Mike McDaniel as offensive coordinator over there, and they're loving it.
Come on, get out of here.
And what would
Yeah,
that? Oh, hold on. What would that look like for them to get Mike McDaniel as an offensive coordinator and then go to their
check
third
your phone,
straight
Cap.
Super Bowl with
So
coaches that we
we
had
can trade
before
McDaniel,
them?
right? We can't trade McDaniel technically.
We
That
could
tells you
trade McDaniel.
organizational thing, huh?
What did you trade for? What a pick? You get a pick for a coach?
You get a first round pick, second round pick.
Yeah,
If
the
he
Raiders got picks
downgrades,
off of
What?
Tampa Bay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Man, I'm
If you trade,
shipping McDaniel out of here then, bro.
yeah, you can
If
trade
you can give me a
McDaniel
first
if he
round pick,
approves.
if I can get a
He
first
has
round
to
pick for
approve the
McDaniel, it's
motion.
bye bye McDaniel, yo.
Hey, hey, Pete,
I'm
did you
taking a
see my
first round
message
pick
a little
for
while ago
McDaniel.
in chat? You got to take me off as a moderator because when I be
You know,
on
I
here and
just
like
I
I have
just
your
switched
phone.
devices. I'm sorry, chat. I just switched devices. Now I can see the chat because I'm on the iPad. But when I'm on the phone, the screen I can't really see it. That's the honest truth.
Okay, well, I was telling you to
AOP, what
take
did
me
y'all
off as
say?
a
Go ahead.
moderator because when I'm listening to you and I have my phone in my pocket, like I don't know what my phone be doing. I think I might have blocked somebody.
Oh, you blocked
AOP,
somebody?
Oh, that happens to
AOP.
me all the time,
Maybe
bro.
So,
That
I don't
happens to me
know,
all the
They'll
bro.
time.
find them
I
out.
have my
They'll be
phone in my
back.
pocket and it
Yeah.
just does
No,
what it
it'll
does.
happen. It'll happen. I've done it, bro, by
That
mistake
happens,
a
bro.
lot of times.
hey, yo, Cap. Hey,
You
yo,
just did
Cap.
it because you're racist against me. I'm Tua turned the ball over, and you don't want to hear no more from me. So you just don't
Yeah,
like
I
me,
think
dude.
it was Tua that I was blocking. That's right. Yeah.
Hey, yo, Cap. What did y'all think about me saying that Mike McCarthy and John Gruden should be, you know, the people
No,
that I like?
yeah, they were talking. I mean, bro, right now they're talking any type of guy that can bring some type of a steady flow. They want like a
Structure,
strong coach.
structure. They want structure.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean. So I mean, right now there's names out there, but to us to determine whether we want to do that or we want to go with like a Bevel or with Smith. We don't. I mean, if we're gonna go the cheap
No, we
route and we're
don't
gonna
want to
blow stuff
go.
up,
We we don't want to go anybody in house, Cap. Like
I know,
the
I
problems are
get it,
in
I
Hey,
get
house.
it.
We
But
need
with
to.
the logic but by that logic, you have to technically really truly blow it up from internally. Everything.
That's what has
you
to
want to
happen,
know
bro.
a dead giveaway? You guys want to know a dead giveaway that this thing is about to blow up? Right before week one versus the Colts, the Dolphins came out with a YouTube series, Under the Sun. One
Where's the
episode.
bin?
They told us we were gonna get a weekly episode of Under the Sun.
Oh, that's
After we got
correct. That is
after we
true.
got after we got beat down in Indianapolis, there hasn't been a single episode of it yet.
That's
Yep,
because we
things are
didn't read
dark.
the fine print of
No,
where it said
We're
if
in
we
week
win.
6
Pete,
and we're
it's still
still
coming
waiting
out,
on
dude.
My
episode
bad,
8,
No,
Live
and they
Pete,
Squad,
it's still
literally
man.
told us in
I'm just
episode
trying to bring
1
somebody in here that
expect
knows
one
what they
every
doing,
week.
man.
Pete, it's still coming out. It's just that it's gotten a lot darker, so it's now been rebranded as Under the
Yeah,
Moon.
Live Squad. At least
It'll
we
be
got
coming
a
out next week.
GM.
Under
This
the Moon.
guy, bro.
It's
Hey,
under the
Lakers.
moon, no, it's under
Lakers.
the
I
Yeah.
mean,
ship.
technically Lakers. I mean, right now. I mean, who would be your DC if you did that? You would want Gruden as
I
OC and not coach? Because
no,
I would see it the
I
reverse
would
flip way.
No, he said Gruden as
I
GM.
would want McCarthy as the head coach and then John Gruden as the GM because
Yeah, I would do
we
that
like
the reverse. But
shit,
who
we
would be
like
your DC?
John. Shoot, there. I don't know whoever they want. I mean, because like both of those football minds together, that's
Rex
they got
Ryan as your DC?
they low key got two
No, you need
championships
somebody else, bro. You
combined.
need like
So
I mean,
I'm
I don't know, man.
sorry. I'm sorry. Y'all might not like it, but my number one choice, it's just the last name. And it's going to sell hope. And it's a good article. It's a good feeling.
what are you
It
talking about?
feels right. Let's go hire Chris Shula as head coach, another
Yes,
young
from the
first time
Rams.
head coach. He's a
Yes.
defensive guy. We can franchise tag Jalen Phillips and try to see if his defensive 4-3 can turn this defense into a star with. Because look, everybody keeps turning around, right? I hear the fan base. I hear everybody talking. And like Mr. Park was saying up here earlier to the Tampa fan, you're loud and wrong. A lot of these guys are loud and wrong and deep in their feelings. Once we fire, if we fire, or when we fire Chris Greer, McDaniel, we get a new regime.
I want Weaver out
We're
of here
we're
too.
still gonna have
Weaver
we're
got to go
still
too.
yeah, yeah, all of them. If all of them go, it's not like the new regime overnight is gonna bring a brand new 53-man
Bro,
roster. That's not gonna happen.
bro,
We're
do
still
you
gonna have
believe, bro?
guys like Phillips, Zach Sealer. We're gonna have probably not Bradley Chubb, but we don't know
A
yet. But
couple,
Josh
yeah, a couple of
Robinson,
foundational, yeah.
yeah,
Oh
Kenneth
no,
Grant.
Billy,
We're
Coach
mad at
Prime, he
Kenneth
got
Grant,
health problems. We
Savanea.
can't
Like this is
deal
still
with
gonna
Coach
be our
Prime.
team. We
He
just
got
need a
things
coach.
going on. He got to worry about
We
himself.
we just we
It's
just
the
need a
evolution of
different
the
mind.
NFL.
It's gonna take a time
Yeah,
to
but the
reverse this
evolution of the
roster.
NFL has the Steelers with Aaron Rodgers at having them in first place. Is that evolution?
No, but what I'm saying with the evolution of the NFL as far as head coaching goes, I think it would be wiser for us to try
Tomlin
and
ain't
get
going
some
nowhere
young
now,
guy
bro. Trying to get
instead of
Tomlin now,
getting
forget that, bro.
going out
And
and
let's
getting one of these
and
old guys that should still play football the old way because it's evolving, and we need somebody that's going to
yo,
evolve with it. You go and
So
you get like a
Tomlin
hard-headed
is a
coach
coach,
like
bro.
John
Tomlin can
Gruden
adapt. Tomlin
or
Chris
is
Shula,
versatile.
Bill Belichick.
Chris Shula, Chris Shula is part of that whole little McVay group. Next thing you
oh
know, he
Lord,
brings his crew,
I can't
knows
deal
this
with this
McVay
McVay crap,
style
Pete.
offense.
Pete, I
I'm
can't.
telling you.
Hey, no, do you
Pete,
know that
I'm
the guy
telling
from Jacksonville is in McVay's tree?
the guy from
The
really,
guy
I
that's the
oh
can't.
coach over
Liam
there?
Cohen.
I
Yeah.
Liam
can't deal
Cohen,
with this
yeah.
McVay
Yeah.
stuff. Everything is
Yeah.
McVay, McVay.
Nah, it's Shanahan.
Well, no,
It's
no,
all
Cap, you bring
Shanahan.
up a great point. If that guy in Jacksonville continues to have success, the Dolphins are going to look to follow that example
Bro,
and get somebody in that mold.
KP,
Yep.
the
From the
defensive
Rams,
coordinator is the guy that was on Hard Knocks, remember?
Now I don't
Anthony
remember, but I'll take your
Campanelli.
word for it.
Anthony
Anthony
Campanelli.
Campanelli, remember the guy that was giving the speech about if you're in an alley somewhere and you're
Wait,
getting
hold
robbed,
up, Pete
you know
Cap.
the
Is that the
universal
linebacker
language of
coach
you
for
know
the
what to do
Dolphins?
in a situation where you have
Yeah.
to protect your
That's him.
family. It's universal.
He's the DC.
Everybody knows the language. You fight until you have to go. And it was like, bro, it was like this guy, bro, could have been our defensive coordinator, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, he could have been a head. He could have been. Yeah, you right, Cap.
No,
He could have
I
been
like
something.
Shula. Listen,
But
I
Cap,
think Shula.
remember when that episode came out the very next day on the YouTube airwaves? That was the conversation. Like, oh, he could be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
They liked his
he,
energy.
he he was very popular with the fans. But listen,
Yeah.
I think the Shula talk has merit because his name has been on the periphery over the last 2 or 3 years,
Yes.
and maybe so that's a very likely name. I think that's definitely one that'll be in the top three.
So
People.
let's
Mhm.
So let me ask a few questions about it then. Like, other than the Miami Dolphins, where else would he have ties to? I
Or
mean,
like
obviously it's the
Green
Miami
Bay.
Dolphins with his dad.
Yeah, Green Bay, the 49ers, any team that's running this the similar version of the West Coast, this high octane West Coast, short passes, timing passes. So anybody who has that setup, maybe even like the Arizona Cardinals, I think they run that similar system.
I'm
Uh,
I'm meaning I'm
Talking about
meaning
the
more I'm
Cardinals,
meaning more along the
Kyler
lines of
Murray got
a
he
storyline,
Kyler
KP.
Murray missed practice today, by the way, if anybody
Because the
hasn't
way the
looked.
NFL's
And
going,
Lamar Jackson.
everything's about a storyline. So that's what I'm
yeah,
leaning on. Like,
yeah,
what
that's all
other than
about it.
Miami, what ties would Shula have to any other team?
Right, yeah, it would make for a nice storyline. The media will definitely eat that up, and then it would all then depend on his personality and who he really is as a individual and a coach. Me personally, I've already stated this a number of times, but I want a guy named Chad Alexander, who's the current assistant GM of the Chargers. He's the assistant GM to come in here and become the GM. He last offseason or the past offseason he interviewed. He was the finalist for the Raiders job.
Yeah, bro, we need names. We need
Yeah,
names, bro.
so
We need
the name
names.
The name is Chad Alexander. He's currently the assistant GM for the Chargers, and again interviewed for that Raiders job. I think he is considered an up and coming. He's the next in line to become the next big GM of a NFL franchise. There are articles out there about him that you can read to back this up. Although it's a name that's not, bubbling on the radar of most. You have to be, he's a football guy through and through. He started off as a scout under Ozzie Newsome with the Baltimore Ravens. He was the director of pro player personnel with the Jets when the Jets looked like they were getting good. In the early years of what's the name of the guy, the 49ers, Salah. And so he keeps moving up step by step by step. The logical next will be a GM job. I'm hoping it's the Dolphins because I think that's the kind of guy who for the last 20 years has been in the NFL, scouting, working his way up. He's been to a bunch of different environments. He's seen everything, knows everybody. He's already scouting right now for the team he's currently on. You're going to need a guy like that to come in and change his franchise, build it from the ground on up. Now,
Even though I don't disagree on your pick, and I like him, by the way, I just don't think Stephen Ross moves like that. I think the
that's what I'm
GM we
afraid of
have.
too.
I think you
No,
guys. I think I think you guys just said his name. I believe it was Cap for Life earlier, Champ Kelly. If we pay attention to the history of how Stephen Ross moves, he's
Yeah.
always going to give the GM a head start
Yep.
to this whole breakup, right?
Mhm.
So he had Dennis Hickey and Ireland, and he got involved with
Hickey was
Tannenbaum,
1 year
and
because he
then
wanted Greer.
Greer. Yeah, and then he got Greer.
All right.
Like he always gives the next man up a year ahead.
You're
He
right,
doesn't just
Pete.
go one. And I
But
think that's what's happening right
but
now behind closed doors with Champ Kelly.
he's executed that same move just like you described for the last 3 or 4 transitions, right? And it hasn't worked at all. So hopefully he may be learning that the way he's doing business is part of the
Yeah,
problem,
you gotta,
and
you
make the
gotta, you
smart move.
gotta. Well, this is how I believe it probably would turn out to be if Champ Kelly did it this way. If this is how his evaluation would be, he had to. Stephen Ross hired him. He said, "Give me a proposal after training camp, after preseason, when we get the 53-man roster. Give me a proposal of the roster of what you believe the team can do, win, and give me what you believe." And he had to sit here, and after the 53 sat here and gave him his proposal, and Champ Kelly told him, this is not a good team, we're not going to win much, I'm hypothetically speaking. I think we need a better quarterback for this system. I saw it struggling whatsoever. And then Stephen Ross has to sit on that, and when he's sitting on that, watching the season go on, he's realizing Greer is wrong because Greer told me this, but my other guy that I'm paying, my other GM, told me this would happen. So I'm gonna trust Champ Kelly moving forward.
Yeah, this
Once
is
I
my thing.
fire, you see, yeah, that's how it ends up
Look,
happening.
this
That's
is
why
my
you end
thing.
up having two GMs. This is why you have two co-offensive coordinators. Yeah, they try
Look,
to sell it to us. One is a run game coordinator, the other one's a pass game. That didn't make crap. They just had a job to do to make sure this one can call plays and this one can call
yeah,
plays.
you
And
remember
who's
when
the
they
better
had
guy?
Studsville and the tight ends coach as
Yeah,
OCs at one point? They split. So no,
yeah.
my
That was
thing
just
is, when Kelly came here, he was with the Raiders, I believe. I don't know where he was after that, but McKenzie was with the Raiders too. So when then McKenzie came down here, I'm trying to think that was Kelly came down because of McKenzie or because of Greer. Because if McKenzie's not here anymore, then Kelly don't really need to be here anymore. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because if they both came from the same place and they know each other, obviously, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm just assuming, but I mean, you know, he came down here from the Raiders, I don't know his past, but if somebody can fact check that, what I mean, I was
What's
under the
that?
impression I heard he was with the Bills too. So
What's
if
that? Cap.
check for me, who is
Before
Champ?
before joining Champ
Yeah,
Kelly, before joining the Raiders, he spent 6 seasons with the Chicago
Oh,
Bears as the franchise director of pro scouting and later the assistant director of player personnel. Kelly began working in the NFL in 2007 as a college scout for the Denver Broncos. He was also an assistant coordinator of pro and college scouting and assistant director of pro personnel until leaving the organization after the 2014 season.
So he's got
So he's been,
credentials.
yeah, since 2007
But
with the
what's
Denver
what?
Broncos.
Yeah, we just need to
He
find
won
out
a
who
Super
he
Bowl. He won a
really.
Super Bowl with the Broncos with Peyton Manning.
Wow.
Then he went to the Raiders. Kelly spent 3 seasons with the Raiders and served as interim general manager in 2023 after the team fired Dave Ziegler in the middle of the season. So he's already been an interim GM
So you're
after a
telling me
team
they
already
fired him
fired Dave
mid-season?
Ziegler.
So whenever
They
I hear this
fired the
term
Raiders
about
fired.
general managers not getting fired mid-season, that you just heard right now, he said he got fired mid-season. The Jets fired their GM mid-season, I think last year, and Dan Morgan took over the Carolina Panthers. I don't know if it was during mid-season, but the Panthers made a change after like 1 or 2 years.
Hey Cap, didn't we fire Tannenbaum in the middle of the season too? I'm not too sure.
That's somebody needs to check that too, man. But the same thing, like he just got promoted, or you can say demoted, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's how it might go. It might go down with Greer. Greer is going to resign. He has family issues he has to take care of. Shout out to his father for putting many years in the NFL, but they, sad to say, coming
Yes.
out of
Shout
my
out to
mouth,
Bobby Greer, bro, the guy
somebody
who
had to say
discovered
it.
Tom Brady, bro.
But they're going to probably use that as a guilt trip excuse instead of just labeling a firing for misperforming. You get what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong
He'll
with
either
that.
get
If I'm
fired
Stephen Ross, I don't want to
or get
tarnish your
promoted.
name. You're going through hard times. That's respectable. Hey, look, instead of me firing you, let's use this time right now. Let's do it now. Let's just say, hey, we're parting ways. You got family things. We all understand. And it's like you resigned.
Yeah,
Man
like
to
Jim
man, that's
Caldwell,
respectable.
like
Yeah,
like Jim Caldwell.
exactly. Jim Carwell, hey, don't just walk out on me.
Okay,
Can we
so are we
say it's
being
mutual?
premature when we say this stuff? Like, I don't like to get into people's pockets or talk about people's job security or job in general, but are we out of pocket by talking this right now?
No,
What do
Nah,
you
absolutely
mean by
not.
that,
The
Cap?
same, are they out of pocket? Were they out of pocket when they were saying we have to pay Tua and we have to do it now? You don't remember some of them were saying if we don't pay him now, it's only going to be more next year.
Yep, I
yeah.
heard that. I've heard that many
Yeah.
times.
Can you
Yeah.
imagine that?
Hmm.
If Greer's either going to be promoted or he's going to
What
be
up,
out.
John?
How you doing?
What's up, John?
What's going on, John?
I
You know
got a
what?
stat
That
before we
sounds
get.
crazy
Hey,
now, man.
John.
That sounds crazy. If we don't pay him now,
Well,
we'll only have to give him more the following year, yo. Like that
Yeah,
shit is
That yeah,
crazy,
I'm gonna tell
yo.
you
that's
this,
that's
Fred.
their takes.
That's
Those
I
takes are on
yeah,
the internet, and some of those same guys that said that, Fred. Not even with some of those same guys that said that
Yeah.
were telling us
Oh,
we're not objective because Tua's stats look great, right? Mind you,
yeah,
Tua's
man.
stats still look great to this day right now, and they're not being objective, but yet they're off of Tua. So the same guys that said we have to pay Tua now before he gets even more next year, those
no,
same
no, no.
guys are off of Tua 1 year later, bro.
Yeah. The stats don't tell you everything about Tua. You got to use your eyes. You got to use your eyes and just don't go. Can't go by stats
Bro,
because
you guys are saying,
you're fleeting.
Y'all want, but
you're
let's
saying
let's
don't
let's
you're saying
see,
don't bet on us, but
hold on,
man,
Only
because
on
John
Tua.
said, hold on, John, you said right now, think about what you just said. Stats don't bring up everything, right? Shout out to
Yeah,
Barry Jackson on Twitter. Listen to this.
but
Shout out to Barry Jackson on Twitter. He tweeted out, the defensive line has been a disaster against the run and the group has only a total of 3 tackles for loss in 5 games played. The run game defensive problem go much deeper.
Right. That's true.
That's 3 tackles for loss. So the stats mean a lot when it comes to the defensive line and stopping the run.
Well, I was talking about Tua. Tua's you can't when you look at Tua's stats, they look good, but you dig deeper.
They still look good. I was
And he's
shocked because I
shitty.
never go on a website.
How many
I tell y'all all
touchdowns he
the
got so
time.
far?
I
10,
rarely.
right? He's got
The
10
man
touchdowns, right, Pete?
Wait a minute. How many
10
interceptions does
touchdowns,
he
4
have?
interceptions.
How many interceptions?
4
4
interceptions.
interceptions.
How many
6
games has he played?
interceptions. He has 6
How many?
interceptions. Don't forget, 2 of them got called back from
6.
penalties.
Okay. But he's got, what, 10
Okay.
touchdowns, right?
How many games has he played
And he
this
has a
season?
fumble.
How many
Yeah.
games has he played this season?
4.
How many
5.
games?
5.
5.
4.
He made more interceptions than he has played games.
You know what they should do? They
That
should
should be
take
a red
for
flag,
every
y'all.
Oh, God.
If you don't think
I don't
so,
know,
interception
man.
to
He's on
cancel
par.
out
that's a
He's
one of
up
red
the
there.
flag,
touchdowns.
or should
I'm
I say
sorry, I
that's
didn't
a
hear you, Liz.
distress
Liz, can you
call?
repeat what you said?
I said for every interception they should
Dolphins
cancel
hate it.
out one of the touchdowns. That will make
Especially
it so it's better.
this man has his interceptions came at the worst time, guys. Y'all know it.
They do.
Buffalo,
They come at the worst time. That's just why I said you can't go by the stats. You got to go by your eyes. Jesus. You can't go by your stats. With Tua, stats will fool you. Look at Omar. Omar's going by stats only. Okay.
And every
Billy
time,
bashing
and
your
He
every
will
school.
go.
you heard, hey, y'all
He'll
heard Omar the
do
other
that
day on the
stat
Dolphins
thing.
Collective. Y'all heard Omar the other day on the Dolphins Collective.
I
Oh,
don't
I'm
watch that
starting
show.
to. He's starting to find it hard now to defend Tua. Yeah,
That's right.
come up here and
Yes.
click that link. Welcome to the dark side. Come here, Omar. We
You
But
love
should
yeah,
have
you.
heard him this
he
morning.
was on
We love you here.
560.
Yeah,
He
this
was
Guys,
on
morning.
let me tell
560
you
this
something.
morning preaching
That
stats,
man,
stats, 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 stats,
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
man.
this
what I'm
He
morning was
saying.
was.
awful.
Every time that man is getting
It was
stats, he
embarrassing this
tweets
morning.
it out.
I
They're
turned it off,
killing
bro.
him. They're killing him in the chat, and he can't
Y'all
retweet
can't be
nobody.
doing that,
He
man,
could
like
barely
that.
retweet
Even though you
anybody.
should.
He could barely argue with anybody's points now. Like that's why he's saying it's hard to argue back now.
No,
Tua ain't giving him much.
what killed me with Omar this morning is like the dude was trying to debate with Omar, and then Omar kind of just like gave him the cold shoulder, like whatever. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm right. You're wrong, and kind
Yeah,
of continued to talk about stats.
what's
It's like,
happened to
come on,
Omar?
man.
Yeah,
Like,
what's
I
happened to
saw him
Omar
late,
is
so I
that
only saw
Alan,
about 14 minutes of it.
his
So,
former partner on
yeah.
the football show, Alan Poupart, has departed from the support Tua position. He's broken with Omar, and
Oh,
so they've been
yeah.
going
That's
at
right.
it on the past few Dolphins collectives. They've been voicing opposing views about Tua, so he's under pressure, not just from the fans.
Yeah. And he can see there's writing on the wall down the road. You know, if they don't win this week, there's a heck of a lot of pressure on Mike McDaniel right now. I mean, he's really on the hot seat.
No, he knows it
and
because y'all got
what
to
if they
remember.
do win, John?
Huh?
What if they do win, John? What then?
Well, if they do, he's safe for another week. Okay, but
I can take
I
that.
mean, they could run on our defense.
But they don't have a.
If they have a running game,
Who's their backup running back?
who cares? If they could run under a defense,
Who y'all
they could
talking
run
about?
under defense.
Yeah,
Chargers
but I
ain't
mean, like
losing 3 in a row.
they have a
You
better
spot on.
passing game. You don't think You don't think being down their star running back, they're going to like lean more heavily on the pass game?
Hey,
They don't
Mr.
have
Well,
a
Paul.
With Keenan Allen,
Hey,
I
Mr.
McConkey,
heard
Paul.
I've heard that they're hurt on the offensive lineman. They're on backups.
Mr.
So
Paul.
a
Mr.
couple of
Paul.
them are on the backup
yes, sir.
offensive linemen.
The
So
running back they're lining up this week, Kamani Vidal, is the son of Kwame Vidal. Kwame Vidal is in the 90s, the mid 90s, was one of the best running backs to come out of Miami-Dade County, playing for
Oh,
Coral Park High. He then went
okay.
on to have a record-breaking career at FAMU. So
Mm-hmm.
this running back, Kamani
Wow.
Vidal, is his son. So
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
So you want to talk
That's
about
that's a
ties?
food for thought.
Guess who else?
Thanks
You
for
know
that,
who else?
KP.
You know who I think? You know who I've been thinking is a sneaky fantasy option this week? The son of
Gore. I
Aronde
don't know.
Gatson. Aronde
no,
Gatson is
no.
coming to the Hard Rock, bro, and he's been getting
Mason
a lot of
Taylor was
snaps for
here.
them.
Mason Taylor was here 2 weeks ago, and he only got a couple catches. He
Yep.
didn't get in the end zone. I was hoping he would get in the end zone, but he didn't.
But he had the most catches and the most yards he had all season against us here at the Hard Rock,
Yeah, but I've
leading
been
into
watching
that point.
Aronde. I've been watching Aronde Gadsden's trend, and he's not trending in the right direction. They have too many weapons over there for Herbert. He's already too comfortable with Keenan Allen and Conkey, and who's the other guy they got? The new
If
one,
it's
Quentin
him or me,
Johnston. So I mean, like, I do like the idea of what you're saying, but I've already like tried playing a Gadsden in prime spots, and it wasn't good.
Hmm. Well,
Like, he should have done well against the Giants, but the team just sucked altogether.
yeah.
So I mean, as bad as we are, the Chargers are kind of like in a bad spot too. And like I said earlier, when Chargers lose, their losses usually come in bunches. So don't be surprised if somehow the Dolphins fucking pull away an upset at home to
What's it?
shake
Their
that's
things
record
my
up.
is
sneaky
three.
play. That's my
Are they
sneaky play.
3?
I'm not gonna lie. My sneaky play 2 weeks ago was like what? Ollie Gordon. Everybody else was talking about the other running back. I jumped on Ollie Gordon. Wrong on that. This week, my sneaky play is Aronde Gatson. Especially our defense now. Think about this. We're switching linebackers. That man is gonna eat here in front of his dad, his family. He was here from Miami.
We're switching linebackers.
Herbert is gonna want that storyline.
I gotta figure out what's going on with my
You,
StreamYard.
oh, you
I can't
talk
even
about
hear
a
people.
storyline. It's Ross
Mm-hmm.
and Herbert. Herbert came from Michigan, and
Yeah.
Ross has ties to Michigan. Didn't he want Herbert? I mean, to come to Miami one time to coach.
Well, here's what's gonna happen, John.
Yeah, he
Whether
went
he did
Harbaugh.
or he didn't, whether he did or he didn't, on Sunday, all we know is he has a 90-year-old grandpa at wide receiver in Keenan Allen. He has a banged up offensive line, one of the worst, because Justin Herbert is one of the most hit quarterbacks. If not, I think last I checked, he is the most hit quarterback in the
That
league right
90-year-old
now, right?
grandpa has a touchdown in every game so far. Just saying.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's who he's working with, right? He's one of the he almost retired, bro, and he went there. So
Herbert.
banged up offensive line, absolute no running game. They're on their practice squad running backs with Haskins and Vidal. It's a nice story though, KP, with his father. That's cool. All that tells me now is he's a must play at the Hard Rock because they're from Miami. So now I'm looking at Vidal and Gatson to be good fantasy gambles this week because they're going to find themselves in the end zone, or at least one of them will.
Nah, bro. If
So
you
Well,
want a
I,
fantasy gamble at tight end, bro, if you want a fantasy gamble at tight end this week, you need to go either get Mason Taylor or AJ Barner. Those are the two you need to go look for.
oh,
They're most
Seattle.
likely on your waiver wire. Yeah, either AJ Barner or Mason Taylor. Because if you go look at Mason Taylor's stat lines from week 1 to now, like he is trending like he's gonna be a fucking stud, and he's on the Jets right now, bro. 9 targets or
I'm
9 catches on 12 targets last week. The week before that, it was 7 catches on 7 targets. The week before that, it was 5 catches on 6 targets. Like he's just trending upwards over there.
Here's what's going to happen. Justin Herbert is going to be at the Hard Rock throwing rips, throwing balls downfield, letting the ball fly. Stephen Ross is going to be seeing this at halftime. Instead of having a meeting after the game with McDaniel, he's going to have that meeting at halftime and say, hey, it's about time we put in a quarterback that can throw the ball downfield like that too. Make the
Well, I
switch
just
to
want
Zach Wilson
Herbert,
now, and let's fight back against this team. I screwed up. Herbert was better. Now let's
do
just
you
fight and play football. The
do
results
you know
are
what's
over.
going to happen? I'll tell you what's going to
It's
happen.
over.
You
Tell
yeah,
me
know
I
what's
what's
just
going
going
to
want
to
to
happen?
warn
happen,
you
John.
about
Tell us
Gatson.
all.
That's all. Stay
No,
away from that one.
I want to tell you what's going to happen. We're going to play the game. Mike McDaniel will make the first change. First, he does his 50 script. How many plays it is. Then I think then the Chargers will make changes, adapt to what Mike McDaniel's doing, and Mike McDaniel's just stay with his sunglasses and
With
look
that
like
little
a dummy,
snug look he puts,
and,
right? Like that
and
little
not
snug
even make
boy.
another
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
change.
Honestly,
Okay,
this is going to be.
he will not adapt to what the Chargers will do. Okay, and that's going to be his downfall. And the Chargers are going to run right over us
But see,
at the
this
end
is
of
going
the
to be.
game.
This
That's
is going to be a
Even with
exactly
all the
game.
injuries,
what has been happening. It's, and we're lucky we won the Jets game.
we are.
This is going to be a game where defense has the opportunity to look really good and actually give us the chance to win this game, or if not, win this game themselves. With the busted up O line that they do have, hopefully our pass rushers can do what they've been doing. I mean, fairly okay, not great, but they've been getting better. It's definitely been better since week 1 and week 2. So don't be surprised if Justin Herbert is getting some pressure in his face and can't make the throws that he would like to. That's what we need to
Here's
hope
the thing.
for as Dolphin fans going
This
into
is the
Sunday.
That's what
reality.
you're going
No,
to
you're
need.
right. You're right. You're
Yeah,
right because
that's what you're going to need
there is
hope
some
for.
sort.
That's right.
Yeah, we always gonna need hope with this quarterback Tua. But check this out. Not only are they're missing both of their starting tackles, left and right tackle, they're also benching their center, bro. So they have a new center along with two bad tackles.
So we pretty much have a prime opportunity to get 6 sacks minimum. Can we do it? Can we do it? That's the
Or
question. Can
Our
this
or
pressure,
at
defense
look,
least
our pressure
perform
rate,
the way we
our
need it to? Can we
you
hold
seen
this
our
team?
pressure rate?
Can we
not
hold
only
this
that,
team
check
to
this out.
under 19 points for
Hey, Weaver
third straight
might get
week?
fired after this game, guys. Weaver might get smoked like a hot dog on game day, fellas. You know why? You know why? They got
So they're gonna
three
put up
offensive
47.
linemen. They got backup running backs. And if our defense gets smoked like a hot dog on game day, there's no excuse, Weaver. You're cooked, bro.
Nope,
There's, no,
none.
You're
That's what I'm saying.
cooked.
This is a perfect game for the
and there's
defense.
no excuse for
This is
Mike
a perfect
McDaniel
game to
either. Okay, if we get
either the
smoked.
defense to shine or for them to get exposed. Like one or the other is going to happen. Like either the Chargers put up 47 on us and our defense is cooked, or they actually perform against a weak, non-existent offensive line and look good. So we'll see how it turns
What
out.
what is their record? Is it above 500? Is the
Yes,
Chargers
they're
record?
3-2. Yeah,
Man,
they're 3-2.
imagine if that would really did happen, bro. That would be 4 defensive coordinators in 4 years.
Imagine. You don't think that guy should be fired already, bro? Players out of position, can't get turnovers. The time you do get turnovers, they're lucky fumbles, balls falling out of quarterback
Yeah,
hands. You know what I'm saying? It's just been
yeah.
nothing but fumbles, bro. You got one interception, an overthrow from Bryce Young. Cool story, bro. Nobody wants to hog on Weaver because they were all jumping on Weaver for interim head coach. Get over yourselves. The man is bad, and honestly, I think he's putting all type of players out of
Well,
position. We
you
got, we
can't
got,
you
we
can't
got, we
hold
got,
on,
we got,
Pete.
bro.
You
We
can't
got
blame. Hold on,
safeties.
Pete.
We got
Hold on,
safeties
Pete. You
playing
can't
nickel, bro.
blame the fans
We
from a
got
good.
safeties playing nickel.
You can't blame the
Oh
fans from a
God.
good last part of the season last year. It looked really good. It fooled a lot of people going into the offseason. You can't blame them.
We paid Zach Sealer. We paid Zach tried to punt Sealer. The man tried to block a punt and lost a game.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We ran to the kicker. That's right.
Why are you in a
And
punt safe
he's been
situation at that
freelancing.
point,
Here's
anyways?
another thing.
Oh
Here's
god.
another thing. Hey, since there was a loud portion of the fan base that wanted Weaver, they're not bringing it up. But it's guys like me that told them to slow their roll, right? You know what they're not saying about Weaver right now? That Weaver ain't no real head coach like that. You know why? The man has players freelancing. Captains aren't even listening to this man. Bad scheme, bad plans have guys like Zach Sealer freelancing, doing what they want. Because they don't believe in you, coach. They don't believe in you, coach. That's why they do what they want. That's when players freelance on defense. You know why?
You know,
They look at the coach as a dummy. Oh, you a dummy. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not on the field. We know what's going on. It's our
you
days
know
on the
what?
line.
That's because he's always got that big ass smile. He never serious, man. Like,
I
fuck.
hate that smile, bro.
Pete, just look at the prices on the tickets. You could what you get
Don't
how don't low
talk to
you
me
could buy them
about that,
for.
John. Don't talk to me about prices of tickets, John.
Because they're going lower.
I
I
hate it.
heard.
I fucking hate it.
I'm hearing there's a third plane now.
Well,
Or what?
on the Jets, when I went to the Jets, it was $50 for me. Okay,
And
and
that's on a
now
prime time night, Monday
My
night.
tickets are already
that
paid for, man. They need to
yeah
figure out how
no
to give me a refund on half of my shit, bro.
Bro,
I'm
I
sitting
feel
here
for those.
paying
Hey,
premium
look.
prices.
Maybe
I'm
we're
here's
being
the
telling you
good
right
part
now,
premature,
is
bro. Look,
those
maybe we're
tickets
being
gonna be
premature.
expensive if Zach Wilson brings us back.
Listen, yeah, exactly. Maybe we're being premature, but at this rate, we have every right to play like, bro. Like, what happens if we're like under 500 and you have to fly to Spain? Imagine that, bro.
we are under
Right
It's
500.
now,
not hard.
right
It's
now,
not hard to imagine right now, Cap. Like the
right now,
games that
Mike
we have
McDaniel
coming
has the
up.
opportunity. Right now, Mike
Yeah,
McDaniel has the opportunity to change the landscape, to earn his respect, to get it back. Because what's going to happen is all the jokes on Greer and McDaniel aren't going to be jokes anymore once their top flight backup plan works to perfection. The gamble that they risk. Once this happens, we go on a 3, 4, 5 game win streak. The Ravens playing bad. The Bengals are bad. Look at the AFC. Shoot, KC lost to the Jaguars. 2 and
hey,
3
the
KC.
Jaguars weren't that bad. I saw that game.
Kansas City Chiefs only have one more win than the Dolphins.
Hey, and
Okay?
I actually called that game to a T. I'm just saying, like
And the
I
Ravens, right?
And the
yeah.
Ravens. They're tied with us. The
The
AFC is not
Ravens are
cooked yet.
tied.
It's looking
Wow.
good for some other teams, but the shift is going to turn. When playoff football starts in Thanksgiving, and if we have Zach Wilson rolling on a winning streak, I'm telling you right now, bro,
Hey, I
we
saw one
might be in
stat, bro.
playoff
I'll
Hey,
conversations
tell you,
hey,
sitting
Pete.
at
you win.
7-5. We
Hey,
will be
Pete.
You
seven
win.
and five sitting in playoff
Hey,
conversations.
Pete. You saw?
I'll tell you
You
right
saw
now,
that
your
guy on
one
Twitter,
saving
bro.
grace
You saw that
might
guy on
be
Twitter, Pete.
Wilson. Well,
Who?
was it Wilson?
The
What
the guy
the
that
tight end?
bro, he had he had Homer Simpson, right? He has a Homer Simpson meme, and Homer's like looking at everybody, like walking backwards into a bush, and the guy's like, "Hear
Yeah.
me out, real quick." The Dolphins were 1-4 at one point, and they made that playoffs. And I forgot what year he said it was, but he was like, there
That
was
was
one
And
time that they made the playoffs at
well,
one
say
and
the
four.
man's name.
that was
Say the
Kupar.
man's name that tweeted that. Thank
No,
It
I
was
you.
don't.
two
I don't
parts.
remember.
Yeah.
I scrolled by it. I scrolled by it. Who
Who?
was it? I don't.
Yeah.
It was the
It,
Dolphins Collective,
it had to
Align
be
Poop Heart.
Poupart because yeah, he's got a
No,
single
I don't
track.
remember. To be honest
He
with you, I
remember that.
scrolled through it so fast. I just started laughing. I didn't see who it was,
It
but it
was
was like,
Align Poop Heart.
He could tell you right off his head what when, but I don't remember it. But I mean, it could be. I don't know what year. What year
It
did he
was the
say?
year that it was the
In
year that we went
2016
seven
with Jay
straight.
Ajayi. Yep. We went one
Oh,
and four, and we got back.
okay,
Jay Ajayi
okay,
started ripping them
yeah.
okay.
200-yard
So,
We
games,
lost
and we made
seven
it
and
to the
won
playoffs.
seven or something like that.
what year was that? 2016.
Was that with
16.
Flores? That was with
Yeah, in
Flores then.
2016.
26 in
2016. That was
2016,
Dennis Hick.
Pat
That was
Mahomes
Dennis
wasn't
Hickey's
even in the
year.
league.
That was
Mahomes
Dennis
No,
wasn't
Hickey's
even in
year,
the
bro.
league. In
He
2016,
drafted
when
did we
Jay
have to play
Ajayi.
Herbert?
Bro, that was Dennis Hickey's year. He drafted Jay Ajayi and Jarvis Landry that year.
when I thought we went. I thought when we had Flores, we did that one time. We lost so many games and we won so many games.
So you're saying what? We started 1-4 that year, Pete?
Yep.
We had,
Huh.
One
bro.
and four.
It was actually worse
So
than
yeah,
that. It got worse than that.
We're probably gonna start 1 and 5 and go on a 6-game run, guys.
We've done it 4 times, I think. We had
We're
like
because
three
we will be
seven
wait
game
a
sitting at
minute.
winning
seven
streaks.
and
No,
five. With there's a possibility we're gonna be sitting at 7 and 5 on a 6-game win streak with Zach Wilson in playoff
oh,
conversations.
Pete, what if we lose this game?
We're one
What
and
if we
Who do
five,
win?
we play next?
and
Who do we play now? Who do we play next? Who do we play next?
Let me
After
ask you this. We keep saying, what
we
if we
we play
lose?
the
But what if we win?
Browns. We play Dylan Gabriel and the Browns.
the Browns have a good defense, don't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
but
pretty
they
good.
have a trash offense.
The-
Yeah.
the-
They balance
no,
out each other in
no,
a bad way.
they balance out. They balance out a whole. I would take the defense over the offense. Defense
Zach
Of
will
Wilson
win
course.
you
is not
games.
losing. Zach Wilson is not losing that game, buddy. Zach Wilson will be starting in Cleveland at Cleveland. Guaranteed, bro. It's over for Tua. That's
No,
why this
bro.
stream is going
No,
on
no,
right
no, no,
now,
no, no,
John.
no, no, no.
It's
If
over
he
for
beats
Tua.
no. If he beats Justin Herbert, you don't think that's gonna light up a spark in everybody again?
Buddy, we if Tua loses by halftime and
I'm
he's
telling you,
down,
bro.
Zach
If he
Wilson
beats
brings us
Justin
back and
Herbert,
we win the
they're
game,
they're gonna
forget
hype it up.
about it, bro.
The media is gonna
They're
hype it
gonna
up if he
drag.
beats Justin Herbert, bro.
You know what? Let me tell you something. You know why they gave that man a 2 injury option? Here's the excuse, so all of y'all can know what the backstory on this injury. They said Tua has a bad throwing thumb and his hip. Right? This is good. This is what they're gonna do. Zach Wilson comes in versus the Chargers. He wins that game. Whoop! Sunday versus the Cleveland. Zach Wilson is gonna start. Why? Oh, his thumb has gotten better, but his hip still isn't. Zach Wilson wins. Boom. Next week, here we go. We play the Falcons. Oh, Zach
Well,
Wilson is still the starter. That hip is still bruised. That man is gonna go on
well,
a winning streak. Tua ain't getting his job back, bro.
basically, what you're saying is when Mike McDaniel said stay out for a little bit longer when you had that concussion, stay out for
Are
another
you
few
gonna take out a
weeks
quarterback
until
that's
you
winning
get
and thriving?
healthy. He was out for 6 or 7 weeks.
There is no getting healthy. It is over
I
with,
I
John.
know it. I know it. I'm saying that's what you were
And
saying
here's the
by
issue. And
putting
here's the
in
and here's
Zach.
the issue to the guys that are sitting up here that think because I saw the chat earlier when the panel was lit with all of you guys up here talking about trading Tua. Let me tell you guys something. There's an avenue. Tua, listen to this. There's an avenue, and I'm here to drive through it right now to give you guys the hope.
Now
Zach
I can
Wilson
see him
comes
going
in.
to the
He's on
NFC.
a yeah. Zach Wilson. Listen, Zach Wilson is in. He's on a 4 or 5 game win streak. The offense is thriving. Everybody's hyped up. We're loving it. Tua comes out and starts demanding a trade because he's healthy, ready to play, and we're rolling. We're sticking with Zach Wilson because he's winning. That'll be the controversy here, right? Here's what the
Mhm.
option is. Oh, but Pete, you're talking reckless right now. His contract. I get it, but the Dolphins have to eat and bite the bullet. Tua had good stats before he got hurt. Now you found a trade partner of a desperate team. You just have to eat a portion of that contract, a lot of it, half of it, eat it, find an avenue that raises the stock value of that trade stock. Okay, so if
And to back
he
you up,
didn't
and to
want to
back you
take
up
that
a little bit,
contract,
Pete.
you gave him an option that you're willing to take half of that contract or whatsoever. Two teams split it, and guess what? Now you can get a third for Tua. You can actually get
Yeah.
a third. He has a third round value, guys. We just
And you
traded
know
Tua
what?
in
You
season
know
for a
what?
To
third
back you up
rounder,
on that,
and we took that man's contract.
Do
it
you
could
know
come
who
as
else I would
soon
trade?
as next week when Joe Flacco goes out, because sitting behind that bad Cincinnati line with
Joe
his
Flacco is
old
the
ass.
Bengals can't. No, it has to be a team. It has to be a team with like a quarterback that's not on a huge contract. That's just the truth. The Bengals are automatically eliminated, like the Vikings. I'm gonna give you an
Oh yeah, because
example, Cat. Let's say,
Burrow's paid,
yeah,
right?
yeah, but yeah, Burrow's
Yeah.
paid. These big contract quarterbacks, they can't do that. They got to literally have with the top backup plan or Carolina. That's a very good name. That is a very good team. There's teams out there in positions like that. Carolina. I'm gonna give you guys another example right now. The
I
Colts
thought
are winning right now. They look good, right? They're number one in the AFC South. But what happens to Indiana Jones if he gets hurt and breaks his ankle? God forbid, knock on wood, if anybody's around wood, he breaks his ankle. They already trashed Anthony Richardson. They're not going to trust that. Daniel Jones isn't on a big contract either. So they might be able to be the team with that gets hurt with an injury in winning position that don't want the rest of the season to fail, desperate enough to trade, take up on half of Tua's contract, and boom, we lucked out. And Zach Wilson has to be winning. That's the reality.
And actually, that might work too, because they just got Daniel Jones, thinking that they revived one quarterback already. Why can't we revive another?
Facts. It's a good point. Shout out to Kenneth for pulling back up.
I knocked on wood for
Somebody
you,
has
Pete.
another. Thank you.
Do you know who I would trade also during the off season? I would trade Hill back to the Chiefs
I
for
don't know if
a
you guys
draft pick.
realize this, but the Chargers are looking to trade for a running back. And I don't know if you guys have heard the reports or the rumors flying in the air, but A Chain is
Yeah,
target
they
for the
wouldn't. They
Chargers.
wouldn't turn.
Well,
Hey,
I've been
I
telling you
was
that
asking
since
a lot of
day
people,
one.
bro. They won't.
That's
Hey,
why we're using him so much.
they won't
I don't
deny it,
know.
but
A
they won't.
Chain,
You know what I'm saying? They won't say it's not true, but they won't say it's true. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And
I
there's
could see him
multiple
as
Sunday.
teams they're
traded.
saying.
I could see him being traded because Gordon's looking good.
Kansas City, perhaps.
Yeah, I've
John
suggested
said
Kansas
Gordon is
City,
looking
but
good.
we'll
They don't even give Gordon a shot, bro. They gave him like what? How many carries?
I don't know.
They gave that man is averaging 1 yard per carry. I was screaming at guys like Mr.
How
Carl.
the
I
hell
was
is that
telling people
possible, dog?
how because I
I
was
don't
telling
know.
y'all.
I
People
don't
just
know.
think it's a joke when I'm telling y'all. I told y'all we need to go in with one running back. I told y'all from the very beginning before the season started. I said this is not going to work. We need one running back
I
in the
need
system.
one
We need to
running.
be like the 49ers. Pay attention. I gave y'all examples. Elijah
Do
Mitchell.
they have a
When they put him back there,
one
they
running
ran
back?
with him. When they put one running back, you run with that in this
But
style system. Why? Because it confuses the defense more. You're less predictable. This is why I was arguing with guys during the offseason. Oh, Pete, you talking crap. A-Chain can't get 20 touches. Well, they better find a way because this whole
so why
substitution crap, it's not going to work. Every time we
why
run it,
don't
Ollie
this?
Gordon, the
Yeah.
defense is going to have an antenna on their helmet. Whoop, there he goes. That's the guy that's going to get the ball. Let me creep up and stop the run. And that's what we've been seeing. Every time the man comes in, it's a run.
well, that's
96% of it.
but that's fault on Mike
I don't want to hear
McDaniel
about that
there
one
for not
instant.
Yeah.
for
You know
not
That's
what?
making
Matter of fact,
that's on
making
Mike.
cat in a hat,
packages.
cat in a hat. Two
This
streams
is on
ago,
Mike McDaniel.
cat in a hat. 2 streams ago, I had a guy say, nah, Pete. We saw him on the play action. Oh, so you want to defend the 4%? One play action? You want to be part of the 4%? You want to defend that? Because 96% of the time he's in there, it's a run. So you
Yeah,
just want to
no,
defend the
it
4%
needs
for what?
he needs to have way more packages where he's just in there, maybe doing blocking or something, not getting the ball. No. And that's a Mike McDaniel thing. And if Mike McDaniel would figure that out and fix that, Ollie Gordon would be able to get a lot more production.
Yeah. That's on Mike
Exactly.
McDaniel.
And he's
And
also got to stop that East
and
and
here's
West
another
stuff for
thing.
Ollie
Here's
Gordon
another
because
thing.
Ollie Gordon's
Everybody
not
wants
an
to
East and West runner. He's a
man,
North
get
and
A
South
Chain up
runner.
out of here, man. Get A Chain up out of here. We need capital. You know why? Here's another thing I didn't realize when y'all were arguing the point. Every time I was arguing for A Chain. Here's another thing I didn't realize, right? Y'all kept saying he's too small, Pete. You talking crazy. You can't run him in the tackle. I'm just telling y'all what will be best for our team. You have to run him in the tackle. That's his problem if he gets hurt or not. At the end of the day, I'm just willing to gamble on it because he's shown me he can stay healthy and he can take on hits. That's what he's shown me. So I don't look at him as a guy that's going to just easily get injured as much people have,
Yeah.
right? Therefore,
Last year he was injured one time, I think.
therefore, everyone likes to clown on Tua. Oh, Tua's limiting this offense. He's limiting it. Oh, really? So now y'all not telling me A Chain is limiting the run game? If we can't use him inside the tackles and we can't run inside, A Chain ain't limiting us? A Chain isn't the reason why we're looking one dimensional, trying to run a power run? Because now we have to substitute for Ollie Gordon? So
Well,
A Chain ain't
I
limited?
I
Y'all
think
just
the
like him because he's giving y'all fantasy points, but let's not be honest. Let's be honest. Could those fantasy points and his likeliness be affecting the offense because he's a good name? You have to force feed him the ball. Let's be honest.
oh,
Ollie Gordon should be back there all day.
yeah. That's on Mike McDaniel again. He's got to change his plays. If if he doesn't want to change, he's hard headed.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that, Pete. But the whole thing is, it I mean, you gotta. But see, Carolina did this too with the dual set running backs that they had. Who was it? The Williams brothers. They weren't really brothers, but both of their last names was Williams. And
Hmm.
but the thing is, both of their running style was the same. So even if you took one out and subbed them in, it didn't matter because they was damn near had the same style. You know, Ollie
Right.
Gordon and A Chain, them two different styles we talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I hate to say it like this because it's pandering to the two ears, but yo, that offensive line is trash, yo. Like, how many times have you seen A Chain run to the hole and bounce it out because the hole wasn't there?
Canada, you said what?
Yeah, I mean, hey, but that's the truth, though. That's the truth. You know what I mean? You know, A Chain ain't really been running behind a good offensive line, but at the same time, he's been making it work. So, you know, I can point it out, but I can also point out the fact that A Chain been making it work with a Mike. Matter of fact, since y'all don't like to say it, Mike McDaniel been making it work with a terrible offensive line.
Oh, like Mike McDaniel
Wait a
hasn't
minute. Wait a
been
minute. Wait a
planning.
minute.
You just saw that in the
How?
chat.
Wait a minute.
I can't. Somebody in the
He,
chat. Who was it? CRR? Who was it
holy
that just
cow!
said
Wait a
it? Oh,
minute.
Michael P310. He said that East and West stuff is so annoying. Well, we agree
Yeah.
with you, but that's Mike
Yeah.
McDaniel planning for a bad offensive line.
Yeah, yeah,
How,
because
however,
even
you
like
just said something. Wait a minute.
even
Wait a
when
minute.
we
You just said something that I don't agree with. You said Mike McGeehan was making it work. If he made it work, why aren't we winning?
man, just
Talk
like
to
I'm
him,
If he
saying,
John.
made
bro.
it,
Talk
if
to
Like,
he
him,
okay,
John.
made
okay,
it work, why aren't we winning?
all right. We ain't winning. We ain't winning because we got an incompetent quarterback that is afraid to step up
Oh,
and take control
we
when he
aren't
needs to.
winning
Pretty
Listen
much.
to what I'm
because
saying.
Mike
I let you
McDaniel
talk. I
has
let you talk. I let you talk. Can you let me talk now?
Go
I mean,
ahead.
you
Talk to
laughing,
him,
but it's the
John.
truth. You laughing, but it's the truth. So every time you talk, I'm gonna interrupt your ass on purpose since it's so funny to you. But continue.
No,
How you feel
I'm
about
letting
that,
you
John?
talk. I'm letting you
Nah,
talk. Go ahead.
nah. Go ahead, continue, bro. I ain't about to
No,
keep doing this little kitty game with your ass. I ain't with
I,
this.
I won't talk. I'm listening.
You said you disagree with that point, and now you want to listen, and he told you what it
No,
was.
I told you. I'm saying I asked if it's if Mike McDaniel's doing a good job and making it work. Why has he not won?
Right, because winning is a team concept. When you look at A chain numbers individually, tell me it's kind of not working.
Who put the team together?
Okay, okay,
Who
okay.
put the team together?
Chris Greer.
And Mike
Chris Greer.
McDaniel.
Chris
Both
Greer,
of
because
them.
Chris
They
Greer was
both
here
of
way
them
before
did it.
Mike McDaniel. Chris Greer was way
Okay.
here way before Mike McDaniel, bro. So
Okay. Put it on
roll it
Chris
out.
Greer,
Roll it out. I mean,
not Mike
that's what we
McDaniel,
gotta be
right?
on. Shit, Mike McDaniel was
If
brought here
I'm
for
all three
Tua.
of if
You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
Chris
Mike
Greer,
McDaniel was here
Mike
for Tua.
McDaniel, and Tua.
Nah, man.
Okay.
Chris Greer done survived three fucking head coaches. Tua is about to survive two head
I
coaches. And you want to
I
put
will.
the onus on the head
Well,
coach?
I will
Bro,
agree.
please.
I will
Please,
agree
bro.
with Greer. Okay, I'll
You know
agree
what
with
I
it
mean?
with Greer
Right.
because
So
I've
I
always
just say
said
it.
that.
I just said Chris Greer done survived three head coaches. Oh, Brian Flores. Was he here
I
with Joe
agree.
Philbin? Was he here with Joe
I
Philbin? Was he here
Adam
with
Gaze.
Adam Gaze? Was he? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, that's three head
I
coaches right
understand.
there. And then we about to
I'm
fight. And
right
then
with
they
you.
want to fire Mike
I'm
McDaniel.
right with
You know
you.
what I'm saying? So you want to talk about the offensive line? We can at the same time. Like I said, it's Chris Greer. How
The
you have a how you got them have an offensive line coach that is sniffing coke off a girl ass? Come on, bro.
would
This
well,
man. Come on,
I
bro.
want to ask you if you get a new GM, would the GM fire Mike McDaniel?
It's on him to do what he want to do.
Okay.
I'm not saying the GM got to keep Mike McDaniel. You did not hear me say that. It's on the GM to do what he want to do if he is given the reign, and that's the problem. When Mike McDaniel came in here from Jump Street, he wasn't told to make sure this Miami Dolphins team is good. He was told to improve Tua.
He said he can make Tua work. Yeah.
Okay. If I'm going for, I want my dream job is to be the head coach of an NFL team. And you mean to tell me the only thing I got to do is make this limited quarterback look good in my system, which has
I
been
see. Look,
proven with a Jimmy
No, I didn't say
Garoppolo?
that. You didn't.
look.
I
I
didn't
see it
say
like
that.
this. Look, I see it like this.
I
Look,
said
I feel like you know he walked into a situation that nobody wanted after Flores. To be honest with you, so I don't put
Thanks.
too much. I don't put too much blame into him. He walked into it, but he also embraced it to the point where he felt like he doubled down. Does that make sense?
I get that, but I feel like if you don't double down, you still admitting that you didn't do your job.
Yup. Exactly.
So either way it go, he was fucked. I'd rather bang the table for him than tell him not to. No, I don't pay him, and the owner gonna look at you and be like, "Well, you was brought here for that. If I don't pay him, you not got no debt. You don't got no job no more." I mean, how hard is that? How hard is that to grasp?
it's not hard.
Yeah, I know it's hard for you to understand that.
I said it's not hard.
Oh, my fault.
Yours. It is your fault.
Oh snap!
But that's the
I'm
situation.
loving this
He was
collapse.
stuck.
You know
He
that?
was
I'm
stuck in between
loving
a.
this
He was stuck
collapse.
in. He was stuck in between a rock and a hard place, and he chose the hard. He chose the hard place over
He
the rock.
chose the hardest spot to go in.
Yeah.
Let me
He
ask you.
didn't know
Let me
any
ask you
better.
guys this: do you feel like everything that's been going on the past 6 years? Do you think that's our fault?
The Tuniers's
Yes.
fault. The fans. It's a fan-driven sport now. This is a new era of football. This is not like the 70s, 80s, 90s anymore.
Well,
Social media
if
and
it's our fault,
fans
I'm missing some
control
money.
more. Back in the days, fans used to get their information by actually going to the games or
That's
reading
right.
articles. Okay?
That's right. That's
Now,
how I was.
fans don't,
We had
and
no
you get to
cell
watch every
phones.
game. Now you get to
We
watch
had
every game. Back in the days, it wasn't like that.
we had no cell phones back then. Okay?
Fans have a voice now, and it's controlling teams' decisions. So
That's their fault.
that's every owner. That's every team.
Not every team.
That's every owner, every team, bro. Fan
There was
So you
driven.
no
so
Believe it or
internet
not,
back then.
it is
so you
fan driven.
so you mean to tell
So
me
the
that the
past
Jets?
25 years. What about the past 25 years? Do you feel like that's the fans' fault?
No, it can't. Like I
Mm,
said, man, like
No,
the
I'm gonna
Jets is
say
not.
social media took over. Like in like, what year would y'all take a guess? I would
I,
say social
Before
media
COVID,
got bad like in
after or before COVID?
2010, like in
Well,
2010,
let me.
2009
I'll tell
when
you
it
this.
started.
no,
That's
I
when
can't. You
social
I,
can't.
media really.
I can't
and
go.
I
But
graduated high school in
I would say,
'81, and
I would
I
say,
never had a cell phone. Okay, they
man,
didn't
bro,
have cell phones
we talking
in
about when it
'81.
started, bro. We ain't talking about when we didn't have that shit. No.
What I'm saying, there was no internet.
Yo, he keep bringing up this
Okay,
dinosaur shit.
um, um, Pete was
But
saying
right, he was
and
saying when
back
it
then
started.
you
He
had
wasn't
to.
going back to no damn not having no cell phone era. I would
Pete
say
did.
probably
Pete just said.
2015.
Okay, Pete did though.
Yeah,
Whether you
I'd
know
say
it or
probably
not. And if you
2015.
don't know it, then you shut up.
Shit, it was 2015. Cause you
You're
can't
not
sit here and say
listening.
the Jets organization is listening to the fans. That's
They're
like
listening to
that's
the 16-year-old
I
grandson.
don't know what the Jets are doing. Okay,
I'll probably agree with
I
that,
don't
Pete.
look at the Jets.
I'll probably agree with that, Pete.
Well, it used to be what? Sports talk radio, right?
Yeah.
That thing, that's when it blew up.
I mean, I just feel like they can't hide nothing no more, yo. Like that's what everything in the world
Yeah, man.
nowadays.
They
You
can't
can't
cover up the
hide
cover up,
nothing.
man. Yeah, you
Yeah,
can't cover up the cover up. It's like it's sloppy. It's getting sloppy, dog.
you know, like with Joven, with what's his name? Jovaniah Savaniah, whatever the fuck his name is, that crazy ass name. But
You don't
it's
know
Yeah,
just
his
like
name because he
I
hasn't
Jonas
don't
made a
know what
play.
you're
Salmonea.
talking about.
Exactly.
I
right,
thought he was gonna be good, bro. He's gonna probably
yeah.
get better, but in time. Don't get me wrong. We put a lot of
Because
pressure on him, but he looks lost.
But see, that's the thing though. It's okay for them to demand money from the organization, but we can't sit here and hold them to a standard.
Oh yeah, the guaranteed money. That's right. I forgot about that.
Like that is I can't like that's it's so asinine to say some shit like, well, we can't go through hard times. No, you can't go through hard times, bitch. Get some of that hard time money back.
How much we gave him? Like 44, something like that.
Shit, I mean I don't know how much it
I don't
was.
know.
I think
I don't
so.
know.
Pete, you know?
Oh, could check that.
That's just like Javon Holland bitch ass, yo. Like
Um,
how you gonna get on the internet to reply to the fans instead of just doing what you got to do on the field?
That's another thing. Remember, the soft narratives are coming out again, but the soft narratives came up because the defense was missing so many tackles.
I can't believe they ran on us like that, bro. I cannot
oh,
understand how,
I
man.
told man, look, Cap, I told everybody before it started that that's what's gonna happen, yo. If because the only thing that this organization is really missing is that lack of intensity, that lack of I want to punch you in the mouth first. It has showed up with the Colts. They tried to rebound with the Patriots and show they can fight. It showed up with the Jets. How you not had that intensity on the rivalry game? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
And
What I
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna bring up Barry. Finish your point because I got a Barry Jackson tweet.
Nah,
What
go ahead.
happened?
Go
What
ahead.
happened? What the buzz say, bro?
Oh, Barry Jackson tweeted out, Tua has taken all the first team reps in practice this week, which is one day. We'll find out what happened today, despite him having the thumb and hip ailments. Zach Wilson says Tua looks good.
Ah, shit. You might be right, Pete. Soon as he start having a bad game, they benching him and they blaming it on the injury.
Yep. Or Cat in the Hat might end up being right. They're giving Tua all the first team reps. He might his hip might get worse during practice,
The question is, why are they
where it pushes
interviewing
them
Zach
to say
Wilson?
on Wednesday he was limited, on Thursday he was limited, Friday he's downgraded to out. His hip got worse during the week. That's why I
No,
said Cat in the
that,
Hat isn't
that's
really
fair.
Yeah.
out of the whole loop of him calling it out that Zach Wilson might start Sunday.
Well,
It's not even
you
out of the
know,
loop.
Well, I
if
mean, but why
if
he
that
ain't
would
getting no
hurt
first
his
team reps though, right?
that would hurt
He
his
had nope.
trade status. So
That'll hurt us. Yeah, that'll hurt us big time though. But then again,
Not if
Zach
not
should
not if he not if Tua is out on Friday and Zach Wilson gets all the reps.
No, but if he practiced today, they usually go through it on Friday.
Yeah, he's
yeah,
going through the walkthrough. He's going through the weekly walkthrough right now. Zach Wilson comes into practice on Friday and takes all the first team reps. He takes control of the offense on Sunday. He got
yeah,
the game plan. He got the script.
yeah. And he been here enough time to understand the offense.
Look
So
at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow was just traded. He's already starting one weekend. He only
you
needs what,
mean
two,
Joe
3 days of
Flacco?
practice?
You
Joe
mean Joe
Flacco, yeah.
Flacco?
Joe Flacco. Joe Burrow. Oh my God.
Joe Flacco's with the Chargers. Is that right?
Nah, he
Yep.
with the Bengals. He with
No,
the Bengals.
Bengals.
Yeah, Joe Flacco went to the Bengals.
Hey Pete, I have a question. Okay, so is it me or does it seem like the the team is getting rid of the offense, the defense, and totally ignoring that we need a different quarterback? I mean, from he's been here 5 years, right? And in 5 years, who have they gotten rid of? Everybody but Tua.
Exactly, Liz. They bounce
Uh,
around the problem. I just called it out
what?
like a stream or two ago, right? I got mad because
Yeah.
Marcel Lewis Jock, one of the Dolphins writers, Marcel Lewis Jock, he asks Mike McDaniel, "Oh, with Jonas Salvanea and Kenneth Grant playing so bad, have you thought about benching them?" I'm like, really? Yeah, the two rookies, I'm not gonna lie, they're playing bad. I called them out. But how come they ain't doing that about Tua?
Yeah, that is
You see
that
Yeah.
what
that's
that
yeah.
how you gonna
Liz,
do that
I
about the
think
rookies, but you
the
ain't doing that
reason
about Tua?
why
That I don't like that, bro. Oh,
the reason
that's salty movement by me by
I
some
I
people, bro.
think the reason why uh, Tua is still playing is because they paid him so much money when they on the extension. They
Man, we
paid
got to
him
get
all that.
away from that. We got to get
It
away from that
shouldn't
narrative,
matter
No,
yo.
though.
Like
no, but
I
that's
can't
why
stand
he's
that
still
narrative,
here.
Kenna.
I know, but we got to get rid of that narrative for the simple fact of Denver Broncos moved off of Russell Wilson and paid him how much million?
Well, true.
But that's the only reason why I say we can't get.
That may be true. I mean, but
But yeah, but we can't. It
49ers
ain't no
moved off
make
of
true.
Jimmy after how many
Yeah,
million?
right. It ain't no can be true. That shit is true.
Bro, the Patriots got rid of Tom Brady. The Patriots got rid of Tom Brady, bro. Nobody's indispensable in this league.
I mean, like,
no, you're right. No,
like
I
they,
understand that.
we
I
got to
agree
just.
with you.
Nah, nah. I'm just saying,
I want to get rid of him too.
we just got to get rid of that narrative, though, yo. Like, just because a man is paid multiple millions of dollars, that don't mean you got to stick with him if he's not performing up to par.
Yep.
Exactly.
Then why are they sticking with him? I don't understand
Because
it either.
I mean, it may. I mean,
Because
I'm
of
probably
freaking Greer.
yeah. I'm about to be a dickhead saying this, but I believe they passing his wife around. Shit. Hey, it wasn't that the case when we was talking with
Oh
Hey, then you
damn.
know what?
Jerry
Then you know
Jones and
what? Hey, then you
Tim
know what?
Tebow?
Then there's no better pimp out there than Tua. Tua's
Man,
the
hell
elite
nah,
pimp over the pimps.
hell
Then
nah. He the he the
if he's
he the
passing his chick around, and that's what got him paid 200 million,
facts.
shit,
Yeah,
ain't no pimp
facts,
making 200 million
facts,
in the.
facts.
We
He
calling Tua pimp. Tua pimping out here.
yeah, two of the pimp now. But shit, but that was kind of what we saying that shit with Jerry Jones and Tony Romo. You know the reason why Tony Romo stayed with the Cowboys so long because Jerry Jones was fucking his wife.
Hey
Jessica
Pete,
Simpson.
that's probably how he got the Diddy boat.
That's
Oh my God, you guys are popping off right now.
oh, that's good.
But
What
yeah,
the
that's
heck?
somebody shooting some firecrackers. But I don't know, man.
Like I'm
Like
Perry.
we need to we need to hey, we need to just have a fire sale, yo. Have a fire sale, fall flat on our face this year,
Uh,
and
Bro, I'm
go
I
t- I
ahead and
think
mean,
rebuild.
bro, I'm
that's
telling
what
you,
I
if they
want.
if they beat Justin Herbert, bro, they're gonna spark some type of movement right there, bro. That's gonna it's
Yeah,
gonna make
because
everybody feel good, and it's
because the
Yeah,
next week don't we play Cleveland Browns after the Chargers?
I think we
on the
play
road.
them and
Yep.
then
Yeah.
Atlanta and the Giants.
So
I
No,
think
we
we
got the
play. We
Chargers
play
and then
who
who?
we
Browns.
play. Who do we
We
got,
play.
P?
We play Browns, Falcons, and then Ravens.
So it's the Chargers, the Browns, the Falcons, the Ravens. You
Yep.
know what? If we win this Sunday, I don't see us losing to the Browns with their situation. If we do, that
Nope.
is like that is
Um,
horrifying. That is
All we got to do
horrifying.
is, yeah, they have Dylan Gabriel, bro. You just drop back, let him pass three
If
yards
Tua loses
downfield, and
to
a minute
Dylan
passes.
Gabriel, bro,
It's gonna be
Tua's not going to be the
horrifying.
starter in Cleveland next week, Cap. Like, oh my God,
oh,
I feel
or
what
so
Or
can
bad for him.
Shador, either one.
can I
Take your pick.
can
Take your
I
pick.
want to I want to ask you
You
how
know
going
what,
into
Cap? There
deep
might be a
Browns
situation. It always
defensive.
happens to us, Cap. It always happens to us, bro. Dylan Gabriel's gonna get hurt in the second quarter. Shadir Sanders is gonna come in and light us up, bro. That man is gonna
What
come in and light us up. Throw up
what
two
is
touchdowns
the
in three
Browns
quarters.
defense ranked? Does
Y'all
anyone
Number
know?
one.
clip this. Y'all clip
Number
this.
one.
What?
They defense
Number
ranked
one
number one.
defense.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Oh
Yeah,
shit.
they're ranked number
Yeah.
one. Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. That's gonna be a hard
That
game.
that defense is going to outperform our offense.
That might
The
be.
only
That might.
our
Hey,
only
that might
saving
be the
grace
game.
may be our tight end.
That might be the
Okay,
game too. Or get hurt. Miles Garrett coming around that corner.
you
Crack.
darn right. It may be. They play better than our defense. Our defensive front, anyway.
Yeah.
Probably. I've never seen them, but I mean, if they're
But
ranked number one, they're ranked
but
number one for a good reason.
I don't know. I feel like we gonna set up. We gonna sell out to stop the run this week, and they gonna kill us with that play action.
Oh, I
And our
feel him,
second
Tana.
and our secondary gonna show how weak they are. I mean, we already know it's weak, but you know, ain't nobody talking about the secondary as much just for the simple fact of it's all just been the run game. But yeah, we're gonna bail out to stop the run, and they're gonna hit us with play action. And Justin Hilbert gonna throw that ball all over the motherfucking yard this week.
Yep. It's exactly how they opened up the season versus the Chiefs, just slinging that rock. And they had healthy running backs that game. Now he got no running back. It's going to be a nice story for Vidali, like KP was up here
But
saying, the man's father, born and raised in Miami. But here's another thing: Aronde Gatson and his family. Justin
Oh
Herbert knows
man,
that. Justin
yo,
Herbert knows that his dad played for the Dolphins. Aronde Gatson already told him. You know what I'm
bro,
saying? So Justin
bro,
Herbert is going to be like, all right, I'm going to look for you a little more,
hell
especially when
yeah,
we're up and
I'm gonna
we
let
know
you
they
eat.
can't score.
I'm
I'm
gonna
going to
let
let
you
you eat
eat.
all game.
And Orlando Gaskin, he was on a podcast that I was watching, and he was saying that he took his son to Miami to try out, and he said that they cut his son because they didn't want to move in that direction. He was like, okay, oh well, let's move on.
He
oh
got drafted by
no.
the Chargers.
Like I mean, this organization don't pay no respect to the people that the fans love here. They have no honor.
Hey,
Like I
hey,
don't
this
see nothing going
organization,
good.
think about this, think about this. This organization decided to pass up on Aronde Gadsden and pick up and gamble on Darren Waller, bro.
Yeah.
You know how
and
sad that is?
and y'all want to know why we didn't see Darren Waller for that amount of time in the second half?
Why?
How y'all do y'all not realize Darren Waller do not want to run block?
You know what? You know what was a dead giveaway? We called the play last week against the Panthers, shotgun formation. We had big bodies. We had Julian Hill in the slot, and I saw Darren
Oh
Waller
yeah,
play
they had
in
both of
line
them at one
on the
time.
tight
Yeah.
end. Yeah, yeah, and then they put Darren Waller at tight end with A Chain in the back. I said,
Mm.
look. Why they even do this? This is already a tail. Is going to be a pass. Darren Waller ain't going to be in there blocking. And sure
Hell
enough, he
no.
snapped the ball and threw the ball to Darren Waller off that play. Darren Waller caught it. I'm like, you try to
Yeah.
fake the defensive out. You ain't faking a fan out, so you definitely ain't faking the defense out. That was
So
just a lucky good play.
so what
Yeah.
is the Chargers defense ranked?
The
Shit,
Does
Charger
it don't
anyone
defense
know?
has a they're better
it
than
don't
what the stats are.
yeah, it don't matter if they just know how to guard the middle of the field right now and pressure two into making
Exactly.
a bad decision. It don't matter what
Then
they rank, they
okay,
can get over.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and that's
okay,
another thing why stats don't really matter. Stats would matter if you play the same team 10 times. Like if the NFL had 120 games. Every team you play them 10 times. You get what I'm saying? Because then stats will matter. You got a lot of accumulative data against this same team, a lot of
Facts.
accumulative data against this same team, and this is a 1 week thing. Every team don't get to play Tua every week where their secondary might come out better, or they, you know what I'm saying? Stats are
no,
skewed
Yeah.
in the NFL just
well,
based off scheme
Hell yeah. Cause like I
and
said
players.
earlier today, imagine what was two stats for last week. Imagine them same stats with a Josh
yeah,
Allen.
He had like 210 yards, but he had one. No, I think it was like 250, but he had like 130 to Waddle or 119 to Waddle, and he had like 80 to Waller. So he had a total of like 200 off of two guys.
Right, and that's the main thing I be pointing out that people don't be wanting to fucking realize. Yo, like
yeah,
when you got
that,
one guy getting the bulk of your yardage, like I understand you're supposed to go to your number one option, but if you as a quarterback go to your number one option all the time, that lets you know that you depend on your number one option more than anything.
But I mean, to
yeah,
be fair, isn't that good enough to win those
No,
Check
numbers?
this out. I want y'all
no,
want to hear
yeah,
stats and
yeah,
numbers.
that's why
I don't know.
I was saying imagine Josh Allen with them numbers.
He had three
It
touchdowns and I think 250. If you
it
can't
look,
win with three touchdowns and 250, bro, like the defense,
Actually,
but it's
I mean,
different though. It's
it can't.
different.
no, yes,
It's different.
actually,
He got them yardage by throwing at the line of scrimmage and behind the line of scrimmage most of the
wait a
time.
minute.
No, well,
What
I give him
you
more.
should
What
you should
the
have
pass to
you
Waddle
should
was
have
how much?
compared the
The
New
big
England
pass. How much was
quarterback.
that one? Like 70
Wait a minute.
Shout
yards,
out to
maybe.
Ken Sean
I
in the
think so.
chat.
Maybe yeah.
Zach
Maybe yeah.
Wilson got my
Yeah,
bad, Ken.
what
Ken
you what
Sean in
you,
the chat. Zach Wilson got zero practice snaps with the ones today.
Because he
Tua
had
got
like
them all.
he
you
had like
should have.
two. He had two passes to Waddle for like 10 or 15, and then he had the big one for like 30 on that
What
drive, I
was
think.
the New England
Right.
Patriots quarterback stats that beat the Buffalo Bills?
What
What
was
were
that,
his
John? What'd you say,
stats?
John?
Hey,
What
But
the new the New
NFL
England?
just dropped an article. I'm sorry, John, but the NFL dropped an article 30 minutes ago, or just a little bit about an hour ago, right? And they gave
What?
us our season top 32 ranking of the quarterbacks so far in 6 weeks.
Oh, I gotta hear this.
Oh,
Oh, you want to hear it? Number
no.
one, Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
Number two, Patrick Mahomes.
Huh?
Number three, Josh
what?
Allen. Number four, Dak Prescott. Number five, in tier two now, number five is Sam Darnold. Number six, Jared Goff. Number seven, Matthew Stafford. Number eight, who just dropped 5 spots from last week because he had a bad game, Justin Herbert. Number nine, Jalen Hurts. 10 is tier 3, Drake May. Jordan Love at 11. Daniel Jones at 12. Jaden Daniels at 13. Check this one out. 14, Mac Jones.
Oh my lord! I knew you was gonna say that, dude. I
Here it
knew it.
goes. Tier 4 now starts. Sitting at 15, finally,
Tua.
Tua makes the list. Tua Tunga Vailoa. He's above guys that I don't agree on, but This is their ranking.
So he's
He's
mid.
a he's
Their
above
1 through 10 is pretty accurate, but I would probably drop Daniel Jones somewhere in there around 8 or 9. But
I'm
I mean,
telling
We've
other
you
than
right
that, it
always
now,
was
we
these
pretty
next
accurate.
three
Pete,
names,
we've been saying that for
these
how long? He's not a top 10, top 12. He's in the 15 tier range around there. We've been saying
Yeah,
that for
we've
like
been
a year
these
saying
and a
that.
next
half.
four names,
Hell yeah.
these next four names, I don't know if you guys would agree with me, but I have them
I
all
think,
over Tua. C.J. Stroud,
yeah,
definitely Bo Nix,
Yeah.
Trevor
yeah,
Lawrence, and Aaron Rodgers. That's the next four. That's 19. Aaron
yeah. I
Okay.
Rodgers.
would think all of them
Tier
would be
I'm
The
above
too.
Steelers
there
are in
too.
first place in the division, bro. The
yeah.
Steelers.
Hold on.
So
I got something to
now we
say.
go
Hey,
to
real
All
quick,
right, boy.
real quick, I just want to let y'all betters know AFC Waffles. He's been doing some homework for you guys all day today, and he just
Talk to me.
dropped a bunch of betting lines in our Discord. So if you haven't checked him out, go check him out.
Cool.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you, Pete. You should get on Discord and do what Cat in the Hat does. He has there's a
Hey, what was that show
What was
you were
that show
talking
you were
about,
talking
bro?
about, bro?
The cheeseburger,
Cheese.
whatever show.
The what?
The what?
No, I was
No,
telling you to hit
There
the
is
Major
an
hamburger
echo.
echo.
It's
menu,
a
bro.
major
Like
echo.
I was telling you to
There's
hit
an
the
It's like
echo in
hamburger
you
there.
can do a
menu.
show on Discord. That's what you were saying. That's what it was called.
No, I open the Discord. It's just like what Pete does with the StreamYard. It just allows people to get up. Same thing. It's
same
just
thing. It's
Really?
just
You can
really.
get on
You
there?
can
yeah.
get on there?
How?
How?
That's what I was just gonna tell him.
yeah. I'll walk you through it. It's like when you're in the Discord, you kind of got to back out. So like if you go to my channel and you back out, it'll give you like different channel options, and you can have like just a
Yeah.
regular chat channel. I have like a thread channel. There's a voice channel, and like the voice channel is where you can basically do what we're doing right now.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's free.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, and there's no limitations to how many people you can have up there either. But then it that's where StreamYard is kind of cool because it limits you and it makes it easier for Pete to be able to keep track of everybody. Because if you were to have like 40 people up there, oh my God, that would be chaos.
It's like a
It's like a
space,
space,
basically.
basically.
It's like
Oh, that
X.
That
sounds
sounds.
lovely. I would love it.
I'll send you the link, Pete. You need to hit it.
I think you
It's not
send it
it's
to
not
me on my
scammer.
Apple. I
I
know.
know you
You
said you
send
were
it to
scared
my
to hit it.
email. Yeah, I just don't because it's gonna ask me to start putting all type of password protections on it, and I got to set up a crazy way. So I have to download the app as well. I'll look into it. Sounds fun now when you say 40 people could be up on the
Hey,
panel.
Cat, who do you
I'm
like
not gonna
tonight?
lie.
Tonight?
Who's playing? Who's
Come
playing
on,
tonight?
you really gotta ask about the Eagles and the Giants.
Eagles.
Ah, shit.
You know, there's
Cap,
this
come on,
game
I'll be
Cap.
right
tonight.
back, fellas. Hold on.
This game tonight. All right,
No, I
Cap.
mean
This game
parlay
tonight.
wise, parlay wise.
Barkley might have 100 yards rushing each half and a
Who?
touchdown.
Whoa,
That
whoa,
man
whoa, whoa,
might
whoa!
go
Slow
for
down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Who? Whoa, okay, who?
Saquon Barkley, bro. The revenge versus the Giants game.
What else?
Eagles versus Giants, bro. That man might have 3 touchdowns tonight, 200 yards rushing. It might be the Barkley show all night in prime time.
What about
What
for the
time's that
Giants?
on?
For the Giants, what? Jackson Dart running for his life all game, throwing to who?
So Jackson
Throwing
Dart
to
with the
who?
over on,
Wandale
on rushing.
Robinson? Theo
Wandale and
Johnson? You gonna
okay.
throw it to Darius Slayton? Who is Jackson Dart throwing the
I
ball
think
to?
Slayton's out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dart
Somebody's
gonna have
got
a
to
bad
have
game
Barkley
tonight.
by.
The
It's gonna be
Eagles gonna
Just
Scatterboo.
me.
run over the Giants.
Probably Scatterboo.
Scatterbo. Scatterbo might have 25 carries, 50 yards. He averaged 2 yards per carry.
Well, did someone pop out? Did,
No.
No.
oh,
I
No.
think
I
it's
okay.
think
gonna be a
it's going to be a
one-sided game
one-sided
tonight.
game tonight.
Oh, so
Yeah,
Somebody
that's
has an
Thursday
fine.
echo
Thursday night
though.
games are weird though, bro.
Thursday night games are weird.
Yeah, bro. I never bet them. That's why I'm asking because
If I'm going to go
Bro,
one side, I'm going
The
to do a
Eagles need
parlay
to
on one
bounce back.
side. Maybe like the kicker with 2 kicks over, with the Barkley over, and receiving probably over. Maybe like a 4-leg.
I'll put the game on my
Maybe
iPad
the
and
maybe the Giants
watch the
kicker
hockey
two
game.
field goals.
The
Yeah,
Eagles need to bounce back from last week. They lost to the Broncos. They had that game wrapped up, and it was a home loss for the Eagles, bro. I saw a stat. I don't know if it's true, but I saw a stat. The Broncos haven't won in Philly since 1982.
damn.
So the Broncos came back and won against the Eagles 21-17. The Eagles, this is a perfect, like Nick Sirianni even just said this on the presser because I watched that too. Nick Sirianni said, yeah, we took a bad loss whatsoever, but thankfully it happened on a short week because we could get rid of this win quick. You know what that told me? Short and simple, just like that. You know what that told me? They're going to run through the Giants, bro, because they want
Yeah.
this storyline over them quick. They're gonna run through the Giants. And this ain't no Mike McDaniel having to explain 45 minutes for one question. No, that man said it short and simple. No, man, I'm glad this is a short week. We got beat up. We allowed them to come back, whatever, whatsoever. But we get to come back on a short week and get this one out the way quick. Like,
Hmm.
wow. The confidence in that is crazy.
Yeah, it's kind of refreshing to hear a coach be straight to the point with the questions, huh?
Yeah, it was. He like that's what I be saying. Kind of like I'm not gonna lie. I don't watch all 32. I tend to want to watch the ones that I want to include my gambling ones on. You know what I'm saying? Because there's all type of bettors. I just like tune my bets only for Sundays, and and I just pay attention to those coaches that are playing Sundays and the games that I feel like I'm a bet. And honestly, I listen to these other coaches and I'm like, bro. How like does anybody else not realize what we have talking compared to these guys?
Yeah, it's crazy because that could be another thing pointing to how much Mike McDaniel hands is tied behind his back. He got to think too much up there. He's not free to speak
Listen,
how he want to
Kenna,
speak.
he can't
Yeah.
because Kenna, this is a coach. I'm firmly. I don't, how many times have this organization
I
lied
think
to us? How many
I
times
think
have this
he's
organization lied to us? Plenty of times, right? And we're gonna believe Stephen Ross that he's not taking control of the team no more. We're gonna believe that Stephen Ross is stepping back and not making decisions anymore. I don't buy it, bro. This is having Mike McDaniel
Yeah, I
here
agree.
is a Stephen Ross hire. This is the reason why Mike
Facts.
McDaniel is going up to the coach to the owner, telling him pay Tua. Why? Because you're the decision maker. Why would Mike McDaniel go to the owner and say that? Because Mike McDaniel is having fun being the guy that's the cool coach in the league with all the stats. It's Stephen
That
Ross
shit,
running the show, bro.
that
He's a,
shit crazy, yo.
every owner runs their own team. But KP, you want to say you came back? All you guys just bring up your last point for today. I do got to cut off today. Maybe I'll be back a
mm,
little bit after 6, but I just got a text and I got to get some things moving. So I'll be back if I get a chance after 6 for sure, and we'll be able to discuss the Eagles and talk our crap some more. But I appreciate you
mhm.
guys. KP, I saw you pop back up. You probably had something to rebuttal or something, huh?
Yo, no. I was the conversation actually. I was sitting over here working while I was listening. So you know,
10-4.
yeah. Props to you guys, man.
And for any of y'all
That's
that want
saying.
that access to that Discord, just add me at the same name you see up here.
Yeah, and you'll see me there too.
Shout out to
Except
Cat in the Hat and Liz. And yeah, I'm definitely Cat in the Hat. I'm gonna
Yeah.
look into the Discord. I'm gonna email you back, show me some things, and we'll start moving because I really do like the idea. Because I'm gonna tell you guys right now, when we're up on the panel and it's full with what I don't know, like 9 or 10 people, it allows us to be up here. It
Yeah.
starts telling me, I don't know who it is, but I start getting notifications that people are trying to get in. People are trying to get in. People are trying to get in. And I don't
Oh.
know. I'm not going to kick anybody that's up You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Hey,
So
the only
everybody has their turn. Everybody has their time to click and get the discussion out.
the only thing is, on Discord it's Lizabeth. It's Lisbet, and it's 74 on Discord. It's only a little bit different.
10-4. I'm gonna get with Cat in the Hat. You guys go ahead and subscribe to Cat in the
Oh.
Hat. Shout out to the AFC Easty boys. They go out there, they do gambling picks, they talk fantasy, man. I watch them from time to time, especially on Sundays when I wake up 4 in the morning and I gotta get all type of news and I want to listen to something else and I'm reading. It goes crazy, man. Shout out to you, bro. Keep it up. Shout out to all of you guys, John, Kenna.
Yeah.
Subscribe to Kenna. Don't forget about Kenna. Only the real survive is up here on the panel. Shout
Facts,
out to
facts.
Kenna. It's another guy, man. We're gonna subscribe to him too. I'm already subscribed to you. We're gonna try to get you to be able to go live right out of your phone, man. I can't wait till you're able to do that. I want to be able to tune into you, and that's gonna be some good content coming up from Kenna, man. And Liz,
All right.
shout out to Rich. Tell Rich I said have a good day, good night. Hopefully, I get some time to pop up back up
Everybody,
later on
take
after
care.
6.
Okay.
John, you have an
Take
easy day,
care.
man. I like the
All
way you
right.
gave it
All
to you
right.
were
Peace out,
popping off
everybody.
on Kenna, John. Good. You
Oh.
know what? You popped off on Kenna today,
Uh,
John. Shout
Pete,
out to
don't
you, John.
Pete, don't boost that man
uh,
head up, Pete. Don't boost
Hey,
that man head up.
no.
hey,
No.
you guys have a good one. Till next time, man. It was great
You
talking to
take
you
All
guys.
care.
right,
Fins up.
See
everybody be
everybody.
safe,
Everybody.
yo.
I
Stay
love it.
safe. Bye bye.